Welcome to the Bot, the International.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Bot International. That's right, the most pristine event for the artificial intelligence and the mega competition for which Dota 2 hero is the best. We started with 115 heroes, and we have wound it all the way to 16. Many have fought on, many have battled, and many have disappointed. But we are here now with the ultimate panel. Let me introduce. We have first Purge to my left. Some
Hello.
Convinced that you may be a bot yourself. Great
Sometimes,
to have you here.
depends on the time of the day.
You were doing your research up to the second before it began.
I didn't finish. I'm actually just procrastinating. Don't think that I'm actually preparing or anything. But yeah, I'm excited to see how the matchups work out. It should be fun.
It's great to see you taking it so seriously, I think is the thing. We were not able to afford this man for the group stage, but we are thankful to have you and honored. Grant, welcome to your first TI, my man.
Oh, thank you, man. I just can't wait. Like, someone like me, I understand how bots work. I know what they're doing. It's just like, it's too easy. This is going to be easy to predict. Just,
Oh.
Can't wait.
Any nerves on the big stage here?
A little
Wide
bit.
arena here at the BTS office arena.
Yeah, possibly my first and only TI, but you know what? We're going to make it count. This
Whoa, can you hear
is
him out
what
there?
it's all about. Thank you.
I hear some Grant cheers going out there.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it. It's an honor.
Cap, are you still healing since Branchgate? How are you feeling? Are
you know,
ready to
I'm
shake
still
things
a
up?
little salty. You know, I think this Bugatti commission honestly could do a lot better, but I guess we'll have to look forward to next year and some of the missing heroes like Death Prophet. But I'm interested to see how my two analysts do in predictions. Apparently, Purge has been setting up to the last second. Grant is going to make it look easy.
Yeah.
I mean, he just watches enough Dota at this point in time, and he watches enough pubs, NA pubs especially.
And
He
that's like
knows what
bots.
bot behavior is.
Exactly.
Yeah. Spells just aren't being cast. You know why.
I mean, I don't think you're going to have much competition with me. I couldn't even navigate the original fantasy webpage to make the individual hero predictions. I only made the playoffs ones, and I was like, I guess I did everything. But no, there's the right side one. I'm going to blame the web creator, though. It's not my incompetence, that's for sure.
Most people out there can't understand the website, and it's really easy to get there, by the way. Fantasy.bts.gg. Super easy to use. Sign in with your Steam, and it should be right there. Just point and click. Think what hero you're going to win. Boom, pick it right there, and you'll go toe-to-toe with all of us. I put my predictions in earlier, and don't forget you're going to be able to just update it on the fly. They only show like 8 matches right now, but as soon as one finishes, a new one's going to pop up right below, and you got to get in before the match happens. And these are going to happen quick. Unlike, when we're waiting on these slow, slothy human Dota players that get into the computer and get playing, the bots are ready to go right away, so we're going to be flying through a lot of the action.
How come Gods was there top 20?
Yeah, he's 99 points.
That's
Damn, Gods.
interesting inside, but I don't know.
Yeah, normally there's rules where the person running the tournament can't actually participate in the contest.
Not
but,
here,
I
my
mean,
friend.
This is only bot TI, right? How are you going to bribe a robot?
That's true.
Give him a real body, maybe a soul.
So
I mean, he was also an analyst there for all of the group stages, and I can attest to the fact Gods was wrong a decent number of times. So he obviously didn't have too much insider
There was
information.
lots of times the whole couch would be wrong. The whole couch was like, for sure this, for sure. And then the disappointment. You got to remember to think illogical. Just what if they don't cast that ult? What if they don't see them? What if they run random? But what if they do? And that's what happens. We go back and forth for 30 minutes and then roll the tape, and it ends up being an absolute failure. Yeah,
and that's why I'm excited that we're here for the final 16, the main event, right? Because all of these bots are going to be good.
This is the best of the best.
They worked really hard for this moment, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and the thing is without a doubt, they have been more entertaining moving forward. We got through a lot of the slug matches in the round of 132 or whatever. Then it got slightly better, 64. 32, we saw some spicy stuff, and I've heard rumor that the top 16 is quite amazing. Some of them going the distance, maybe the longest match yet on record. It's actually going to be out of control what we may see today. I don't know anything at all. I've been the whole time at the office. I want to make sure I have no idea what's happening. So,
what about some of the upsets? I thought one of the favorites in the tournament was going to be Dark Willow.
Yeah?
And she just gets upset that early? Like
Her skills are kind of weird, and
What?
they take time for it to be useful, you know?
Yeah, but Cap, hear me out. Dark Willow, does she have a move that you can't target her?
Yes.
Does she have an ultimate that makes you run away?
Yes.
You have everything you need. You put that in the Witch's Cauldron. Like that was an upset. That was like
She lost really early.
There's a fundamental problem with her hero, is that you have to be on top of somebody for your ulti to be good, and she's a range hero. The bots are never going to figure that out. They're not going to be like, oh, I need to stand right on top of my opponents. You know?
See, that's a man
the issue.
that
but
can analyze bots.
I talked with her before like the match happened,
Oh,
and she
okay.
told
What'd
me
she say?
she had it, and she just lied. She literally said, "I've got this. This is going to be an easy match," and she just straight up lied.
Sounds like the average Dota player, man.
Yeah.
It sounds
Dunning
like,
Kruger.
I mean, you should be used to this by now. Like, you've
should.
talked to enough pro players
Yeah.
before an actual
Yeah,
game.
this
They're
will
like,
be
oh,
easy."
we're going to win this for sure.
Yeah, and then it's just a 15-minute victory. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what should be great for? The All-Star voting we have going. All right, so we have an All-Star match that's going to be happening tomorrow, but we don't know who's going to compete in it unless you decide. That's right, you have to go and decide. I think it's also available at fantasy.bts.gg/vote, and it's called the Toilet Bowl, gentlemen. The worst of the worst. We want you to vote on what hero you think is actually the most useless piece of trash
How
to get
is
out
Dark
there and
Willow
battle
up
it out.
top?
So Dark Willow may be the perfect time to show who's the worst of the worst. The loser moves on to the next round
Sniper couldn't even spell his name right.
until we
Extra
ultimately
capitals,
get there into who's the worst of the worst. That should be pretty entertaining to see the most worthless hero.
Who do you guys think? Sniper, Bounty Hunter? I heard we're
Bounty Hunter, I think, is definitely a front runner for being
Bounty
just
Hunter.
pretty bad.
Yeah, he's on. Have you ever tried like Bounty Hunter carry or something? It's real hard. Like you have to really do some like ninja like break invis to one shot people stuff. Otherwise, it's just not good.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out.
Like every fabric of the way, what would the bot even do? It's like, oh, is it going to go in Viz? I don't think so. Would it run? Probably not. It's going to cast a Sakuchi and then just sit there and just take it.
No.
It's just going to be bad. So we have a lot of matches ahead. We're going to be covering about 17 matches or so. Why don't we just start getting into our first one, guys? This is a doozy. It's the first seed, Enigma, the big boy himself. He's going to be going against Phoenix in our very first round of the playoffs. There's the bracket right there.
This is
Shouts to Liquipedia, of course. Enigma versus Phoenix. Enigma convincing all the way through. I don't think dropped a game. We don't even know if he dropped a character, a hero.
The big problem of this is that the number one seed here has a spell that overlaps with the other ones, does actually stack up, and Phoenix specifically has spells that do not. Right? Fire Spirits, you can't actually stack it up no matter how many ones you're throwing around. So the biggest thing for the Phoenix here is going to be the egg action and whether or not he can win those 2 rounds where he has the Supernova. I think the other round, especially the first round, it feels like every single time Midnight Pulse just destroys every hero that we match up against. So.
What about with like dive though? Because you're going to be moving a lot more in the fight. They always go do the full dive, right? They always go back to the original location.
That's the problem. They're going to go back.
Okay.
They're not going to stop, unfortunately.
What if they dive in and Enigma malefices them midair because it's a bot, and then they're not stacked up anymore, and then Fire Spirits pulls the win out because the rest of Enigma's skill is awful at the start.
That's pretty much
we
the
could
only
see
way
some
they
weird
could win.
stuff. It's possible.
Yeah, it feels like it's very reliant on awkward bot behavior to just force the Phoenixes to be away from the stacking Midnight Pulses.
Yeah,
right.
I think there's a small possibility that could work out, but I definitely agree that.
Do you want
Enigma's
to,
favored
put your
round one.
wager on the roll of the dice of the bots, though? That's always the hard guess. Is like, is it just going to happen to work out in this crazy manner?
I mean, I would argue that out of at least the matches that I watched, maybe 30%, that Phoenix had some of the best outplay potential with the egg at some point, just because it could be someone almost dies, boom, you save him, and as a result of that, the coding trigger or whatever being save the guy, use the egg, it ends up in a stacking, like perfectly stacked supernova stun. So if you do save the first guy, maybe the second guy, then you will get those stacking stuns later, and maybe that would be enough to kill Enigma. But they're gonna have damage problems later. Maybe Enigma has a pipe. I don't know.
I was about to say, it also is potentially a downfall, right? Like, using that Aghanim Scepter also means that you're just putting 2 heroes inside of 1 egg, and you actually get focused down. We saw the last time that Phoenix won because of that stacking, they barely made it. Just barely. They were facing up against Spectre, I think. And
That was
she
one of the
just
rounds,
didn't
yeah.
quite have enough attack speed. She didn't have a butterfly. It was what was kind of missing in the build. And so the attack speed was just a little bit off, and one of the eggs barely exploded. But
So you're saying Phoenix has no chance, personally?
no, I'm
know.
still not sure which one I'm set on.
Well, as we continue to deliberate on what the hell's actually going to be happening here, it sounds like we do have an extra little piece of something special here and a little extra insight into our man Enigma. Let's go ahead and check out the intro video here. Favorite commentator, Toby? I think that's not really a huge surprise there. And what was that? Black hole, apparently, it just doesn't cast a real black hole.
Wait, it does.
What is it?
Like, I don't know. I guess
I mean, the black hole dies at some point in time, so right. So they can't.
But
really
every
be-
black. Do you know astrophysics?
Here we go.
So
Not
if
like
you
you,
know.
Greg.
Okay, so a black hole is matter that
Yes.
gets brought into oneself. But how can you go into yourself without destroying it?
I mean,
that's a
maybe
black
there's
hole.
black hole instability. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not sure.
the scientists are still discovering it. I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on YouTube, I guess.
That's smart.
Oh, the best scientists go to YouTube.
That's smart.
All right, so we have the Enigma squad. Let's see what's happening on the other side of the ring. Let's introduce the Phoenix group. Oh, those are going to be a lot of fun to read the whole way through this tournament. These Phoenix Sun factoids are on point right there. Wow.
I like it there. Moltres, I mean, obviously one of the
Got
best
them.
Firebirds there is. I mean, if you have him on your
Well.
team, are you really still staying with Enigma?
It's a shit Pokemon in Red Blue. Let's be real.
Yeah,
Oh,
but he's
man.
an all-star still. Like, he may be the shittiest of the all-stars, but he is an all-star.
Yeah.
And Jean Grey Summer is notoriously one of the most powerful mutants in all of Marvel, so
true.
that does look good for Phoenix's side as well.
What was the theme for the Enigmas? All I got was they were all German names, right?
Yeah, right?
I don't know what the
Some
theme
are
was
probably
past
like
It's
that.
probably the Enigma machine for like World War II, you know? The decoding machine.
Okay.
Could be popular astrophysicists from Germany or
Yeah.
something like that for all we know.
No, they're not.
because
I wouldn't
I'm
know
NA
that, but
cultured in
yeah.
history. I don't know any of that stuff, but now that we know some of the lore and what they're bringing to the table, guys, they know it's the big time. They made it through all the way to this point.
They earned it.
What is going to be critical now for Enigma to pull it out? Here we look at a brief recap, the production value, as we break down the numbers
Wow, people
of their
really
run.
believing in the Phoenix, despite the Enigma. Like, he pretty much 2-0'd every single matchup, right?
Yeah.
That's actually pretty bold. I was expecting a lot more to be on the side of Enigma in that Midnight Pulse.
All right, how long does Midnight Pulse last? They just changed it a little bit. It's like 10 seconds-ish, right?
Yeah, 8 to 10
A
seconds.
supernova's
It's double
like
digits, I'm
a
pretty sure.
supernova's like 6 or 7 or something in there, right?
Yeah.
So like minimum, it all comes down to the Ags plays. Like I mean, maybe the first level 5 is a coin flip, but later it all comes down to can they draw Midnight Pulses in different places? Can they save their Phoenixes? Can they, like when somebody's supernovaed and an Enigma starts casting a black hole, that's a guy not attacking. That egg's probably gonna live. Like if an egg comes off, it's gonna explode and it could cause a cascading reaction. Maybe the black holes become less useful.
That's a lot of
There's
ifs.
a lot of potential. I mean, it's easier. The Enigma could just roll up and be like 5-man black hole, it's over. But
Yeah.
It goes from 9 to 12 seconds. So you're talking about it maxes out Midnight Pulse first, so it's got to be 11 seconds for the first
Already?
round, 12
Oh
seconds
my
for the
God.
rest. I mean, I'm banking, like, I was hemming and hawing earlier. I ended up going Enigma at the end simply because I think that the second or third round, one of the times they're going to get a black hole off.
Yeah.
one of the times they're going to catch a decent number of Phoenixes, they're just going to die at the Midnight Pulse. No one really needs to right-click from that point in time. Even if only like 1 or 2 eggs goes off, I think the Enigmas will be able to still win that.
Do they have
Well,
eggs
don't
usually too on Enigma?
I don't think they have Ags, but they definitely have Refresher.
Okay.
Don't forget, Phoenix does damage to himself when he
Yeah,
casts
that
abilities.
is
and you're
something to-
doing that plus Midnight Pulse, you're losing a lot of life just immediately.
Something not to forget.
But I think the important factor is Malefice is actually still crucial here, because if you get a stun on them at the right time, it could interrupt their, hey, we really need a supernova moment. And if that gets interrupted and people start dying, then it's a bad thing. But at least with supernova, they're refreshing their cooldowns and they're refreshing their health. So that could counteract some of the things. So it's going to be a really close match, I think.
John,
I-
let's pump it back a bit. This is just the first round. Remember, it is a best of 3.
Yeah.
You know, I know we'll at least get to see some ultimates here, but what about just the level 5? There's no ultimates involved whatsoever.
It's
Depends on stacking.
It's got to be the spells that stack versus the spells that
So
don't
it's Mal.
stack.
This is
Enigma.
Midnight Pulse. This is Enigma Shutout.
I think so.
I think it's a much higher chance that Enigma wins round 1, but Phoenix could, depending on some crazy shit happening with like dives and like them being separated with Malefices, maybe.
Yeah, we
Maybe
run
Phoenix
this
wins?
simulation 10 times. I bet Enigma wins at least 9 of them.
9. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
maybe.
that high. Like you literally have to Malefice like multiple Phoenixes as they're in the dive part
Yeah.
outside of Midnight Pulse. That just seems.
And they're probably going to do the same one. If anything.
Yeah.
What if one Phoenix dives in and they all cast like Midnight Pulse on top of the Enigmas, and then the Phoenixes from range then use their spells? Like there's, I would say maybe 8, 7 or
That's-
8.
I
Like,
just
9
think
seems a little high.
If
to me,
you're
but-
saying a lot of ifs, the other bot's probably going to
yeah,
win.
I agree. That's definitely the safer thing to do here at Bot TI is just
Yeah.
throw a dart at a board and call yourself an analyst, which is basically what we do anyways.
I've
But
been doing that for 15 years.
We'll go over this for 30 minutes. They go out there. They don't even cast the spell you were talking about
They
for
might not.
10 of the minutes, and then you move on with your life. So let's go ahead and check out our first match
baby.
of the top 16. Bring it on.
I mean, he's an anomaly. You don't beat anomalies.
Yeah, if this was a fist fight.
It's over.
Actually, well, Phoenix is.
He's in half fist.
I just want to confirm this is double elimination, right? So even if one of these guys goes down, if it's your favorite, it's okay. They'll have a second
Yep,
chance.
there is a second chance.
These two guys are pretty highly ranked in my opinion. I don't know. I like Phoenix a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Phoenix
the split.
being the 16th seed is only as a result of.
Okay.
All right, they're
it's
dead.
Midnight
It's
Pulses.
dead. Oh.
They do the dive.
Oh, the
but
Malefice interrupts it.
half of
Oh.
them returned, though.
It's-
Okay.
They got a kill, though. This might be the first kill.
Yep,
They did get one.
You know, that wasn't the Malefice actually hurt them in a way
lot.
because it interrupted the dive, which they wouldn't have canceled it because they're dumb bots. But it's not extremely one-sided. But yeah, that was pretty much an ideal for if something happens, more or less, and it
Yeah.
still was bad.
So the Enigma can bleed.
He can.
That's the first time he's died.
That
I
was the
think, in
most
this
damage
tournament.
he's taken. It's still like when you look at it on paper, it feels like a convincing win, but we have seen Enigma's history, and that was a little rough for his debut. A little rough.
But this is top 16.
Top 16.
You are playing. You're not playing versus these bounty hunters and snipers.
Nope.
You're playing like the qualifiers are over. This is main event, right? Like
Yeah, big time.
you're not playing the Void Boys. You're not playing the Team Wars anymore. You're playing the Phoenixes.
Yeah. This would be first seed. So come TI, this is like your Virtus Pro,
Yeah.
moving right out of the gate right now. And Virtus Pro, like, oh, they got that game 1 win, but it wasn't that convincing.
And they have magic resistance talent.
All right, let's look at this one now.
Yeah,
The
that's
second
rough.
round. Reminder, everybody, it means they get level 15 and 10K net worth of items to buy. Most of these items are the most popular pickups according to Dota Buff and Pub Stats. So these items are because of you guys out there.
I'm disgusted by this Phoenix skill build, I'd like to say. I wish that was 4 Sunrays and not 4 dives, but it's okay. Can't win them all.
Same goes for the items and stats popular based on pubs.
I do like Phoenix's items a lot, though. Both Kaya and Veil are the way to win this. He does all magic damage, amplify that as much as possible. And HP-wise, Phoenix is in a massive lead, 2270 versus the 1370 of Enigma. So,
That's true.
I mean, on paper, if we have something kind of like round 1 with Supernovas, I think the Phoenixes can take it.
It's percentage based, right? Like you have a lot of HP, but then you hit your Fire Spear button, you get hit by a little bit of Midnight Pulse, and all of a sudden your 2.2k HP means nothing because it's all this percentage based damage.
The big downside of the Enigma is that I think he is unlikely to be able to cast Black Hole before any Supernovas cast, right? Because I think the damage that is going off, like because it's happening so quickly on the Phoenix, it's going to trigger the defense mechanism. He's go, okay, we have to pop the Supernova now.
Yeah, from what I remember, he doesn't egg when he dives. He waits till the dive is over as well, which could be a problem. Like he won't dive halfway and then egg. Unless he
I
gets
think there was
Malefice.
one time he did it, yeah.
There was an early egg.
Was
There
there?
definitely was some early eggs in the previous round.
And Phoenix is also missing an axe here. He's got a Halberd, which is potentially okay in a normal circumstance. Not going to matter here. But
Yeah.
I wish that was an Ags for Phoenix's sake. If it was, I would feel a lot more confident about the Phoenix pick. But I could just see an Enigma jumping in. Like, it felt like the Phoenixes in the last they ran in, they got 5 Midnight Pulse. Yeah. I could definitely see an Enigma in that moment, maybe using a blink and black holing, and then the fight's just over.
Yeah, they dive into the black hole.
Or even just don't dive. Like, they meet, the first like Midnight Pulses go down, one of them ends up blink black holing, fight's over. Guaranteed. So
another small thing is they do have Guardian Greaves, which they can remove Fire Spirits to right-click the egg.
That's true.
Very unlikely that it actually is effective enough, but we'll see.
I can't remember if I've seen Guardian Greaves used. They use Pipe and Hood and all that stuff like it's nothing at all, but I don't know if I've seen that animation happen yet.
I think I like that point, though. Normally, the heal's not going to stack, obviously, because the first one that goes off prevents the next ones, but every single Enigma can use it as a dispel. But the one thing going for Phoenix, though, what it kind of looks like is the way that the Fire Spirits work is they check to see, like, does somebody have Fire Spirits? If not, throw Fire Spirits. So I think even if it does get dispelled, they'll probably throw another one if it's available, but probably won't hit everybody.
It's pretty much the only way it's good for Enigma is if for some reason the Guardian Greave pop doesn't happen until after Supernova goes down.
Oh, it's really good against Veil, though, because Veil is not like a full uptime. If they dispel all the Veils, for example, that could make a big difference.
Let's see if it does. Round 2 underway here. Will this be an Enigma 2-0 shutout sending Phoenix to the lower bracket? Or is Phoenix going to try to get us to a round 3?
It's just so many less boxes to check. Like, Enigma just casts 2 abilities and they win. And it's just so much easier for him.
Phoenix definitely has to play his heart out for this match.
And this is the time to do it. Bot TI.
It's got a lot of damage.
Time to shine.
Blink Black Hole.
Whoa, early Supernovas.
Oh my God.
Perfect. There it is.
He baits it out.
How many holes was that? 2?
That was like
Oh my God,
It's over.
Enigma to lose his first round of Bot TI. Phoenix has done it.
Worked out.
The Goliath has been slain.
2 of those bots, man, they did their job. They pressed egg instantly. They got scared as hell.
That was smart. Getting scared is smart.
They pretty much took like no damage. They just instantly supernovaed.
And the one dove out, instantly gets like 2 3-man black hole. Guaranteed the other eggs pop.
That was just smart.
It was the sacrifice.
They definitely did their homework for this matchup. You can see,
crazy.
like they came to it with a plan. Like 2 different bots. Like the fact that if they all pop their supernova, I think they lose because maybe 2 or 3 eggs die there, but no black holes are thrown. Right?
Eggs aren't going to die, surely.
They improvised.
Especially not now.
They came to the playoffs and improvised. That was actually that's oh my goodness.
The
I've never seen
code is
Enigma
adapting.
like that.
The code is evolving. It's quite ridiculous. And already we're down to a round 3 in just our first series. And look at this. Now the Agnums come out now for Phoenix. Man, the first time we saw it, we're like, are they even going to know how to use the Ags mechanic? Did they even program it? They showed us. They showed us they did.
Will they solo egg themselves without egging? Like, will they just double tap it? You know, like if you have eggs, you have to double. Will they double tap it, or will they wait till somebody gets low? That actually could be another problem that actually hurts them here. Like here, based on how the last match went, I just want them to do something similar. Drop the eggs, use your stuff, and you'll clear them out. Especially because the supernova stun duration, we're looking at a 3-second stun.
And that's why I went with Enigma. I only do one of these 2 later rounds to go his way, and it never happens the same way twice. I'm keeping with Golden Rule Bot TI.
Yep.
I'm going to stick with Enigma here just because I don't think the Phoenix is actually going to be able to do something.
So you were
like
Enigma the whole way through?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay, and I did hear from their coach, the Phoenix. If you didn't know, they're coached by a bluebird, which is weird, right? Because they are fiery birds, but they have the Colorado state bird. I don't know. It's a state bird somewhere in the bluebird, and you saw he adapted, and I think he's going to continue to do it. I'm going with Phoenix. I mean, you have a sheep now.
Wait, so you started with Enigma, and then you have now jumped ship to join the Phoenix?
Yes, I am doing Phoenix. I think he does it. Like the 1 seed, you got to topple the Giants eventually. This is the man to do
Convinced off the second round that Phoenix got it. Wow, what a jump.
Dude in the first bracket. I think I'm going to go with Phoenix. I'm a little bit of a Phoenix fanboy in Bot TI here, and I do think the Hex is going to help. Hex the first guy in the front, give you some openings to do your crazy stuff, and hopefully they don't choke with the Ags.
Now, Dakota, I can tell these guys, they did not do their setting for the group stage.
What?
Man, how many Scythe devices have been used in the group stage?
A whole lot of 0 there,
Zero.
sir.
You
a
think
whole lot of 0.
Should have asked, I guess.
We'll see. No.
Think of the mana regen, though.
Watch.
Okay? He's got 12.6 mana regen. That's going to really matter if this fight goes on for a long
This
time.
is the playoffs. You're talking about group stage games still in a TI. A group when we're in the playoffs. I don't know. You're living in the past.
They've been saving strats, dude.
Yeah.
Saving the Hex strat. Nobody else has tried this yet. Bot TI.
They are still easy bots, everyone. It's not like they upgraded them to OpenAI in some way. Just a reminder. But
they learn.
I'm with Enigma on this one. We got 2 Enigma. We got 2 Phoenix. Who's going to be the first to move on? Who's going to be the first to go to the lower bracket?
If seed 1 loses this early, what an upset.
What an upset.
You're holding that Bluebird coach to very high esteem there.
He is.
Sounds like Bulba.
I mean,
Bulba Bluebird.
Bulba Bluebird.
I didn't want to say it. I don't know. I'm feeling it. Shivas go out right away normally, right?
Shivas
Yeah.
are always
Always
really,
that's what I
really
thought.
There's just
successful.
so much damage advantage on Phoenix outside of the Midnight Pulse.
Here we
but
go.
we'll see.
Blink Black Hole, please.
There's an early egg. That's good.
Oh, it's
that's
Barfman.
good.
Get wrecked.
That's good.
Do
Yes.
something, Phoenixes.
I think they're
All right,
good.
Game's over. It's over.
Maybe.
Same thing doesn't happen
God.
twice. Cat.
Refresh
There's
Black
no
Hole.
way. It's over.
Wait. Oh no.
Refresh.
The Guardian Greaves.
Use the Greaves.
Oh yes. I
Refresh.
think we're in a good spot.
Refresh.
The Sun Ray.
Refresh.
What channel? Oh, not like
Anything.
this.
It's two.
Oh, the hell
Yes,
is
yes.
everything. The
This
save the
isn't
strats,
the group
baby.
stage
Save 'em.
anymore. Damn. That was
Wow.
obvious.
Same thing happened twice, and we saw some new shit. That was great. It was a little close at the end. They got that Greaves
Woo!
regen, but yeah.
All right.
Dude,
Top
that was
16.
actually scary. Oh my goodness. Phoenix does it.
Yeah.
Phoenix moving on. Just like that, or top seed to the lower bracket.
If Enigma has a hood there, they could win that. But
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
a
for
pipe.
sure.
If he has a pipe, totally could help. But they just had too much damage, man.
And they
So it begins.
staggered the eggs like so perfectly. That was
First guy
clutch.
eggs. He's like, oh, I'm
Yep.
I'm first. I'm gonna die. I
I'll
get-
go.
I mean, I feel like Phoenix wins this one. Like, I got nothing to lose. Enigma was expected to be probably the best. I just got to go with the punches. Phoenix did. But, I mean, it's
Wow.
this could be a start of good things to come. Because our upcoming matchup, to be honest, I'm kind of surprised that both these heroes honestly made it to top 16.
Really?
Yep. Before we get right out with it, let's roll the introduction for our first hero for this next set. Or not.
Wait.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, guys, oh my goodness, I feel like we're jumping the gun. I'm getting so excited about the bot matches, but we have a lot of awesome production features here to get in. And believe it or not, we are going to be having a post-match interview. And, I feel like, Grant, you should have a question prepared for this because you're a big fan of the Phoenix, you're a big fan of Blue Jay. So, this is our opportunity. And thanks to Depthcast, by the way, for providing us this portal to be able to speak with the heroes, with the bots, and find out their reactions. Let's send it over now to the winner's interview.
Hello and welcome to the winner's interview. Phoenix, what was the critical thing that led you to the victory over the number 1 seeded Enigma? Okay, all right. Back to you guys.
Wow. Anyone here speak Phoenix?
Purge?
Grant, you're probably the closest thing to
Me?
speak Phoenix, right?
Okay, so I did do some bird studies back in my high school
There it
days,
is.
and what he said was, I heard a few of the panelists were talking trash about how we don't cast items or abilities, and I wanted to prove them wrong. And you know what? He did that.
That's why he saved the scythe for the very the last
That
10%
was a
of the
taunt to
last
you guys.
Enigma. It
He
was
was
straight
taunting
up
you
just
guys.
we don't cast
Yeah.
scythe, huh?
He had no more buttons to press. He's like, I already used my egg, cast fire spirits twice.
It was a
like,
taunt, and I loved
yeah.
it.
Close
Wow.
it out.
Dang. I'm so happy. We're going to have many more of these post-match interviews to come. I'm sure they're going to be gaggle the whole way. So thanks again to Deathcast for providing us that bit of technology there. Awesome stuff. All right, now, without further ado, let's start hyping up our next match here. Let's introduce our first fighter. Those are just a treat. Just a treat. I'm rooting for David myself. David Culley, I believe, was one of the Svens in there.
David
right?
Scully.
David Scully, yeah,
yes.
I've heard. He's a single father. He's fighting for a lot, you know. He's
And
got
that's
a lot of
just a
Sven's
feel-good.
babies out there, you
It's
know.
a
He's got a
feel-good.
good feel-good story right
Wow.
there. Who else is your Sven favorite?
I don't know. They're all just great. I was checking the countries. It's cool to see somebody from everywhere in different
Truly
parts
the
of the
international, right?
world.
Truly the
Yeah,
international.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see those 5 stacks anymore.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I mean, I'm personally surprised. There's a lot of members from the USA, and I thought we were pretty weak in the the bots, but
Nah.
turns out no, we're
no,
not.
everyone gets to represent.
We
They,
own.
they have their own easy bot they shove out there, you know.
Yep.
Maybe there's that one Phoenix who put the egg. That was probably, that could have been Denmark right there who just saved those black holes for you, and then USA will come in from behind and clean things up for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
careful
claim-
there, Grant.
claim
You're
the
gonna
credit.
get the American crowd here start chanting USA just like normal TI.
Yep,
All
you're
right.
welcome.
So we got Sven in one corner. Let's introduce our second prize fighter. It's going to be a hard one. The nerves of young Allen out of Canada, 19 years old.
Yeah,
Poor things are all so damn hideous. I wish we could see their face, but they're just so hideous, that mask, and, you understand.
You know what's incredible is that when they spin that rapidly and Omni-Slash around like that, then the mask doesn't come off. You think it would fall off, but they probably make sure that it's on real tight, because if it came off, they'd probably be, put to death or something.
Yeah, considering it's completely forbidden, I would guess that this is like a sort of glued-on feature. Like, they really want to make sure that
it's probably a passing the man. Like they just adhere it to their face, like a serious Juggernaut welding. Just like it's so bad, just cover it.
So you think even after the day's over, it's just always on there? They don't take it off or anything?
I don't think so.
What if they have like a beautiful child? Does that kid not have to wear the mask? Is that how that works?
I mean, when they're 16, then they just they do it over. I'm sure.
Just to be safe, probably.
Yeah, I mean that's a tradition. Unless he doesn't want to be a fighter, I guess.
Gotta respect it.
Sure. But that's a lot on the Juggernaut lore, guys. We have his matchup against Sven, another masked bearer. So let's break down the matchup. They have a history. Here are the votes. Let's break down the numbers here. And it's looking pretty favorite for Jug coming into it right now.
Which is weird, right?
Do you guys think so? So do the bots ever target the healing ward? I know the Jug are very good about casting it, but
yeah, they cast it right out of the gate, and sometimes they do target it on the other side.
Sometimes they do. I think a lot of people are just going to be convinced that the round 1 victory is going to go to Juggernaut just because they have been consistently using their spin.
Yep.
So that shouldn't be a problem. 5 spinning Juggernauts, I feel like that should be able to win the first round. And then it's just hoping that the second or third round, one of the times they're casting Omni-Slash, and then that's fine.
Wow, that was the first time I've agreed with you. That's pretty smart.
The thing is if you're out there and you're hoping for Sven,
he's a loser.
He may not cast Stormbolt. let it be known. If we see Stormbolt, then I would actually start considering Sven a bit more, maybe for second and third round. So.
Well, one thing good about bots usually is that they're extremely good at stacking stuns. Or that they don't usually stack stuns super heavily. They're very good at like chain stunning essentially. So with Sven having this many points in Stormhammer, if this guy does not stack his stun or chain stun correctly, he is going to lose. So it kind of depends on like how many Jugs spin. Maybe there's like one dead guy. He's gonna tank some Stormhammers. If that's the case, maybe Jug just cleans it out.
I mean, I'm definitely going Jug for this first round, but I am beginning to rethink. I think Sven might actually just, because this is going to turn into probably just a brawl, a right-click battle, where neither Omni-Slash nor Stormbolts are being casted.
That's
then
true.
Sven just right-clicking Jugs with Cleave and having better stats. I think he might actually win the second and third round.
Depends on the item build, though. Because in previous matches, Jug was going Battle Fury. It is a very common pub build. Battle Fury is going to give you, 40% cleave. Sven is around 70. So he's got a huge cleave advantage. But Jug does have a much lower BAT. If he gets an Omni-Slash off, like all these splashes are essentially armor ignoring pure damage, more or less. So things like Warcry technically don't matter. And Sven's weren't even reliable using their ultis. So, but maybe Jug will run and try to use his ult and get stunned first and died. It's hard to say.
But maybe this first round might be a bit of a tell. I mean, maybe Sven's been holding back in the group stages all the way up to this point, like Phoenix, and is suddenly just kind of spread new wings. We'll have to see. So, prediction-wise, you said Jug. Are we all pretty Jug favorites?
I'm saying
Jug for the first round.
Jug for the first round.
Just for the first round,
yeah.
I'm
we'll
revisit the predictions.
Well, you guys afraid to throw down your bet on the line before you see anything? You got to see round 1 first?
All
Is that how you get
I think Sven takes it 2-1.
I mean, I just want to be right on as many rounds as possible.
Okay.
So I'm starting off with Juggernaut.
Give me your this round and your overall.
Okay, fine. It's going to be Jug, Sven.
That's what I said.
Okay, I think it'll be.
That's smart.
That's because we're the smartest men on the panel.
I think it's going to be Jug, and it'll be over.
Jug.
This guy even won? I mean, you were right on the Phoenix, but let me say why you're wrong now.
Okay.
Blade Masters, they're good with swords, but do swords cut through armor?
Yeah, when you cleave. and they buy Battle Fury.
Shit,
so.
he's right. It seems rough, right? Because if they even cast one Warcry, like Juggernauts at 15 are going to be useless. But
unless they have Cleave and are hitting. That's what all it comes down to.
Isn't the Cleave still based off of the person that you're hitting, and then from there it's pure?
Nope, it's based on how much damage you do. That's why you can hit an invulnerable creep. You can hit him like as long as you're hitting anything. The cleave you do is based on your hero's damage. Nothing else.
All right, John. We'll continue this theorizing of future rounds. Let's just make sure we're all good with our first round prediction of Jug at least. Let's bring on first round, level 5.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Some good training.
The bottle
The
opener.
crowd has come alive now.
Sven's
and they're ready
basically
for some bot TI action.
Other than his name, he's the closest you can get to an American character. It's like a happy, like he's a knight, you know, like of course they're gonna.
I thought that was Pudge.
Pudge is, yeah, you're not wrong. It's maybe number 3 in the row of American heroes. But
All right, here they go.
That's
Immediate
all.
wards as always. A
Oh,
stun.
oh my!
One
Hello?
stun.
all right, there's a spin.
One spin.
But he's dead.
Yeah, he will definitely.
No
die.
one-
No other
I'll let
spins?
They
this.
need the rest of them to
One
spin right
spin.
now.
All right, yeah.
They are getting way too low.
They're taking turns. They don't want to stack their
Oh,
spin
wait.
damage, guys.
What the hell?
Oh!
This could.
They've got him on the run.
They
Oh, they know to run away.
from the spin.
All right, it's actually over.
Oh, he got one though.
Are we
The
all
heal-
gonna
yes,
keep
them
the
alive?
healing ward,
They're
baby.
too split up now.
That's good.
This last
Let's see
stun.
Storm
All right,
Hammers.
that's it.
Oh, Jug
Thank you.
barely pulls it back.
That was.
Just as shaky as ever with these guys, right? My God, they
was a
just
bug
don't know
punch.
what they want to do
That was
out
stressful.
That was real stressful.
there. They're always stressful to watch.
If they just all spun, it was just over. But instead, they're like, we'll start spinning when we're at 150 health, because then we're in trouble. So it seems like they're not spinning out of offensive reasons. Seems defensive.
Yeah, man, that was.
And Sven is not setting off. He doesn't set off the damage. If it's a Midnight Pulse or something, then they would spin because they're like, oh, we're all taking damage. But in this, where it's like they focus one guy, he gets low, then he spins. Not a recipe for success.
It seems like the spin activation is a little bit a survival mechanism.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're just dropping a bit too low. I don't
Or
know.
they could be like, oh, this is an intel-based hero I'm going against, thus maybe support. I will Blade Fury aggressively at them. Like, we just don't know.
Yeah, it could be based
anything.
on. Yeah, you're definitely right. Like, oh, Sven has twice my HP. Maybe I need to play this safe. Yeah, who knows how it works?
No.
Yeah.
Sometimes we give like not too much credit to the bots, but sometimes they will react in ways that you may be surprised by. But now we got ultimates in equation here. Sven on one side looking to run, and hopefully he casts God's Strength. We'll be lucky if he casts a stun in some way. But overall, we're expecting serious right-click damage with Cleave. And then Jug's side, they could run in and possibly all cast Omni Slash or not at all. That's the biggest question mark by far, I'd feel, is the Omni Slash. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, the Omni is definitely going to be a lot. And would a low HP Jug cast Omni Slash, for example? I think the other thing that really hurts Sven in this matchup is that some of the bots might cast Massive Madness as their reaction. And when they do that, that means no other skills and lower armor. So even easier for them to die.
We've been talking about that, but it seems like most of the bots cast all their abilities before they pop Mask of Madness.
Really? I watched some of the. There were early matches against maybe bad heroes, but it seemed like they were inconsistent.
I mean, I haven't seen a single match where they've lost because a hero casted Mask of Madness and wasn't able to.
That's because they dumpstered some bad heroes, though. You know, they didn't actually have real competition. It's like playing
Also,
opens as EG
okay.
or something.
But they knew they were playing against garbage, so you know.
Okay.
I'm not.
Much like the Phoenix, you know,
Yeah.
he sunk down to the level of the opponent he was facing until Enigma.
I don't want to be someone to question. These guys are at TI, right? And I'm not. I'm just an analyst.
Yeah,
But how are you
they're
going to
the
do
real
Echo
performers.
Saber and Mask of Madness? This is not 2016. Like, both of them, I'm just saying, I still think Sven's going to win. And they are at TI. I shouldn't question their ability to do what they do, but
The Bofa
feels
strat,
weird.
you know?
yeah.
They got it.
Just farm faster.
I don't know. I still think it's going to be 2-1 for Sven. I think
Sven?
Sven's going to take it these next two.
I think he's going to cast God's Strength
Yes.
at
and
some
that's
point
good.
in time,
And you have Cleave.
and that's fine. And I'm not sure if the Juggernauts, especially considering their behavior before, where they're dropping low, they cast spin. Well, they're low. They cast spin. They can't pop Omni Slash.
Thank God those Svens got so scared that they just left. They're
Yeah.
like,
see
this
ya.
is a lot of spins. Let's
Yeah.
Delta split and not go back to the middle.
Yeah.
I'm less confident in Jug now, but I still think it's a slightly higher chance of a 2-0. But Sven could just womp him over with like a chain stun with a couple hits. If the Jugs don't react with some Omnis or something, it could be Sven. But I'll say Jug.
We'll see if Jug manages to cast the Omni Slashes or not. Could be a rough road if he tends to choke. Let's check out round number 2.
Dakota, who you taking, bud?
I was favoring Jug. I'm just pulling that he's going to get the Omni Slashes here by a stroke of luck here.
And he's got armadillos in here. Come on.
So come on.
Just one blink by Sven ruins it, I'm pretty sure.
And Sven's using the fear set, dude. This is so American.
One blink
Show me
forward.
the ult.
Let's go, baby.
Oh,
get him.
my God.
None of them used their ultimates. They
true.
just all pop Mask of Madness, and then on the other side, Jug actually did nothing. He didn't even cast Healing Ward that time. It was nighttime, though. Was that why maybe they cast it last game? They saw the enemy, they're like, oh, let's Healing Ward. I'm not sure.
Could be.
That was really, they did nothing. That was,
Neither-
they choked.
neither
They
of
knew
them did
exactly
anything.
what was
They
going to happen.
choked.
They knew Jug would cast nothing, so they're like, we don't need to
have
cast
to.
anything.
All right, so how do we convince Jug lovers out there to stick with the man in round
don't.
3? How do you do that?
Oh, there's a butterfly.
That could,
Evasion.
could matter. I think if they miss, they don't cleave. I might be wrong.
I
on
believe
that.
you're right. You're right.
So, but realistically, he's also got a Daedalus. This could be a two-shot.
Yes.
I am jumping ship, boys. I am all Sven
Yeah.
here riding out.
That's
this
smart.
This is Sven,
Sven.
on the round 3. The guy is very big, very bad, and Jug is just shaking in his boots, not casting spells.
If he doesn't cast his spells, he loses. It's very clear. And
Even
that
if he
was a super
casts his
choke.
Yeah,
spin,
at
right?
this
Spin
point.
is bad to cast now. Like, Jug has to
Yes.
cast maybe even just ultimate
Well,
healing ward, and spin's bad. I just think
If he
spin's really
spins, does
bad.
he also attack the enemy? If so, he would still get cleave.
That's
And his attack speed is not
His
bad
attack
now.
speed
Now
is
that he's
definitely
finally gotten a
half.
butterfly and an SNY. That was one thing I was really worried about last fight.
a
But yeah,
lifesteal
you know what?
on
If I'm
Sven,
wrong
though.
in this, I don't even feel bad because then Jug just choked, and you can't predict chokes at TI. Well, you can.
Well,
They're
I
pretty
did.
common.
I
but-
predicted a 2-1. I knew this. This was before you Purge. You were the one who asked me what would happen. I said 2-1 before, and this is. I guarantee it. If any, I guarantee.
you were
it.
just banking that
You guaranteed it'll be a
Allen was
2-1.
going to be
Yeah,
a choke
for
artist.
Sven.
You know, Trent gave us a lot of grant guarantees on the group stage, and
Yeah.
now we've got the man himself.
Yeah. This is a
Do you
grand
lower
grant.
your rate, by the way, just to like allow BTS to have you here? Is
Yeah,
that what
I
happened?
decided I was like, I could be doing this, watch from home. Obviously, like winning the $0 prize pool you get for predicting, but I decided to come and
Yep.
share the knowledge. I already called Phoenix. I've already called Sven. Even
What
though
else
that
do you
didn't
want
happen.
from him?
This
What
is like
else?
charity
He
work,
already shut
Yeah.
up.
right?
This is
Yeah.
like I'm just cleaning up right now.
Yeah. We had to pay extra to get the suit on. We couldn't afford how much to get a tie. So it's just, we got what we could. All right, guys, here it is. Round 3. Everyone is riding with Sven on this one. No one's riding Jug.
I'm gonna
You guys
tentatively
ride or
stick
die?
to Jug, but
Tentatively.
Yeah.
We don't tentatively stick with anything here.
technically he should win, just like Phoenix.
He should
If
technically
he
win.
casts, if he casts any of his spells,
Unless
this
the
time.
bot
We'll see.
chokes. Sure. All
He
right.
should, unless he's dumb like he has been
has-
for the past
He has
2
any-
rounds.
if we get 2 Omni Slashes and the Svens are clumped, they could win.
And he,
Now, winner moves on to face Phoenix.
and he has the 25% lifesteal on Sven too, which is super good if Jug doesn't cast abilities.
He's got like 40 armor. It's not gonna be that much lifesteal.
But Mask Man is plus 25%.
Oh, that's right, dude. Oh, they're spraying. up.
Good
There's
lord.
Ghost Strength.
End their lives.
Oh, look at that Omni Slash, guys.
Wait. Oh my god.
See
He
how
almost
close that was?
1v5?
That was one Omni Slash, and he almost killed them.
And they didn't run away from each other, which is kind of weird. I thought they would do the same from the spin, where they're like, "Oh, we're taking damage, run away."
They
But
they
no,
did the
stuck
math. They're
around.
like, hey, we have 4,000 HP. I think we're gonna be okay, guys. Hit him.
But
So I was right. If they had 2 Omni Slashes,
I
they would have
I
won.
was right.
They would have won.
I was
There was
right.
only one Omni Slash that they lost. I was right.
In a
Purge just
simulation.
cannot sense the weakness in players like we can, and we saw
Yeah.
weakness out of
You
Juggernaut.
have to know who's going to crumble. Like, is this RTZ TI4? You don't know. It could be.
All right.
Did
well,
you pick TI4 for one reason or another, or could it have been?
It could have been any TI.
all right. It sounds like we have actually a winner's interview. Thanks to Depthcast, we have the opportunity to speak with Sven himself. Let's get a word with him and hop in.
Hello,
What-
Sven. Would you say that the size of the sword matters?
Yeah, I'd certainly say the size of the sword is really what matters. But certainly Juggernaut choking and not casting Omni Slash was a big win for us for sure. A big one.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Sven.
Doesn't really sound like what I'd expect, but
He's
he
a
can
winner.
perform.
I mean, he
can
was
perform.
also half the height that I expected. I don't know.
Ken is just a monster in the interview box
Yeah,
for sure.
wow.
But oh well.
That was, Sven, like, everyone said, he's been bad, right? Almost the whole thing, but he's still in the winner's bracket, like, top 8 now. Like, can't fault that. Doesn't matter how bad you suck as long as you make it.
Might be part of his humble attitude. He even
Yeah.
pointed out to his enemies' mistakes there in that post-game interview.
And you could play him in losers again.
That's right. Remember, no one's eliminated. We got a lower bracket. These bots deserve it for the competition they've already put to the table already. I can't tell yet who they'll face in the lower bracket, but this does mean in the next round for the quarterfinals, Phoenix is going to be taking on Sven. We don't have to dabble too much about that, but that's going to be a crazy one for sure. All right. Let's get into our next matchup now. Let's introduce our first competitor of our third series. Abaddon, find out from the shadows. Janez still competing, 125.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The oldest in the tournament, I think, and good for him.
Good for him.
Who would have thought that you could have a player that old while also still respecting your 18-year-old teammate?
That's
just
right.
incredible. That's probably like their great-great-great-grandchildren or child or something.
Wasn't the oldest. There was a Phoenix player who was around 700 year olds.
Oh, it was like
think
no,
so.
8,000 plus.
Yeah,
well, Enigma did have an
years-
unknown, so he could theoretically be, centuries old.
Bird years are like dog years?
Bird years are like dog years.
Okay.
So the bird was actually like 4.
It depends how you count it. Is it the same Phoenix when they reincarnate from the egg?
Oh, that's true.
Is that a new life? Is it the same one?
AC, BC, Phoenix? We don't even know.
When you copy a Microsoft Word file to another server, is that the same file? Is it?
Yes.
Wait, is it?
Is it?
It's the same Phoenix.
Did you accept the terms? I guess so. All right, so
I
in
just
the
wrote
other
that.
corner, facing off against Abaddon, is Bloodseeker. Only hero that begins with B and ends with Bloodseeker. That's true.
That's true.
Fun fact right there. They're digging deep to fill out those little title cards on these intros.
That must have been the last one they did because they didn't put quite as much effort into that one.
No. A lot of old dogs on that team, though.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes.
He's out of prison.
Out of prison.
Ready
I think
to
he's
play
even
Bot
older
TI.
than 40. Isn't he older than 47?
I think Wesley's like 60 now.
I was a big fan of Blade. So.
But during Blade times, he was 47.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that, though, does that waver maybe some of your predictions? Because going into it, it's a heated matchup. Abaddon versus
Wrong.
Bloodseeker.
Whoa. This is
Look
so wrong.
how one-sided this is. And Grant, I got to hear this. You're already saying it's wrong. Abaddon coming into this heavy favorite.
Yeah,
top
it's a
16.
2-1 for Bloodseeker. Obviously, ABBA is going to win. Let someone else talk while I get my
I got
thoughts, because this is
All
wrong.
right.
This is
Bloodseeker,
wrong.
I think Bloodseeker will win round 1 probably, and only because he's got AoE damage, which is Grace Pure, and once it does the damage, it silences. And once that happens, every Abaddon is silenced. That means no more aphotic shield for at least the next 7-8 seconds. And if they get low enough from that burst, Bloodseeker's going to clean up. Once Abaddon gets his ulti, who knows? Then shit gets crazy.
For me, I'm kind of okay with Bloodseeker for the first round, more because it does pure damage. I think most of the Abaddons have been costing a Aphotic Shield before.
Yeah, I would anticipate Bloodseeker's
But-
going to eat a Wrath of Shield Blasts.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And have to clean up and get health back from killing the Abaddons.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
that's the dangerous part, is that because you don't, like, any of these nuking style heroes are going to be a lot better against the Bloodseeker, just because you don't have a threat of one of them being able to kill and then heal off of that.
Yeah.
And Abaddon's such a slow hero in that regard that I think the first round, a bunch of damage goes down, they all get thirst, and one of them's going to kill one of the Abaddons and heal up. Yeah, that'll be a big
That's
win.
a good point. I mean, it's 170 damage per aphotic, right? And that'll be 5 times that. So
Yeah.
if Bloodseeker can survive through that, he'll be okay.
812 life.
It's not great. Like, it's going to be tops close. But if he can survive that burst, like you said, and get 1 lifesteal heal, then it'll be okay. But
I'm sticking with Bloodseeker just because I think
Same.
my boy Wesley Snipes here, he's
good.
going to be the one.
he's
He's the all-star player here.
Yep.
Right? He's going to come through. I think he's going to be what carries the team. He's going to be that one guy who survives, gets the kill, and then heals and just kills the rest of them.
And you can't forget, they have a big contingent of female followers. Edward Cullen, like, he brings the ladies to root for him. And having the crowd behind you, like, it does mean something. So I think Bloodseeker takes this one.
They've got the leadership as well in Vlad.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is really a well-built team around each
other.
It is.
It's not about the individuals. It's about what the individuals coming together as a team.
I'm jumping ship. I think it's going to be Abaddon. I did some math.
He's doing math over here.
If every single Abaddon casts his shield on himself, well, that's 850 AoE damage.
Yeah.
And Bloodseeker, if he does his job right, is probably going to Blood Rage himself and increase that by 25. He's fucking dead.
Wow.
Instantly.
I don't think
if they all cast their shield. If they don't, and Bloodseeker can barely heal through it, and Wesley Snipes can pull them to victory like he normally does, and yes, Bloodseeker can win it, but I'm not as confident. If Bloodseeker just had like a treads or something, maybe, but
a few more branches.
I'm not feeling it.
Who knows? Maybe this one branch is actually going to turn into 6.
Yeah,
which
you never
any
know.
extra stats is going to help the Bloodseeker.
I'm back on my
as
BS.
we saw from Branchgate.
Yep.
Which he shouldn't even be here at all.
I've been assured that these should match.
Actually, I'm going to bed because I hate Bloodseeker for winning that scandal.
But do you really want to ruin your own stats
yes,
when you know what's going to happen?
I'm going to take the moral high ground here, Grant.
All right.
I don't think this man deserves to be here at BATI,
well,
let alone win a single round.
He is. You mad?
Oh, I'm mad.
I'm back on my BS, the Bloodseeker. Let's go.
I'm with you on Bloodseeker. So it sounds like I got 2 Abaddon, 1 Bloodseeker. Let's go ahead and check out round 1 match. No borrowed time to fall back on.
One branch cap.
Yeah, but does the Bloodseeker have one branch?
The Bloodseeker has a Divine Rapier. Why?
It's got an AC or something.
Nope, there we go.
All right. It looks like a fair matchup.
And it's nighttime. This favors Bloodseeker. It's over. I don't even have to watch. Yeah, watch and learn.
Yeah, maybe. All depends how many shields get cast, how many Blood Rages. Blood Rights are coming out, that's for sure, right?
I think they're just instantly dying.
I think they Blood Rage a little late.
In position early. Blood Rights are out. 2 shields already popped.
Oh, that is good.
God. It's facts.
Wow.
Straight facts.
A dominating performance from Snipes. We haven't seen him do that good since he was playing for the Night Stalkers. Now he's on the Bloodseeker, showing the same tenacity. It's amazing.
Did you guys see what happened there?
Yeah,
they stacked
I saw
shields.
Yes. Yeah.
And
as a result, they blew up as soon as they got recast because of the same ability. So the first, basically all 5 shields, they didn't hit all 5 heroes. It just hit like 1 or 2 Bloodseekers. And as a result, they didn't have as much damage production. But that's that's BATI. They didn't know to be, oh, hey, we should use this on each person individually. That's why they got stomped there. So, yeah. All right.
We got ultimates, though.
Oh, my God.
We got
It's 2-0
time.
Bloodseeker. It is guaranteed 2-0. No. It's
No.
Who's been right? I have guessed every single one right. And you're looking, well, he has an ulti. How is the ulti going to get cast when the Abba kills himself on Blade Mill and then he dies to the pure damage of W before his life can even proc the ulti? It's a guaranteed 2-0. Guaranteed.
How is it going to...
I don't think it'll...
Okay.
He would have to do, like... He would have to do like 800 damage to himself, not even including Aphotic Shield. He would have to do like 1,000 damage to himself before the Blood Rights all go off at the same time.
You're a 40% guesser going against a 100% guesser. I'm just...
Hey, it's time for my
weird.
comeback. It's definitely a bad. You are definitely losing this one.
Okay.
I think it's more likely to be Abaddon, yeah. I don't think they're going to be able to burst him through. Like, all the Blood Rights would have to hit the same time or something, right? Maybe Rupture will do something real weird, but...
I could see that happening if Abaddon was like 1,000 HP, but he's got 1,700. There's no way he dies. He gets down to like 900 HP before the Blood Rights all proc at the same time. I don't see that.
If they proc at the same time, if they don't stagger them.
You guys, I really do appreciate you guys as fellow analysts, but there's always got to be that one cherry on top that everyone reaches for.
Yeah.
And I'm okay being that cherry.
Yeah. Grant, I'll do you the favor, all right? I will let you stick with it alone. So that way when you win, you can have it all by yourself. I'm with Abaddon for sure.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, Abaddon. Yeah.
So let's see how things work out for round 2. Level 15, 10K of items.
Please, Bloodseeker, I need this.
Will Bloodseeker move on to the next round?
I mean, as long as the Blade Mails are on when Blood Right hits, it's gonna be a swing surely. Because then Bloodseeker's gonna start attacking all fast, and then instantly Abaddon heals, and Thirst is gone. At that point, Bloodseeker's just gonna run down. Like, Aphotic, the ulti will counter Blade Mails.
Blade Mails, they return.
It wasn't
the borrowed
that's
time.
That's a good cheering.
And it leaves
Get in there.
Here we go.
Oh yeah, that was a close one. The crowd really got hyped.
Yeah, they did.
It looked scary.
They missed time. That's on me. I didn't actually think that was gonna happen, but
did any of the Abaddons die there?
No.
The one guy got kind of low.
That's a grand guarantee for you.
Yeah.
5-0.
Slaps the hood. That's a grand guarantee. All right. Well, Grant, are you going to be sticking with your boy
It's
Bloodseeker?
Bloodseeker, baby! No, he does have a silver edge, but I doubt that's getting used.
In the way we hope.
Well,
So if you get hit by Silver Edge, will it go off automatically? It does not, right?
no, you have to manually cast it. Yes,
Okay. So
it could happen.
they probably won't manually cast it, but from what I've seen from Shadow Blades, the way the bots use them is they use them defensively when they're about to die, and then they'll break it. So I assume it kind of depends on the timing, right? Like if Bloodseeker gets low first, and then invises, then breaks, then kills before the ult goes
They
off,
won't
maybe.
do that,
But
I don't think.
yeah, they're gonna for Bloodseeker to be low. The Aphotic shield or the Abandon ult borrow time's already off.
Just
It's
look
going
at
off.
the items.
You've got
too.
their shield health. I think that's like
That too.
a massive victory for Abaddon.
And an Assault Kiros and a Vlad's. Like, look at your armor. That is nuts. With evasion,
Yeah.
Bloodseeker, I'm sorry. You let me down.
Yep.
It's Abba.
Yeah, he let me down when he cheated in the group stage. This guy deserves to go out.
If he was cheating,
Abaddon
wouldn't he
2-1.
be disqualified?
Listen, just because he slipped some money to Luminous over there.
Yeah, but look at this. Bloodseeker even sold his blade mail. Both players actually sold their blade mail here.
We're not
Well,
allowing blade mail.
Yeah.
Bugatti, you know.
Yeah,
How come we had blade mail last round?
There is blade mail only permitted for one round, round 15,
one
and
of
then
the
they take
three,
it away.
okay.
It was
I
just
see.
too damn OP for both rounds. Heroes would be moving through based on blade mail alone, is what I'm getting at here. Also, BKB, for those who didn't know, is also banned. That's why we're never seeing BKB. No Bickup allowed here.
If they just,
Sometimes Bugatti can make a right decision.
Sometimes.
That isn't totally influenced by.
why didn't
money.
they stack it right last round? But we're past last round. Sorry.
The salt, it's okay. The salt comes
Yeah.
back at times. That way it's like, "Rah!" And then you gotta suppress it. Suppress it, Grant.
It has to be Abba.
Suppress
right?
it.
Like, there's no way Bloodseeker wins this.
All of his talents are insanely valuable here. All of Bloodseeker's talents are like okay, but not incredible. Like I don't see Bloodseeker winning this one. He's not going to survive through borrowed time. It's so hard.
All right. Think we'll see what's gonna happen here. All of us for Abaddon. Let's see if
Going for
Bloodseeker out there and Bloodseeker fans have any sort of holding hope.
They messed up their chance. They don't deserve to go through. I'll be the one to say it. They're a garbage team. Wesley Snipes,
Ooh.
he's
Washed up.
washed up.
Washed up, huh?
He's washed up.
Never same since Branchgate.
Yep. Don't even start me on Edward. We all were Jacob.
All right.
Got one of them.
Fighting.
They did get one of them. Oh, this is not looking too bad.
They're
They're life
healing.
stealing. All right, now they're using Mist Coils and more new round shields.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
That guy was invis.
It wasn't bad. They got one.
We got one.
It looked a little close for a moment there.
They did the thing, right?
Did he
where
get
they
Silver Edge
bursted.
procced?
No, he just got bursted through because all 5 W's hit at once. And that's what I thought was going
Was
to
it?
happen in the other one.
Are you
but-
sure you didn't get braked or something?
No, I'm definitely not sure. But
Because it did
Absolutely
look like
not.
they were a little staggered on
Maybe.
the blood rights. So
Yeah. I don't know. That was a lot closer than I thought it'd be, honestly. Even though they only killed one, it was a lot closer.
Yeah, I agree.
What about, so do you think that the Abaddon we're seeing here today is an Abaddon that could go all the way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a
All the
top
way.
2. I
Borrowed
think.
time is just broken. It's
Mhm.
broken.
Perfect for
it's,
Bati, it
It's
almost
basically
feels
like reincarnation, except better because you're alive during it and you're healing
doing damage.
while you take damage. So you basically go. It's like a cheese and invulnerability for 7 seconds. Like that's
You can't beat
stupid broken.
invulnerability plus a cheese. Can you?
Maybe the Phoenixes can if they like chain stack eggs for
Dude, you
like
love the Phoenix.
40 seconds. But how many? Who else is going to beat this? Or maybe Enigma if they chain
about a
if they
Zeus?
chain black hole.
Yeah.
You don't think a Zeus can burst? it?
Okay, yeah, burst possibilities.
But we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, that's gonna be
We
hard.
have a winner's interview with none other than the man himself, Abaddon. I'm anxious to hear what he's got to say about this one.
I'm here with Abed. Abed, what's up, man? What is your goal for Bot TI? Are you trying to win all of it or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to win. What are you, an idiot?
Okay, a little offensive there, Abaddon, but back to the desk.
Damn, Abaddon, spicy. He
I like
was
it.
so salty off that first round. You could just sense it right there.
I mean,
I disrespected him.
he did make it look easy.
He did. He does seem like the favorite, right, Cap? Or do you think someone else favored it over him?
yeah, I think so.
Like, he's invulnerable.
The fact that he has the level 25 talent of the Aphotic Shield gives him the damage that he really needs, right? Because some of the other heroes I could see possibly being able to beat him out, even with the extra life that Abaddon has. But the problem is that the shield just does so much damage when it procs. So, like Zeus is with like a whole bunch of Nimbus clouds. If they're all fighting underneath those Nimbus clouds and everything, it's a lot of stuns and stuff, and you won't be able to cast too much. But I still think the Abaddon could actually get off enough damage over time.
Yep.
Yeah.
He has potential to go all the way, but his mightiest match could come in the next round. It's the winner of our next upcoming series. Let's introduce our first fighter. In China, they also refer to him as Zeus. I got that one there at the end. Awesome stuff.
That's one of those tricky words, right? Because Zeus sounds like Z-U-E-S.
Oh, yeah.
Z-E-U-S. That's a tricky
So are you telling
I
me
did that
it
a
should
lot,
be
yeah.
Zeus or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I used to make like thumbnails and stuff, I would always misspell it.
You
I would
do,
always
and
do
you
it the
like
other
look
way.
and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
crap. Yeah.
You before E, except after
It took like
C,
6
classic.
times before I finally was like, I'm gonna mess this up. Okay, yeah, that's the right way to do it. Yeah.
But man, they have all stars. You have the original Zeus bad boy, Ben Wu. The guy has a YouTube video of beating 3 people in one lane.
Everyone's
in
seen
a
that
jungle.
video, Grant.
Yeah,
That's the
what I'm
legend
saying.
right
Like,
there. He invented jungling.
And Liam Neeson? Hello?
Taken?
Even if he
Well,
loses, he's
Hello?
coming back.
Yeah.
I think that's the question, right? Is his daughter in danger? If not, Liam Neeson, he's kind of old. Not sure if he's the bad boy that he used to be.
Didn't he?
True.
Didn't he also play God in Clash of the Titans? I think that's what the.
Yes, I believe that was exactly.
So I don't think
what
it's about
the
his daughter.
references
It's
were.
about. Well, who was Zeus's daughter?
He has a lot of
Hermes?
daughters.
I don't know.
Athena?
Yeah.
Athena?
That's one of them.
I don't know. Before we get to his
Wonder
daughter,
Woman?
let's get
I'm
to his
sure.
opponent. Let's see
Hades?
who Zeus is going
No.
up against. Hades, no. Brother. One side right there. There we are. Warlock going against Zeus here. He seems pretty spicy based on his introduction right there. But
This one's
this
gonna
is
be
this is
fun.
exciting. This is a battle of the ultis, a battle of the clash. Warlock has blasted his way through the bracket. You know, first round is always a bit up in the air, but when he gets the chaotic offering, it's just, hi, how's it going? Boom, can you survive?
This
and
is
if they
definitely
can't, they can't, they can't.
They're a late game team for
Yeah.
sure, right? They're very dependent on their ultimates. First rounds, they're pretty much constantly losing against some of these better heroes, but it doesn't matter. They always end up with a 2-1 in the end.
They're a 2-1 master.
Yep.
Will they get the 2-1 here, though? Zeus also could be a 2-1 master. He often can even pull off the round 1 win because of his sheer nuking power.
It's a lot. Like you get ulti plus Nimbus. Like you might see it, but if it's daytime, I think for sure it could be a quick 2-0. But if they get one rock off, I think it just snowballs from there. It's all about how quick the burst is.
It's a clash of styles for sure.
Yeah.
And in the fact that Zeus needs to be able to, I think, close out most of his matches 2-0.
So we think Zeus is gonna take the first one, though, right?
Yes.
Perch,
Yeah.
tell us about how the heal is so good.
The
how
heal
it could
is a
survive.
lot.
It is.
Hypothetically, though, the one weakness I'm looking at for Zeus is he runs out of mana pretty fast. But I think that he's gonna be able to kill his opponent in time. And I think if you recast Shadow Ward on the same guy, it'll restack the buff, redo the buff. It won't stack. So I think Warlock just doesn't have any damage to amplify the Fatal Bonds in this match. So it should be an easy Zeus victory, where it could be just like 5-man bolt, that guy dies. Then they do some Arc Lightnings, which will also be amazing. Like everything Zeus has at level 5 here is just value. Unless
Also-
it's against a stunner or
Also,
something.
once again, if you are a pub, don't ever go one. Is 1-3-1 good, Purge?
On
Be
Zeus?
honest.
Most
Yeah,
people
compared
get-
to 2-3-0.
Wait,
It
which
kind
hero are you
of
talking
depends.
about?
He's talking about Zeus. It depends on the. I
Do
mean,
you like 1-3-1?
the arc lightning damage is kind of a lot, or the static field damage is kind of a lot. It adds up to like 4% level 1.
It
It's not
depends
a lot,
on what
but
position you are, I think.
yeah, that's true.
And once
If you're
again-
playing mid
yeah.
Zeus, I agree with you. 2-3-0. Go for it.
But-
Supports usually also go the same build though. Like it's definitely more rare to skip static field early. nowadays. But I think
it's good here.
It's amazing here.
I think it's amazing here. Yeah. So I mean,
It's
that's
5
why
heroes.
obviously that's why they're at TI. But I'm telling you, if you're not at TI, maybe don't go it.
Yeah, it's probably not worth it. If you're fighting a lot of heroes at the same time, then yes, static field is amazing. But a work here at bot TI. It's the bot TI strat, basically.
It is.
I'm looking forward to the choreography of all the warlocks turning and shadow wording one dude and then not doing anything for like 5 seconds afterwards.
I gotta say, I feel like I remember his first round showing was a lot better in the first round, and he actually used his shadow word offensively.
Yeah.
But since then, in these matchups, maybe it's based on who he's going against, whether they're intel, strength, agility, or whatever. The last couple ones, he's like, oh, our one friend is hurt. Let us all shadow word him and watch him.
He's at 30% health at that point.
It's
so
bad. It's bad.
As long as if I'm not wrong on shadow word not stacking, then Warlock's going to get wrecked.
You're correct.
All right. I feel pretty good about that as well. Zeus, let's see if he can do it. He may need a 2-0 if he wants to move to the next round because Warlock is really good in those later rounds.
How many seconds do you think it's going to take for Zeus to win this once they start fighting?
I think it'll take a little bit.
I think it'll take a little bit because you're going to be able to burst like 1 or 2 down, but not like the other 3.
It's probably around the time of the cooldown of
like 6 seconds for lightning bolt.
Is Zeus the god of lightning or the god of thunder, or both?
I think you get both.
Aren't they just different variations of a similar skill set?
One is like the aftermath.
Look at wait up!
Oh, look at the fatal bonds, guys. Oh, it's not bad.
Oh man,
that is not
quick
bad.
to kill, quick to taunt. Ooh. Some of them may go down at the end, but they were
taunt.
5 standing when they got the job done. Pretty convincing. We felt like that's may how it go.
Did the shadow word stack? They died kind of fast.
I think the fatal bond.
I think only 1 or 2 of them got casted.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to go back.
I think it's the fatal bond stacking was the problem.
Yeah. Well.
Here it comes now, though. We got ultis
right.
Wait,
online.
Glimmer Cape? They don't use that, right? I don't. Or do they?
I think
if they use Glimmer Cape, they win.
They have used.
They're like guaranteed
to
win with a Glimmer Cape.
Nimbus is so strong.
It is.
This is going to be a battle of like the masters unleashing their pets, and then the pets murdering the heroes, and the heroes just trying to stay alive. Like that's how this is won. Are the Nimbuses going to kill all the warlocks before the golems kill the Zeuses, or maybe the Zeuses could burst down the golems? But there's going to be so many.
I think this is way more about Zeus ulting.
Me too. I think
and whether or not 5 ults is enough to be able to kill the warlocks, and I'm not sure if it is.
With a Glimmer Cape
at
now?
1.8 plus you have magic resistance.
They got the static field damage too. I mean, they're going to lose 10% right off the bat. But as soon as the first golem comes down, all the golems will, depending on Nimbus. And they don't have Lightning Bolt mini stun, obviously, because they're only 15, so it's not going to be the bonus.
I just can't see a situation where they cast the ult and Nimbus before the rocks come in. Like, I feel like they'll get the ults off. Warlock may survive. That's like the best case they can go for.
This feels like the first actual like battle of Titans right here. Like either of these two could win compared to like some of the other ones.
What's level 2 bolt damage? 300 something? 325?
325
plus
for Thunder God's Wrath. It doesn't look like it's enough to be able to one-shot the Warlock.
I mean, they've got Veil and Kaya, though. If the first guy gets Veil off, Warlock could die pretty fast. But if he gets the rocks and Fatal Bonds off, I feel like he'll live. Especially if one of them gets a Glimmer off and is able to get away from the Nimbuses, and the Golems clean up the Zeuses. He could win it.
If it's nighttime, I think I could see Zeus winning in a lot of different ways. Just because the instant cast of the ultimate, maybe they have enough time to be able to cast a lightning bolt or an arc lightning.
Definitely. All they need is a
daytime
Nimbus cast.
Feels a lot better for Warlock for sure. Just gives him more time to cast that one ultimate.
Yep.
If they do Zeus ulti on the first spot, and they're not all rocked instantly, they'll all cast Nimbus. I assume. Maybe not. Has Nimbus been reliable? I haven't caught any Zeus matches.
Seen it sometimes. I haven't seen 5 of them though.
Okay.
So it's like maybe you'll get a couple of them out.
Maybe. They've definitely been prioritizing their ultimate, and then maybe one of them or 2 of them cast Nimbus from there.
Okay. Well, if they survive the burst, Warlock can win, I think.
Yeah. I think Warlock, like, the bad things for him is don't cast Fatal Bonds first. You need at least one of your guys to try and prioritize casting the ultimate first. And also, don't react to the instant damage. See somebody's low. Don't try and cast Shadow Word.
Yeah.
I think it's close. I think Warlock might be a little bit of the favorite, but I think Zeus can do it. I don't know, that Glimmer Cape, not even using the Glimmer Cape, just having that magic resistance feels nice.
Yeah, if he gets that off, it could really help.
I'm going with Zeus. This is a gut one. I think Warlock might actually win, but I like Zeus here.
I think I'm gonna go with Warlock because he's got the Glimmer solution. If somebody just stays alive and rocks, and if they all get Fatal Bonds off, and there's one rock dropped,
It's
I
over.
think Warlock actually wins.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's all it takes.
It
that
just takes
damage.
one.
I'll go Warlock.
Feeling that they're going to cast Fatal Bonds, and that's enough time for it to get an ult off. Not all rocks will fall. I feel like they're
Just
just
need
gonna
one
get
rock.
erupted.
Just one rock.
That's it.
All right, let's see how things pan out. I'm kind of favoring Zeus now. I'm just nervous they're going to get hit with the ult, and the Warlocks may freak out in some way.
Come on,
By
baby.
being dead, something like that.
Well, it is daytime.
Okay.
That's very good for Warlock.
He's
think.
he didn't go with the cast range talent though, but Fatal Bonds is pretty far, I think.
And the 5% damage Fatal Bonds.
Yeah.
This one's going to be over in like 2 seconds.
Oh, no!
Let's go, baby! Easy
Oh,
for
man.
Zeus Teasy.
Maybe daytime was bad.
I think it was because they
Wow.
casted Nimbus like at a longer range than Rock could get casted.
They really did.
Zeus,
And then
my
the,
boy.
And then the Warlocks panicked with Shadow Word because they were kind of out of range still.
Yeah.
It was the range advantage there really pulled it out for Zeus.
2-0 for Zeus. Warlock, I did not think it was going to
I mean,
be so convincing.
No.
Zeus is clearly a enemy's ult. Like
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
site,
Hey,
instant
that's
ult. That's
strong.
something we can bank on even faster than Warlock's
Will
Fatal
that
Bond
go
rock
through
drop.
ABBA? Will they have enough? If they do it like they did there, would that stop ABBA from ulting?
I think, especially with the stun, it's possible.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
Oh,
the
man.
next
Dude,
round.
I'm excited for that one.
That could be a grand final.
Yeah.
That's the next round.
A lot of people said Warlock was one of. I mean, Fatal Bonds rock, right? It beats anyone, but
So,
not a god.
to not spend too much time on it, I guess. I think if the Battens don't get bursted, if they get their ultis off,
Yep.
and then they retain aggro on the Zeuses and the gap close to get out of the Nimbuses, if possible, then they should easily win it, I assume. But
I think it's just if they get ultis off. I think if ABBA gets ultis off, they win. I think that's literally it to me.
potentially. I mean, there's so much damage on Zeus. Like they can,
No, true.
and
Do
there's
it
not
again. I
that
think
much
they-
damage on a Batten. Like
But
if
they have
Zeus can stay alive a
Radiance?
little.
Yeah, they have Blade Mill too at level 15.
Okay. Well, it does it. I don't think it works against Nimbus, does it?
I don't think so.
It'll
But
work
like the
against the ult,
ulti and
but-
bolts and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
gonna be a good one. But that's later.
Zeus is good. He's very different. It's cool that all these heroes have like different things going for him. Zeus's range and initiation thing is huge.
Zeus has got to be feeling good after that 2-0 shutout. Let's go ahead and hear from the man himself. We send it over to Ken.
Here with Zeus after his victory over the fellow spellcaster Warlock. Zeus, you're playing Abaddon next round. You feeling confident against him?
Please, puny mortal, if you know Greek mythology like I do, you know Zeus always comes out on top.
All right, settle down. Next.
Damn, Ken is just like back to his old ripe self of interviews, just like get the one and done here, and he's getting the sass
the
right
one
back.
awkward question and he's done.
Yeah, he gets the sass right back from the heroes, though. I like that. So props to Zeus. He moves on and does it
good.
in style. We could see Warlock return. He's in the lower bracket, not eliminated. We could very well see somehow Zeus and Warlock match again in the grand finals for all we know. It could be crazy. We are 4 matches deep into Bot TI, and you can continue to follow along by getting your own predictions and just follow along with the action by hitting up fantasy.bts.gg. There you can get each game right in front of you and just tap the hero you think is going to win. And remember, as a match is concluded, a new match is going to pop up. Yes, that's right, fantasy.bts.gg. Throw it right there at the bottom. Also, you will be able to vote on the All-Star match. I believe if you head to BTS or fantasy.bts.gg/vote, you'll go to this form, and you can vote on who you think should enter into the toilet bowl. That's right, the worst of the worst bots will fight it out.
And the losers go through on that one.
And the loser goes through
Yes.
to find out ultimately who is the worst. And maybe Valve, maybe some bot coder will be like, okay, fine, we'll fix that
So
one.
do you vote for the one that you think is the worst?
Yep.
Or the one that you think is the best, and therefore the ones that aren't voted get in? You vote for the ones you think are the worst, and those people that
Yeah.
win will be in toilet bowl. Okay.
Yeah. We encourage you guys to vote for the worst of the worst for our ultimate toilet bowl effect. All right, that's 4 matches in. We're going to cut to a break. When we come back, it is time for more Bot TI action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bot International, the main event here. We are back at our desk. Got Purge, we got Grant, and our new guest here, back from group stage action. We got none other than Mr. Parker himself. Gods, welcome back. You ready for some more Bot rumbling action? I don't know what else to call it.
It's been great. It's been good. Yeah.
So was that your account that was on the fantasy, the leaderboard?
yeah.
Oh.
I was like not even top 100, but the predicting top 16 gave you a ton of points, and I think I
Oh.
got 10 or 11 of the 16 right.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well,
That's nice.
good stuff there.
Yeah,
All
were you
right.
surprised by any of were you surprised by
Um,
Zeus Warlock? I think some.
I'm trying to
people
think. I predicted Enigma to be Phoenix. I'm doing
Okay,
poorly
that
today.
one.
Zeus Warlock, no. Zeus is very good about using his spells early. He's been good.
So you're holding a pretty good record so far. We'll see if that changes,
Yeah,
or
I
you're
think
doing
it's,
pretty
I think
poor
it's
so
changing
far?
today. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing
It's
bad.
gone down the shitter.
Grant was
Alright,
talking
sorry
shit
about
about you in group stage, though. He said you were bad at predicting.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, Grant, what? Come on,
true?
man.
Am I wrong?
Where are you on the fantasy board?
Well, to be fair, so someone I remember like Knoxville, someone's like, Grant, you've been so good throughout all this. Why aren't you on there? I'm like, do I really want to like ruin some other person's chance to win it? Like some poor fans? I would never do
Yeah.
that. I'm about the people for the people.
What a bro. Got to make sure someone else gets that number 1
Fair enough.
spot at some point. Now, we are giving this the whole TI treatment. It's an exciting event with lots of broadcasting audiences watching, including multiple languages here. We even have on site a Chinese panel with their own coverage of Bot TI. In fact, I think we have the technology. We can quickly tune in and see what the Chinese casters are up to here at Bot TI. Let's see what they're up to.
解说那个戴眼镜的那个是谁？
这是美国最棒的解说员。
如果他是最棒的，那他为什么不在 TI？
哦，我认识这个人，这是 Grant， 他是在 Walmart 工作。
Walmart 是什么东西？
Walmart 是中国的阿里巴巴，很忙，
哦
整天在工作。
哦，
你好，
你
好。
Yes. Hello. Wow. What do you guys think they were talking about? I'm sure they were putting in their awesome predictions for what was to come.
I think they're talking about Zeus Warlock personally.
Zeus Warlock?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it was
Yeah, I
a very
heard,
good
Warlock,
matchup.
Yeah.
Those Chinese casters, I go way back with them. Really love those guys.
Do they? It seemed like they may have known who you were. That's weird. Do you have a history with them or something?
Yeah,
Grant?
I've known them. We actually used to play kickball out on the field.
Kickball?
I used to always beat them, and I'm sure they were throwing some jabs at me, but that's fine.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I don't want to shake things up too much, but we have a hype matchup to come here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce our first competitor for our 5th series. Wow. A lot of interesting diversity within that team right there. Wow. Who are your favorites that you're hoping are going to really stand out here on the main stage?
I mean, they're all basically the same to me. They all just I don't know. They just kind of. But I really agree with their movie opinions.
Yeah.
28 Days Later, amazing zombie movie. But
You're
it did go downhill afterwards. They're
You're
definitely
saying Michael Jackson is the king of pop, the king of dance, and he's just like the others?
I'm just
Solomon Grundy?
Look on paper.
Michael Jackson?
Look on paper when they fill out their forms. Yes, they're different. But when I see them play Dota, they're basically all the same player to me.
There's going to be one undying.
Right.
He's going to be moonwalking better than the other 4.
That's true. Yeah.
And
Or
we're
leading,
gonna know why.
leading the pack.
Can you still not see where they're going when they taunt? Like, which direction? Wasn't that a big thing? Did they ever fix that?
I don't think so.
Actually, no.
I think you could still.
I mean, he does a spin in the middle, so
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
You know,
okay.
taunts where you can't move while taunting are awful. Who's gonna stop playing Dota for a moment just to taunt? Like the only one that's really good for that is maybe the CM one where you like make a snow angel. That one's really rubbing it in.
Yeah.
But any of the early ones where you have to stop moving, that's just not fun. Not good.
True that. True.
Yeah.
All right, let's check out his opponent coming into this matchup. I always try to remember a name coming back, but some of these names are so ridiculous. Jurgenstern.
Salvador Son.
Yeah,
Salvador Son.
guy,
Yeah. I mean, who cares what their name is? It's all about what they're going to be doing in the in the ring down there. And both these guys are strong competitors. Undying as we know, has a bit of a restriction on his side for the later levels at least. There is a ban on resurrection. Obviously why we saw the early fall of the Mighty Wraith King, given that that's his old bread and butter. So he didn't have access to that, and Undying will not have access to that in the later talents. But he's got Tombstone, he's got Decay, he's got so much of a great toolkit that he still is able to make his way through the top 16, and he may be a favorite in this matchup, and the people out there think he is a favorite with 1541 votes to 981.
From what I've been reading on the Discord and whatnot, a lot of people think Undying is actually the whole favorite of the thing, right? Like, once you get level 15, once you get the Ags, like that Decay on what? Foresight and cooldown 10 strength. You take away 10 strength and gain 10 strength. It's insane. But for the first round, I don't know. Well, I would have to see the build. Is it usually 3 Tombstone? Do you know?
It's still a couple in Decay, though, I want to say.
Yeah.
Like a
like
203?
Might be 131 even.
131.
There might be some soul rips. Who knows? We'll see.
113,
Here we go.
okay.
113. That's sorry. That's one I meant. 113. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like 131.
I don't know the
that's-
order. I'm not a QWE user. I'm a legacy
You're
hockey
a
guy.
legacy-
I don't know what the E
You
is
need to
on these
adapt,
heroes.
gods.
I thought the W was the Tombstone. Grant. Like, what the?
Did you
what's
actually?
going on? Yeah.
Wait, Tombstone. How would Tombstone be a W?
He just said he plays Legacy.
I
so
play Legacy. I don't know what
Oh, I
order.
thought he was saying like the legacy key was W. I'm like, there's no W in Tombstone.
I don't know what the first, second, third order is. I just know Tombstone's T. Decay is D. Soul Rip is R.
All right.
Flesh Golem is F.
Yeah, you live in a totally different time right now, sir. You got to get up to speed. But it's fine. That's how you're able to make it work. Let's see if Undying can at least... he'll get the tombstones down. We see that. I don't know how much successful soul rip action we've seen, though. Has it been good?
It's a good 1-point skill, I think. I mean, you can do damage with it. They have so many units, they're maxing out instantly. Like, Soul Rip's actually really good in this matchup, because you drop 5 tombs, instantly 5 zombies, a little bit later you get another 5 zombies, Soul Rip's maxed.
I don't think he used it.
It's just, I don't know if they use it. And then,
used it here and there.
What if he was saving it because he's like, I'm only going to use it to save my tombstone if it's damaged? And that's why we never see it happen.
Or a hero when they're at like 10% HP, maybe then it didn't happen enough.
The really bad part, he didn't use his ultimate. He completely skipped his ultimate, but that's the later rounds. He used these 3 spells pretty well. I don't think Undying can really... I think he'll do really well with Decay.
Especially against another strength hero. Like, they're going to get 5 decays off. That's a lot of strength. That's a lot of damage being stolen from Kunkka, first off. You get a 5-man.
They might 5-man decay the first guy in the line, though. It's less likely, I think, that it'll hit everybody. And it's a 10-second cooldown. Fight's probably over by then. Or is it 8-second level 1? I can't remember.
So you think if Kunkka comes in and, like, split up, they have they actually have a pretty good shot of beating Kunkka?
I don't think... I think Kunkka has almost no chance here, personally, because I think what's going to happen is... I mean, is Kunkka going to deal with the tomb, with the zombies well? Like, if it was a ranged hero, maybe it's a little bit different, but I feel like if Kunkka has auto-cast Tidebringer on, and he splashes the first zombie, for example, and then that's on cooldown for, like, 7 seconds, fight's over. Like, he has to get, like, 3 or 4 Tidebringer splashes on the enemy team to make this fight work, and there's, like, no way the zombies don't beat him out, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think that is pretty unanimous in our feelings here. Undying is a heavy hitter for the first round. I would also expect him to win. So let's see if we're going to be right on that or not. We'll hop into first round action.
Man.
Crowd is alive
now, maybe,
for this one.
Maybe Kunkka can, like, leading Undying, they throw 4 Torrents, maybe catches the 4 Undyings in the back, and there's only 1 tomb down at the start, but...
without the ghost ship, it just doesn't feel like Kunkka has a chance. He's going to melt too fast. He doesn't have enough damage output.
I want to see that HP bar, like, not only just get smaller, but, like, the entire thing is going to be so small after those first decays. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. They have
Those are
1
good
bar.
decays.
They have 1 bar.
God.
Yeah. That's like...
And they're attacking zombies.
200 health Undying.
Go, Michael Jackson.
That was MJ. Yep,
that was probably the most one-sided match we've seen with a lack of AoE. Like, that was so one-sided. The bots had no idea what to do against zombies.
I mean, I don't think there's anything Kunkka could have done differently. I don't think he did misplays there by any means. It's just
There's literally no solution, except for walk away until tomb is gone and then go engage. That's it.
Not going to happen.
You want to know why Undying's going to win this? Because his Q or Decay, it's one of the triple or quadruples, right? It's always good. It takes HP, permanent HP, it does damage, it gives you HP, and it gives you damage. That's 4 positives for 0 negatives.
Range maybe is negative, but in Bati, that
but
doesn't matter. They're going to be, coming right to you, but
it's over already. It's Undying.
This one could be different, perhaps.
We have boats. Is boats really going to make
it's a Blade Mill 15. It's a Blade Mill 15.
Blade Mail, Ags, Hood. Undying is the perfect items to clutch this.
I don't think they're going to die again. I think it's going to be a 5-0.
Yep.
I'm not even going to say.
The only way that I could see this working for Kunkka to win is, and I know they're not going to do this correct, is if they go Shadow Blade to initiate and they all 5 hit and splash, but they're not going to do that. They're going to do that defensively, and it's going to be too late when the tombs are down. So I'm gonna agree. Like there's and if Undying happens to Blade Mail during that time period, Kunkka dies anyways.
I think
maybe.
Kunkka's one of the weaker top 16. Like if you put him up
Kind
against
of,
any heroes, like against Zeus and stuff as well, like it feels he doesn't match up with anyone.
His damage comes out too slowly. It's the same problem Elder Titan has, where it's like in theory this insane team fight that can't be beat, but in practice it's like it's not instant. Warlock. Zeus particularly, very instant. Right away, you're dead.
What about the fact that he does also delay enemy damage with the boat? Like it's going to be 40%, I believe. So he'll take like 60% damage.
So often, like a Zeus will do like 5k worth of damage instantly with Nimbus ulti. That it doesn't matter if you reduce it by 40%; it's still enough damage.
I think Kunkka could beat Enigma personally.
Yeah, I can
see
see
that. If they land some torrents with the bow follow up, they could one shot him.
Huh.
I think.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. What if Kunkka somehow wins this and stays in the winners bracket?
That
he
would
won't,
be
but what
pretty
if?
crazy.
But what
I
if?
mean, I would say we haven't seen anything shocking, but we have. We've definitely seen some shocking upsets already to come this far.
One really cool thing going on here. When Kunkkas are in trouble, they're going to use Shadow Blade. They're going to go invisible. All the zombies will die. Or do they die or do they follow?
I'm
thinking of Weaver bugs. They'll
No,
just follow, won't they? They'll follow. I think they
don't
follow.
know.
It's not. Yeah, they'll follow. All right,
He
never
might
mind.
have.
He's screwed. He has literally no chance.
Let's see if Kunkka has a chance or not, or if this is going to be Undying. Moving on, 2-0 through the upper bracket, awaiting the opponent of our next upcoming match.
Will there be any cheers in this match?
Doesn't sound like it.
Are there any Undying fans?
I mean, surely there are. I just don't know if they bothered to show up to this match. Probably like, you guys, let's just sleep in for this one. Like,
But
you
we'll
can't
show
be
up
on TI all day.
for day 2.
Okay, all right, there's
Blade
the-
Mills? Whoa. Wait, Blade Mills? Are they going to pop Blade Mills?
They're not casting anything.
Oh my god.
They're not casting anything.
Wait, there's 2 left.
No way.
Wow.
They should have gone to the match.
Shows us what's up.
I mean,
It
he's going
says,
to die eventually, but.
What?
Guys, Kunkka just won round 2.
What are they doing?
They didn't decay. They used 1 tombstone
And
a
like
second
2 blade
eventually.
mails? They didn't do anything.
I mean,
They're
the blade
just dumb.
the blade mail we always see, like the insta
Yeah.
blade mail, and against Kunkka
Yeah.
the damage is delayed, so it's not that great. But where are the decays, guys?
Feeling too confident off their game 1 win, thought that they could just mow on forward, but Kunkka says what's up, and now
This one's harder.
This is really hard because there's Aeon this amazing item in bot TI, I would say. But at the same time, Ag's Ghost Sheet Flip, this is not lost. I mean, that's why Kunkka's here. He hasn't lost yet.
It's broken.
It is an insane amount of damage.
Well, certainly if Undying has the similar behavior here in this round, I feel like it's very strong for Kunkka. But let's say Undying is going to show up this time. He drops all of his tombstones and all the decays right out of the gate. Does that help him?
I don't think the tombs do enough anymore. I think it comes down to using decay, which he didn't really do.
I sort of agree, but they've got the plus 30 tombstone zombie damage. That talent is actually really, really strong. It was kind of good before, but now that it's plus 6 tombstone attacks, nobody gets it. But it could be enough damage to deal with Kunkka. He's only dealing with about 18 armor, and he's gonna have the boat buff, obviously. But the Ghost Ship fleet feels it's a vacuum and an RP is what it is, and it's gonna happen like 5 times. It's who's gonna outlast, and I think the Kunkka is actually gonna outlast here, which is crazy to say, but. I really didn't think this would happen.
I'm not good at math. What's 2 times 0?
Pretty sure it's 0 there.
Because I'm seeing -2 second decay cooldown, but in the last matchup, who gives a shit? He didn't even cast it once. Like,
You're
what?
right.
You're not even gonna have a 25 talent at this point, you garbage can. I think he's gonna win though. Don't get me wrong. I'm with my boy.
You're sticking with him?
Yeah.
He just choked. He just choked a
Aeon
bit.
plus decays with Aghanims. If he just casts 2 decays, I think they win. If all of them cast 2 decays, I will declare victory for him, even if they lose.
Maybe the Blade Mail threw him off. Maybe the Blade Mail threw him off. They're like, I got so focused on Blade Mail first that I didn't even bother with Decay. Tombstone, it was too late. So maybe it'll just be more focused. You know what? They will pop Crimson right away. They're always great about popping Crimson.
Crimson's actually.
Maybe even Pipe too.
It was like they got scared of the boat or something. It's like they saw the boat. They saw the boat coming and they're like, "Where do we run?" But there were 5 boats, so they got really flustered.
They also got X'd. Some of them did at least.
Yeah, they're pretty.
And that could definitely make him
Kunkka does
act
use
weird.
X often.
Does he X torrent? Or is he just
He
like
X
Xing cast
boats.
everything?
No, I think it's like you say, cast everything. But he often starts with an X and then just throws his other shit.
This match was supposed to be one-sided.
It
man.
was. Even the people voting at home, very
close
heavy
one.
favorite for Undying, but now it's a close one.
With no Blade? No, actually, Kunkka. I'm still going Undying, but I actually think Kunkka might win this.
I'm with Kevin. I think Kunkka with the Ag Scepter Sheet fleet is just too good.
Come on, Undying.
What does Aeon Disc do, though? It procs, and then they still just get pulled in, right?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
It'll block a lot of the damage.
2 decays each. 0.
No.
There's 1.
They did decay.
Delta split.
Oh no, they're being brought back in.
All right.
Decay more.
He's got the decays. This is fine.
Oh, he's
this
got
is
a splash
fine.
here.
Oh my!
The decays, that's
He's got
3.
the gates.
Okay.
Dance on him, MJ.
Those are big. Those guys are big guys.
Those are big,
big boys.
2 decays, right? That's all they needed. That is so much strength and damage.
So you're not stunned when you're being bowed back. Is that correct? You still cast spells and attack and stuff?
Yes.
Okay, that made the big difference maker. And then the Kunkka still got messed up by all the zombies, so they weren't splashing correctly. And finally, when they gap close enough, it was just too much damage.
You're at the plus 30 damage too. Like you're never gonna get that in a real game, but for bot TI, that was like the perfect thing to go.
It's a lot of damage actually. It's a lot of damage.
Would you ever go in a real game, Kevin?
If they had like lots of melee heroes, if I felt like I could defend it, yeah. It's a lot of damage.
I like it here.
Sounds like we got an interview ready to go with the winner, Undying. We got Ken hop in himself, ringside. Let's send it over.
I'm here with the captain of the Undying team, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, what do you think was the key to the victory that you had over Team Kunkka?
Oh! What? We're good.
All right, thank you. All right, back to the desk.
Amazing.
Woo! Wow, Michael, just as good as ever.
Not scared of the limelight. Knows exactly what to say.
Yikes.
Just,
Dang, he's confident. Good for him.
I really do think they have a good chance of, like, if they just get Ags and cast Decay, like, they don't lose to many heroes at all.
Yeah. And even like the Holy Grail, the Abaddon, like theoretically just loses all his damage and just loses all his strength. He may just lose that one even.
He'll outlast a hero like Abaddon for sure. Yeah.
Imagine a crazy world where reincarnation was still allowed. He would even have that as like a safe insurance policy for round 3 if it happened to go crazy or needed to survive in a bad ult, let's say.
Yeah.
All right, good for them. They move on. They'll be facing the winner of our next matchup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and introduce the first competitor of our next series. Yeah, California Warriors very happy that Xiao Shaman summoned KD to join the team. They're going to be a powerhouse stack this season. Congratulations. Real surprise, not a Rastafarian representation here for Rasta himself, you know? You'd think that maybe some would come out from Jamaica, but this is a full Rastafarian USA, Germany squad.
It's a worldwide movement, okay? It's not just on one little island anymore, guys.
All right.
It's everywhere.
I just want to say this right now. I think this is going to be one of the most one-sided matchups. I think
You
Bristol
think so?
is going to get massacred.
Oh, wow.
I'm sorry, we have
Really?
the other person to go. Yes, I do.
All right. Well, there it is. Let's see if Bristol has something to say about it. We lead to their introduction now. Fighting back from being bullied in high school. I already forgot the last name. Eric Wright out of USA. I believe he comes from Long Island. Owns a bagel shop. He's a nice guy. We'll see if he can truck it home. Grant doesn't seem to believe so, though.
Grant, why do you think it's going to be one-sided?
Will Bristleback ever turn his back to the Shadow Shamans?
Does it matter?
Yes. The wards? I think, okay, I can definitely see the level 5 one going the way of Bristleback. But how are you going to beat an Aghanim's Shadow Shaman when you're always attacking from the front?
By armor?
Blade Mail level 50. So, the good for Bristol is you've unlimited stacking quills. The bad is, the passive.
You're not going to cast them
using
because you're zooping.
I think Shadow Shaman, you're underselling his other ability. Aether Shock. This has been carrying him through both level 5 and 15. It's not all about the Serpent Wards. This guy, I'm with Grant. Shadow Shaman.
This is a value bet. That's 50, bro.
Wow, this is actually one of the most one-sided
and they're wrong.
votes.
Yep.
And you're calling them out right now, saying they are wrong.
All right, Give me your spiel here, Purge. I need to hear it.
So Bristle's going to cast Quills. The
Okay.
first one's going to do like what? It's like 50, 60 physical. Then the next one's going to do like 80. Then the next one's going to do like 110. And the next one's going to
They're going to be dead
If they
before
cast
that.
2 rounds of Quills, it's over. And
I
that's
agree.
3 seconds.
You think?
Yeah, if it hits. I mean, the
2?
first couple are going to only hit some Shadow Shamans. But if they stay alive through all of this, they're going to have Quill cooldowns before the Shadow Shaman get a second Ether Shock round. And I think there's also a gamble that they won't hit fully accurately as well.
Well, it's also like, will they get that second round of quills when they're disabled? Shackles, Hex, these spells,
agree.
you know, they can lock them down.
Hex, this level 1 Hex, that's a 1.25. Did they up it? I can't remember. No, I think they reduced the
it's-
cooldown or something. But it's 1.25 second Hex, and Shackles is 2.5 seconds. But Shackles does 60 damage. Hex does 0 damage. They hit really hard, but if they're not shackling a Bristle is going to cast Quills, and they are going to die. So
Look,
he's got to survive the first round.
Bristle got bullied in high school. He's got confidence issues. He doesn't know how to deal
What
with
if he
this
just forgets to
scary
cast
shaman.
quills?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's one way to lose. But it's like the easiest. All right, this is. I think I said this last time. This is how Bristol is probably coded. Are there enemies nearby? Yes. Okay, then press Quills. That's how it's coded. They can't mess that up, and that's gonna happen every 3 seconds.
Okay, have you
that they're not
seen the
stunned.
movie iRobot?
No.
Do the robots, the bots, start turning against how they were programmed?
Every movie
I
that
didn't
seems
see
to be
it.
the case.
That's what I'm saying.
Every movie that's the case.
I don't know. I think Bristol could win the first one, but I'm pretty sure once you get ultis from
Can we
Shadow
tangent
Shaman.
for a second about movies? So I watched
Okay.
all 3 of the
Sure.
Jurassic Park movies the other day, and they had this pattern. It was all about like, we don't have a satellite phone. It was literally the process until they finally called somebody on the phone and everything was saved. Nowadays, it's all about like the AI is revolting. That is the like big, terrible, terrifying thing. So with that said, that's why Bristleback's going to dumpster this game, because they both have satellite phones and there's no bot AI. They're fighting each other, okay? This is bot versus bot. It's not bot versus human.
The
There's only
logic
one way this can end.
can't be flawed.
The Kevin Gates of bots. I got you.
I've
Yeah,
seen those
exactly.
dinosaur versus dinosaur movies. Sometimes the little guy does win.
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
Let's see how things pan out for the first round of Shadow Shaman versus Bristleback.
The last movie was so bad. Just so, in
I
case
didn't
you're
see
wondering
it.
about
Oh, I
watching
didn't
it,
see it.
don't.
I was talking about Jurassic
won't
Park 1, 2, 3.
No, I know. The new one's garbage, though.
Okay.
I won't spoil it.
I've only seen Land Before Time. I wasn't allowed to watch Jurassic Park.
Oh yeah, that
Classic.
I had
Tree
to close
stars
my
are
eyes.
amazing, by the way.
I had to close my eyes. a
Highly
couple
recommend.
times.
Yeah.
Except Petrie. I hated Petrie.
She was kind of annoying, but you
Guys,
know.
don't talk shit about Petrie.
I hate
You
it.
haven't.
Spike was cool.
Go
Here we
read
go.
her
Spike
Wikipedia
was
page.
the
Get some lightning. There's the lightning, baby.
And it's plenty of good
There's the
enough.
lightning, baby.
See you later.
Boy,
Is that Zeus? Because there's lightning
This-
raining from the heavens on you right now, Purge.
this
was a
is
lot
why
of
everyone
damage.
undersold Shaman. It's not about the wards.
You're right.
The Ether
I
Shock.
think it will be about
bodies
in
people.
15.
Yeah.
But that was a
you'll
good
use
win.
both.
That was a huge win.
That was a shitload of damage.
Freaking Shadow Shaman, man.
Yeah.
Because level 3 Ether Shock hits 5 units, so it's perfect for
Yeah.
bot TI, right? Because
And
there's
it
5
looks
units.
it looks like it. I think the way they changed it as well is that the fork lightning will reach farther than the
Cast
than the range
It's
as well.
like Quap ulti where it's kind of cone-like too, so that's really good for bot TI when you have these
Yeah.
cone-like spells.
Like if it didn't hit the people, like if you cast your max range, it'll still arc to hit the guys behind it. Is what it looked like. It was like every single bristle got hit with every
Yeah.
Ether Shock there,
Every single one.
But
which is why it was so.
problem
insane.
is, Blade Mail's instacast. I don't think Shaman
Yeah.
actually wins level 15. 'cause
Now
of
the
Blade
Ether
Mail.
Shocks will be blasted back. Yeah, the Blade Mill doesn't work with the wards,
are-
but it will work with the Ether
Do they
Shock.
Ether Shock right away, or do they lay wards first? Because right when Bristleback
both, I think.
sees Ross or Shadow Shaman, he's gonna pop Blade Mill. If they throw wards down first, then Ether Shock, they might avoid some of the damage.
The wards come, but they
depends.
don't come as fast as like
They
Zeus.
don't. Yeah.
I mean, they.
Oh.
I want to say they do. They will Ether Shock. Some of them will Ether Shock. Maybe one will drop a ward early, but
They have a lot of life now, though. 1800.
And look at
Not bad.
look at Bristle's life and his items. Hood's going to block damage. Buckler Vanguard's going to block Serpentwood damage.
I don't think you damage block wards actually. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure you don't. I wonder if
Ah.
Crimson does, but I'm quite sure that Vanguard does not.
It's still pretty good armor.
Yeah,
He's got
neither
20
will.
armor. at
Cap's
least.
saying it doesn't,
All right.
and he's
Yeah.
pretty smart.
They
Yeah.
removed that a long time
kind
ago.
of.
Well,
I think Shadow Shaman can win this. I really do. You guys are saying Vanguard Hood.
I
like,
believe
who
no.
cares?
It's Blade Mail. Blade Mail.
Blade
I
Mail?
believe in the
Mail?
Blade Mail.
I just think wards are gonna just.
The Ghost
dumpster.
Scepter is really good too on Shadow Shaman because that'll stop the
Ooh,
quill
that's
damage
true.
if they get
Figures,
those off.
yeah.
So
The
I think
Blink's
it might still
useless.
stack the.
Dead.
It might increase the counter, but it won't do that damage for that.
feel like they will take the shamans down before the wards do their ultimate damage. Like the wards will come out and they'll do work, but I think Bristle will get the job done before.
Do you
the
think it'll
wards
go
do
to
their
game
thing.
3?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I
Me
do.
too.
I'm
Come
with Bristle on this one. Grant, you're all alone.
Am I? God?
I'm okay. for this one.
Dude, okay.
I believe in Shaman, but
The gold. The blink is
Look,
wasted gold. Why didn't he just make like a Kai or something? Damn. It's all good.
All right, we've got to go full analyst mode here, you know.
He has
This
X,
is- Yeah, he does.
So he
That's
gets
why
the serpent splits or whatever.
Yep.
Ooh, nighttime
Is it
should be
cleave,
good for
or-
Bristle. He's going to use his blade mail better.
Oh.
All right, once this ends, we'll see if they can get that. Yep, there it
Yeah,
is.
they can't get their way through.
Wait up. They have a chance.
Wait
Okay, that
for
was.
it.
Yeah,
that
they'll go
wasn't
down.
bad.
Everyone falls, but the feet were still on the floor for the Bristle,
They
and
were.
ultimately he gets it done.
That's what I expected in the first round. I was way wrong, obviously. But now that they have Hood and lots of raw HP and armor, they can survive through the shackles. And once that's over, fight's over.
Yeah, I think you kind of forget how squishy Bristle is without these core items of his. Like,
Yeah.
once he gets them, yeah, he's a beast.
Hard Octarine, Jesus! Just we don't have to
Uh,
show this one. This
yeah.
one's over. There's no way, right?
Didn't get spell lifesteal, but I don't know if that really matters.
Well,
If Shaman does this right,
He has Octarine
they'll
already.
refresh the wards, so you'll get twice as many wards, and they just got bonus
Yeah.
damage of 50, which is kind of a lot.
I think it's the key thing for Shaman is you want to like create a wall so Bristle can't get to you. Like block him off, you know,
That's
make
smart.
him like impossible to pass. Build the wall of serpent wards, keep him out, and that'll win you the
They've
match.
got Greaves too as well, so now they all individually have a lot more armor, which will help a little bit. And the wand, I don't know if that matters or not, but
They did cast lightning before wards, which I don't think they're going to win if they do that. If they cast wards like you said first and build that wall, a good shot.
They're pretty good about like casting the shock and then insta warding them.
Yeah,
it's not like there's
that's
a
true.
delay
and
in
no blade
their
mill
spell
this time,
casting.
which
yeah.
is nice. I don't know. That 4.6k, and he didn't go spell lifesteal, but he has the Octarine, so he does still have lifesteal.
yeah.
I don't know. I want Rasta to win, but I don't know.
I think if Rasta does exactly what they did last round, but refreshes and drops wards,
Yeah.
then they will win, I believe. I think they'll kill the Bristle first. Bristle's huge mistake here is he has no armor. Actually, he just has a Crimson. If this guy is an
Yeah.
AC or a Shiva's, he's fine.
He has
But
less armor than level 15. He had 20 then. Now he's at
Oh, because he had the casual
16?
buckler and all that. And
he had the
blade
blade
mail,
mail, yeah.
on the blade mail, yeah, that was the big one. So yeah, if they get double wards off, I think Shadow Shaman is going to take the win, and I think they'll be able to do that. So I feel like Bristle will lose this.
I think it's too many ifs for Shaman.
I'm a
Too many
Bristle.
ifs. I think Bristle, it's just more easy for the bot to just run forward, hit the quill button, do your thing. Shaman, yeah, if they make a wall of wards, if they plant all the wards, if they use refresher and plant the wards,
They've got a last set
if
shackle.
they use the greaves, that's too many ifs for me.
He's got to stay alive through shackles. If he stays alive through shackles,
Be night time.
then
It
he
is.
can win.
They're shadow shamans. They come from the shadows. This is home turf, baby.
Why is his vision only 800 though?
Just
What's up
wait.
with that?
He actually has more
bandages.
vision. It doesn't want to show it.
Oh, he's got a wand in his backpack. Did he have a drum last?
Wait a
during the-
minute.
Hey, these
am I wrong?
backpack items are just to make sure
Well,
they
that's a
use
drum
spells.
over a wand. Okay, that's. I'm
Walls
seeing
built.
some refresh.
More wards, baby.
They're blocking them.
It's
They're full
lagging.
surround.
Oh, there's a lot of quill damage though.
too much quill.
Oh, they lost.
Oh, it was close. It was kind of close.
What a good one. That was
But
such a good fight.
Ultimately, Bristleback, just two of them, it looked like, were able to neck out and
the
survive.
two that weren't trapped in the wards. Like the ward placement was good, got the surround.
Good, not great.
You know what also probably happened was Bristle, once he gets past some of the wards, then he's taking side and back damage.
Yeah.
And then his quills
That's
are
what I thought
proccing
he
more.
wouldn't. Yeah.
I didn't even think about that aspect. That was a really good fight. Like very close actually.
Shadow Shaman shouldn't be
yeah.
ashamed of
Not
what
at all.
they did
they
out
shouldn't.
there.
They killed. They think there was like 2 bristles alive when they ended up losing. So
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shaman is not eliminated, but does go to the lower bracket to await his opponent there. And congratulations to Bristleback. He moves on to the next round and will face Undying in that next round. So
Wait, I think.
that should be pretty hype.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Undying's gonna dump.
Oh
soon,
yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is going to be
Probably.
intriguing. Undying continuing his streak forward. But we do have a winner's interview, of course, with the man himself, Mr. Bristleback.
All right, I'm here with Bristleback. We want to do an interview with him. Were you intimidated at all with all the wards that were placed, and do you have anything to say to Shadow Shaman now that you've beaten him in a best of 3?
I gotta say that Shadow Shaman put out really his best performance ever, but the wards were really not good enough to really break past through my thick-ass skin and bristly armor, so therefore I was able to kind of just get the job done. So thank you so much for a valiant
All right.
effort, Shadow Shaman, but I'm moving on to the next round. Thank you.
Can I just ask Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Can I ask a follow-up question? I didn't know you were from the South.
Yeah, I'm from the South. I sell viscous nasal goo propane.
All right. Back to the desk.
Yep, see you later.
Wow, so Bristle from the South.
Just learn something new every interview.
He's hoping to go far so that way he can quit his day job selling viscous goo propane, but then
Nothing
can,
accessories,
you know,
Who knew
be a
that
life
with
of a fighter.
Who knew that with that question you'd get that extra little gem of info? Like that's going on his Wikipedia page for sure.
I hope
A
so.
Special tip, you know.
This is lore. Like Slacks always wants to talk about how he knows lore.
Yeah.
I bet he didn't know that.
I mean, he's
Definitely not.
he's
Yeah.
theorizing the lore, but is he actually going to the heroes themselves with
And
the
asking.
microphone and
Yeah.
asking them directly, what is the story? Hotbit is there. He's got the stories. That's why BotTI is the greatest goddamn
It's
event
a difference, journalist versus historian. That's all.
The
this is
lore
about.
tells their story from 1,000, 10,000 years ago. We want their story today.
Yep.
They're not competing as their 10,000
Exactly.
year old selves.
They come from everywhere, all over the world. There's bristles of yesterday and there's bristles of today. And the bristles of today are performing well. They move on. Let's get into our next round. This is to close out, guys, the first round of playoff action here. Let's go ahead and introduce our first competitor. I was wrong. An avid Redditor and CSGO skin fan of the Super 8 as well. And my personal favorite, Hans Haber, coming out from Sweden. I believe he's a beer maker himself. So
I'm surprised. Elder Titan, one of 26-year-old Elder. That's an accomplishment.
Must be very talented.
Yeah, Elders are usually 60 plus, but I mean, 26 and an Elder, he's smart.
he ranked up real fast. I was also wrong before. There's 2 matches before we close out the first round.
Hey,
Lots
we
of
can't all
matches
get
to
it
come.
right. You've been
Can't all
getting
get it
every
right.
single prediction wrong. So.
Yeah, if I was a bot, I'd be getting all the way through. And I've been doing okay.
You've been changing your answer. You're like the kid who's
Shut
like,
the hell.
You,
This
you
is
trade
actually
with your,
the-
you trade with your partner to like grade your own test, and you're like, yeah, just change the answer while
I'm not
we're grading
changing.
it.
This is the live update of the bracket I'm writing before.
Oh,
here.
okay.
I'm not changing anything.
I was just
All
checking.
right, chill.
My bad.
Elder Titan in a heated matchup. Let's introduce his opponent for this heat. Real unfortunate there for Tidehunter.
I mean, do fish ever truly become not a virgin?
Yeah,
Don't
haven't
they
you
just
seen?
like
Wasn't there an Emmy movie? The Taste of Water, or what was it called?
The Shape of Water.
Yeah, that one.
That fish definitely got laid, by the way, but that was not Tidehunter, unfortunately. Tidehunter playing for a lot here, but you know that could be good for you. They say that athletes shouldn't really be going around being promiscuous before they play. Tidehunter
That's
is
smart.
full.
He's focused.
Full of that energy. He is
Big.
ready to go. So, I mean,
I'm
this has
excited.
got to be a big thing for him. Let's check out
I-
what you guys think is going to be happening here, and they're favoring Tidehunter, the virgin, in this one.
Dude, look at.
Okay.
I just want to say, look at the Elder Titan versus the Timbersaw. It was stacked against him, almost 50% more votes for Timbersaw. Elder Titan didn't care; he just won,
Same
didn't
thing against
care.
Techies. He was
Yeah.
against the odds time and time again.
and he's against
Dang.
the odds again.
Yep.
A little less now, though. So, I don't know. Tied under 5 anchor smashes time and time again. It's just low cooldown, a ton of damage. They're all melee heroes. Can
Yeah.
they get past that?
And so it's going to reduce their damage. He's also going to have Kraken Shell for damage block a little bit. He probably is 113. And then Elder Titan amplifies the damage he does by reducing base armor. So he's going to remove like 2 of Tide's armor, but Tide doesn't care as much
nothing.
because he's reducing their armor and damage block or damage, reducing their damage and damage blocking in the first place. So that damage amp is even weaker. So he's got to I feel like Elder Titan has to. I mean, he's going to get bonus damage from spirits, I guess. Do
Maybe,
they
if
do
he
that
can-
part correct?
I don't think. I remember last
They
time. I thought
spirit
just
stomp. Yeah.
They probably
Which
do.
means they do get
Okay.
the spirit damage. Oh, you guys are
And
fools
that's
if
not-
you
yeah,
think Tide's
I-
going to win this. This is
I'm backwards.
ET.
I'm flipping
What?
it now.
ET
yeah.
has
How?
this. How? He's
ET.
getting 5-man spirit damage. He's going to stop them.
Maybe.
So they all fall asleep. You know what they do when they're asleep? They right-click. They right-click the one in front. They wake him up. The other 4 still asleep.
But-
still not doing anything, Grant.
You know
He's
what?
dead.
You
They
know
go
what
to
the
next.
cousin of
Then they
sleep
go to the
is?
next.
The cousin of sleep is death. He's gonna die.
You can't deny this logic.
Fool. facts.
Your points are all good, but they're going to
I
get so
don't
much damage from the spirits, it's going to completely offset any damage reduction that Tide could do in the first place. Tide actually gets completely stomped here.
No.
No pun intended, I'm sorry.
No,
you don't think so? What do you think, Grant?
I don't think. I think one Tidehunter will die. I think it's going to be a stomp for the Tidehunter.
One at a time, yes. One will die at a time for the first 5 seconds.
We'll let the. I've already actually spoke to one of the Tidehunters.
Do you remember the history?
How
do they cast Spirit? Do they actually cast Spirit forward into the enemy?
Yeah.
They Spirit forward and stomp. It's good. It's impressive.
Yeah.
ET.
Tide doesn't have boots. There's no boots.
Yeah.
They're screwed. And Tide's going to cast like Gush or something. One Elder Titan's
No,
gonna
I'm
go
backing
like
Grant on this one. I feel like Tidehunter can do it. I feel like there's going to be a bot
Anchor
error.
smash, baby.
Bot errors for sure. All right. Well, we're 2-2. Let's see how this first round goes here. Could set the stage for the whole thing.
Anchor's not even going to offset their Astral Spirit damage, bro. It's going to reduce their damage by like 40% or something. I don't know what level 1 does anymore.
It's time to think illogical.
He has squiddles.
Yeah. So Tide wins this only if ET Spirit stomps and he dodges the stomp by being in the middle of the Spirit and the hero. That's the only way Tide can win.
I would hope there's a defensive command line with these bots that says, there's a thing, watch out, move away from the stomp. Nope, there's not. There is not at all.
Wait, the Tide only one Tide has died so far.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Hold on.
I think they have a good shot. They almost did damage to more than one of them.
Yeah. They had plus 75 damage from the Spirit coming back.
Yeah, I'm not
alone.
changing anything.
That's a double damage.
Grant, don't even
Grant.
Yeah, I put Elder Titan. Don't forget.
I
love that hero.
Elder Titan here.
Welcome to Bot TI. This is...
I should have
known what you'd expect.
Did you know the last pro game I played was the Summit 2 qualifier? It was Stan King's first game. I played Elder Titan for the first time and I won. Why did I doubt the last time? Yeah. Why did I doubt him?
Maybe because that was an eternity ago. How many summits
But
you guys up to now?
He's an Elder.
You're up to so many summits
Yeah.
you don't even call it a number anymore, if I'm not mistaken. Is that true?
No, it's Summit 9.
We're still 9.
Are you still? Okay,
Yeah,
but at some point you got
we
They
left it.
hipstered
No,
once.
you're right. We
They
ditched
hipstered
it and we
once.
brought it back. So,
Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
we
thank
brought
you,
back
thank
the
you.
number.
Okay, this is easy for Tidehunter. Never mind, there's a blade mill. It's over. never mind, it's over.
We've seen some bad things. ET has 2 of the worst items in Bot TI. Yule Scepter, Meteor Hammer. These 2 things don't look good.
Yeah.
But blade mill is one of the best items.
True.
I like this. Is a good matchup now.
Ravage is not going to be something of a problem for Elder Titan. You think that they should be able to survive the initial Ravage, 5-man
I think
Ravage
Ravage is
onslaught?
going to stop a lot of their stomps, right?
That's possible, yeah.
Yeah,
If the first guy ravages initially, it could be really good because if they interrupt Stomp, that's a lot of the damage ET is trying to do. But they've also got Pipe on Tide's side. I think that's huge. But Earth Splitter kind of changes a lot in a big way.
How so?
Because everyone's just going to die. If they cast all the Earth Splitters, Tide dies. It's over. It doesn't matter how much damage resistance he has. He can't take 5. That would be 40% of his health times 5. That's a lot.
I think
hard.
Like if they cast Spirit first, I think they lose. But if they cast Earth Splitter first, I think they win. Like I think the Ravages are just gonna own them super hard.
They could like Ravage chase like into melee range and then start doing anchors.
They even have a mech. Obviously, don't stack, but that little bit of heal could be good.
But then things like Yules could pay off too, because if one Elder Titan stays alive until the Earth Splitters go off, like I think it's still ET favored, but I could see Tide winning this one. I guess is so I'll say ET for the second match.
This is a Tide guarantee
It's a closer
from Grant. Now, hear me out, people. I've been wrong on a couple guarantees. But Tidehunter, this guy knows what he's doing. Like, yeah, he made a mistake, but he's one of, like, did you know Hammerhead Sharks are actually smarter than Golden Retrievers?
I have no idea.
Well, they are. I don't know what that has to do with this, but I think Tidehunter's going to take it.
He does have a Hammerhead cosmetic. Maybe that's where you're going with that. You just didn't know.
Yeah, I wanted, it was an alley-oop, and I don't know. I just kind of overthrew it.
I didn't catch it in time.
Yeah,
that's my fault. It's not yours. You threw perfect.
Someone out there probably caught it.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with ET. I hear Grand guarantee. I know the prediction's going to be easy.
I've been pretty
Go the other way.
Okay, we'll see. Watch this Ravage. It's going to ravage you guys out of this tournament.
He could blink Ravage. We've seen some of the blinking initiating heroes have very successful blink initiations, even in
Tranquil
TI.
Boots. Do you see that speed? They're going to be mid so quick.
Fast.
They
All
actually
comes down to the first Ravage, in my opinion.
That guy's
We got a
leading
leader.
away.
He's
The one
ready.
in
I
front.
like him.
One in the front.
Dude, they're already to
Stop
their zone.
The blink.
Oh!
What?
Huge
Stop.
shit.
Use a choke.
Oh,
No, they still got 3 Earth Splitters. This is doable.
with the meme hammer.
Oh, ET.
Oh!
Last stomp. 2 versus 1.
Oh, they
2 versus 1.
one at a time. Kill the low
2
one.
versus 2. 2 versus 1.
All right, this is gonna be.
ET.
ET's got to last.
Use a spell!
It's over. He's not doing anything.
Oh, man.
I thought Tide was going to win that one at the first opening because the ETs did. They were like
The front four just got stunned without using anything. But
oh, they were trying. They like walked in and then they're like, let's cast Earth Splitter the wrong way. But luckily they got Ravaged, so they got to save it for the.
He got cocky. It was really good Ravages, and then they just let's not cast Anchor Smash for the next 20 seconds. They got cocky.
It feels like they're like, this normally has worked for us before. Now I don't know what to do.
5 Ravages ain't killing you. Uh-oh.
Man. Well, tough fight for Tidehunter. He goes to the lower bracket. Congratulations to Elder Titan. He now moves to the next round to await his upcoming opponent. But we do have, thanks to the power of Deathcast, an opportunity to interview the man himself. It's Elder Titan. Let's see what Hotbit is up to with him.
All right. I'm here with Elder Titan. What is that he's carrying? Okay, Jesus Christ.
Step back.
What is that he's carrying? That's a stapler or something? How do you feel after your win against Tidehunter?
Okay.
That it? Okay?
Yeah.
Nothing else?
Okay.
All right, okay, thank you. Back to the desk. High quality interview, guys.
Man, a few words.
I mean,
Grant, your take on that?
You win, you don't have to talk, right? Like, you should never be required to do an interview if you win. You're the champion. Who's the interviewer?
He's
Doesn't
talking
even
in the
know
game.
who he is?
What about the loser? So the loser has to do the interview, or you definitely don't interview a loser?
I mean,
so no interviews.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can. Doesn't mean they'll be good interviews like the last one.
I've been watching a few too many Dota Pro Player interviews, I think.
Yeah, they're rough.
All right, we have now one more series to round out our first round of top 16 action. Let's go ahead and introduce our first combatant. I didn't know that. DK's #1 rated player on Dota Buff is Fear at the moment, or at least according to that stat line right there. What about our young competiting friend out there? Someone at the age of 15, I believe, is battling out for DK.
Wow. I mean, you just never know when you're going to have a demon dragon jump into your body and make you a successful Dota player. It just, sometimes it happens early.
Today, tomorrow, you don't know.
They knight him young. It's like 6 years old. You're knighted. Now watch out for the dragon, by the way. One day it's going to come. Came early to one of our competitors, and now they have a tough test. Let's introduce Dragon Knight's opponent. Luna is back in action right now and awaits a matchup against DK here.
So wait, which one of them was the second richest on the Forbes list?
Which are Luna of that group?
That's a good question.
It's a great question.
I was just glad that he brought up Jurassic Park. I'm really happy I started that earlier. Another Jurassic Park.
Well,
another T-Rex
like
joke
their movement is based on vision, or vision is based on whatever. You got it. T-Rex's movement.
My favorite thing about Luna. We're all about the diversity here at Bot TI, as you can see. Luna, only female representative in the top 16. You gotta feel good. She's gonna represent and do some fantastic stuff here on the main stage.
But there's zero way she wins level 5.
Luna,
right?
Really?
You think Luna can beat a DK at level 5? 5 flame breaths while she's doing 4 damage?
Yeah. Whoa! Look at that breakdown.
Luna's great late game, but it's Dragon Knight is much better without farm than Luna is, I think.
Yeah. I think level 5, I think, is guaranteed DK. That's just, I don't know.
Luna had a bit of an easy road. Chen, Meepo was kind of close. That was probably the tougher one. The ultis against Troll, Troll didn't look very good with his item build, so I think Luna hasn't been tested yet. And DK took down Queen of Pain, took down some heavy hitters. I think it was DK who beat LC as well. This DK has probably had the toughest road to the top 16.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually quite surprised he made it out past that LC round, but here he is still fighting on. At first we were all thinking like this guy could go all the way, but the burst fire would be too much for him, but he's shown that he could be quite damn durable.
I mean, she's got 668 HP. He's got 965. There's no way she wins this. Like, she's going to burst maybe one Dragon Knight.
Maybe.
Unless maybe if they spread out and the breath doesn't hit everybody, but every single one of Dragon Knight's abilities are useful. The third ability on Luna, for 4 of those heroes, it's wasted. Like, the skill points are just not the same.
And level 1 glaive only hits, is it 2 or 1 extra people?
1.
1, okay.
For 60% of the main damage. So it's not great. It's basically like she's hitting for 90 damage instead of 70.
Yeah. I don't know. This one,
even that's reduced
a little bit more
from the DK fire. So
I think DK is going to run over her very quickly.
And if you do start getting the right click out, DK stuns too. Like, we're not even talking about
We didn't even talk about the stun, yeah.
Level 1 is a pretty good skill.
I think it's the second longest in the game, 2.5.
If she was a full range hero, I'd feel more confident. But the fact that she's like a medium, shortish range hero, it's like the melee advantage isn't even as big of a deal. Like Dragon Knight's just got almost every advantage here.
So what about we're not to 15 yet. If she gets like a Dragon Lance, you think that makes it a little bit better?
Yeah, later on with items, absolutely different because Luna does scale extremely well with items. So that could change things. But right now, it's not looking good.
All right, we'll see if it's as we all anticipate here. Heavy favored DK. DK always very promising in the first round of action. Let's see if he can fight his way through.
Triple Ironwood branch.
Yeah.
Oh. Bobbidi Boobidi playing Path of Exile as well. Excited for that.
It's a great league going on right now.
Never played it.
Nor have I. Heard it's great.
All right, DK.
Is it as good as DK? Get ready. These flank. Oh, no.
There's 4 at 10.
Oh! That was close.
That was...
Was there even a Lucent Beam there?
No.
I think I saw one, maybe
Was there
2.
one on the left? I think there was on that left one.
Two Dragon Knights are damaged.
Yeah.
Watch out.
Ooh.
DK coming in very strong, very hot. First round, convincingly going his way. But let's see if Luna can battle back for round 2. It's level 15. It's 10K net worth. Is it good enough? Grant, you're shaking your head.
DK is going to just destroy her. This is going to be an absolute destruction.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm kind of with Grant. I think the Eclipse damage is not instant enough. Breathe Fire, cleave damage
cleave damage, I think.
Manta's kind of useless because your illusion's just going to die.
And the Mail. Like one Maelstrom proc plus the cleave. I don't know. DK, he should be able to survive the initial burst, and then he just wins. Plus 35 damage.
Really he's got a Shadow Blade. Like, he's definitely... And he's still got the 30 attack speed. Talon at 10 because we're playing on an older patch here. It's a big advantage, yeah. I think Luna's much closer, but I agree she'll be wrecked pretty hard. There's too much AoE. The Dispel's kind of nice, potentially. You can remove the Breathe Fire damage, but yeah.
I think we'll kill a...
Will the Easy Bot do that?
I think it's probably coded that way. Like, debuff on me, let's purge it off.
You don't think they just want the immediate damage? Just we see somebody Manta?
That's what I've seen them do, to be honest with you. Is a lot of times they will instant mana just thinking it's more damage for them.
And once again, the level 15 talent, like you said, it's just great. It's good for 1, and then you just have 4 useless level 15 talents.
They hit just as hard as Dragon Knight does, more or less.
Shouldn't be as one-sided, though. I think a DK or 2 should die.
I agree.
Kind of depends on like if they like all eclipse well. They're gonna hopefully it's nighttime. That's another big thing. They could have a massive nighttime vision advantage. They could potentially do like 5-man eclipse, 5-man lucent beam. That means maybe one Dragon Knight dies instantly.
Yeah. Level 15 is usually it's only day, night, day. Not always, but often it does go in that way. So.
Okay.
All right.
That
Feels
could be
like everyone's for DK. Maybe not as convincing, but DK should be a favorite to possibly move on to the next round. Let's see if that's going to be the case.
Do you know Elton John was knighted?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, yeah. Is he on the Dragon Knight team?
Well, I mean,
he should
they're
be.
knights as well. Yeah, he should be.
He should be.
That would have been good.
All right, it is daytime.
This is good for the DK boys.
Yep. Winner of this to move on and face Elder Titan.
I wonder if they do stuns differently because they're ranged for him. I wonder if they just don't go to range for him. Oh, they did.
No eclipses? Luna?
Eclipses, yeah. It looked really promising at the start. They really did.
Oh, and the BM Shadow Blade after.
They weren't changing Dragon form. I thought they were just going to lose right there.
Yeah, they choked a little bit for sure. They didn't know what to do.
And they manted first, right? So the Flame Breath cleared every single Manta illusion. That felt bad.
If they did full Mantas and Eclipse, I think they could have won that.
I agree.
But
it would have been like maybe even like a 1v1 at the end if they used Eclipse, I could see.
Yeah.
Yep. But Luna, you got to... You're not out of it, right? You're going to the lower bracket. You got to adapt. Like that's all what bot TI is about is adaptation.
Yeah, adapt. Hit the R button.
Adaptation.
Hit the R button.
One of those, right?
Maybe they'll do it in the lower bracket.
That's good too.
I don't know. But
Congratulations, Mr. DK. He moves on 2-0 into the next round.
He's good.
Let's go ahead and get a word from the man himself after his win against Luna. Thanks to Deathcast, we got Hopit on the side with the interview.
Hello, DK. You won that match pretty easily. Luna decided not to cast Eclipse. Do you think that had anything to do with the victory there?
I mean, let's be real. I think I was gonna win no matter what. Like, come on, look, compare. She rides a cat. Like, what? How's she gonna win?
You got a kind of a high-pitched voice for your voice lines in game.
Aw, thanks, man. Not all Dragonites are made the same. You're just gonna stereotype like that?
Okay, sorry. All right, back to the desk.
Jeez, Hopid stepping out of bounds right there. I don't
Yeah,
know if
not
I would
cool.
ever. I don't think I'd ever like. You got Sir David right there. Right?
Yep,
You're not gonna like start
David,
questioning his testosterone voice pitch and right in front of you. I mean,
Especially after that 2-0, that was like one of the more convincing 2-0s besides Zeus Warlock.
Yeah.
Like, that was pretty convincing.
DK looked pretty offended. I don't know. That could be one of his last interviews here. That was.
Wait, so who is DK playing next? Sorry, really quick.
DK will have to play Elder Titan now in that next round.
That's a fun one.
Yeah, I need to double check our lower bracket action here, but we are going to be heading to a break soon enough anyways. Guys, remember, if you want to follow along with the action, make your own predictions, you got to be heading over to the website, fantasy.bts.gg. There you can just see what's coming up next and get those predictions rolling and decide who's going to make it to the finals. Also, you can head over to fantasy.bts.gg/vote. And there you'll see a form just like this one where you can vote on who you feel is the worst bot. Who deserves to battle it out in the toilet bowl for who is the worst bot in the game. The loser of those matches moves on to the next round, and we will find out which bot, well, really needs a whole lot of extra work. Who would you be sad to see ended up being the worst bot ever? Who would you be sad to see?
Some of them, I don't know, Ogre or something. I'm not sure. I didn't see all the matches.
I'd
so
be
I'm not
sad
sure
for
who's
Dark
really the
Willow.
worst,
I
but-
thought Dark Willow was going to be one of a savage in the streets of bot TI. Instead, she's just garbage. She's first on the list to vote for. It's messed up, first off. But
Would you be sad if like Meepo or Visage, let's say Visage ended up
be
in the
a bit sad.
dumpster?
I don't think he's that bad though. He's not on like the heroes we mentioned,
Bounty
the
hunter
sniper
level?
bounties. I
Yeah.
think some other honorable mentions like Broodmother sounds pretty bad to me.
Broodmother seems really good.
Anti-Mage has been pretty garbage as well.
I better not see Coddle in there. My man Coddle made it past 2 rounds.
Is he even eligible? I feel like if you
He
make it
better
to
not
round
be.
3, you shouldn't be
I
eligible
hope so,
for the
yeah.
toilet bowl.
He better not be. He's somehow surprised even me making it that far, so good for him. All right, guys, we cut to a break. When we come back, we'll be moving on into the next round of Bot TI action. We'll see you soon. Welcome on back, everybody, to more Bot TI action. We have made our way through 8 awesome rounds so far. Purge, welcome back. Has it been what you've been expecting so far?
Yeah, I'm really glad that most of the matches have been relatively close. I mean, the biggest stomp was maybe DK Luna, perhaps. But yeah, every series before or so far has been interesting, dynamic. We'll see how they match up as we go forward.
Can't really just predict it like you see it on paper, though. You know,
you can't. No, it definitely helps to see them though. Like you learn different things about like what are the strengths of one group versus the next, and how is that kind of match up. Like, because some of the times it's been like, oh, one hero set's strength is another's weakness. Like it could be like you know melee versus melee heroes. Like Clockwork is good against melees because he needs to be in melee range, but if he's against range heroes that initiate instantly, it's really bad. For example, Clock is long gone. But, yeah, might see some more of that stuff as the matches play out.
Welcome back to the desk there, Cap. I know you took a break, but you got to probably watch on the side there some of the last matches.
Yeah.
Anything kind of stand out to you?
I was a little bit surprised that Bristleback beat Shadow Shaman. I thought the ward damage would be enough before the Bristleback could beat it out in the quills, but not the case. That was, I think, the only one that I was really surprised about.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, just so you guys know, before we jump right back into the next round, we are going to be starting with the winner bracket, so we get to move on right with the winners there. We do have a little bit of extra special piece of footage here. Now, we want to make sure we go all out. It is a TI. It's a very special event to us and, of course, to all the bots and competitors out there, and a rare opportunity to really learn more about who they are. So, you know, we had this opportunity to be able to send around one hero, go out, see who they are as a person, see where they live, see where they come from, and really get to know that bot fighting spirit. So without further ado, let's please roll the special piece.
It was 10 o'clock, and after we had dinner and watched TV, I told my son Ed to come downstairs. I said I had something important to tell him.
My mom said, Ed, you're adopted. Your birth parents are from a binary star system near the constellation Scorpius. And then she said, finish your homework.
High school wasn't easy for Yi. He's a weird kid. People made fun of his purple skin. But he was naked all the time. Oh, and he killed most of the school by creating a gravitational field when he was 6.
I did what anyone would do after something like that. Delete Facebook, lawyer up, and hit the gym. Supermassive gains, bro.
After he found out he was adopted, that's when he got really into Dota 2.
I had no idea he was gonna be a Dota hero. He worked so hard to be a doctor.
I buy necks sometimes.
He's played at TI3 International. I'm so proud of him.
I played in TI1 finals. I helped Navi win. I played in TI2 finals. I helped IG win. Then, TI3 finals happened.
They don't have enough time. Oh, cancel TP! He's he canceled the beat! Puppy! He's not gonna be back in the base! He's got BKB, but no boots of travel.
My brother flew in from Gemini to watch me. I let down my Indigo bro, Dimitri.
Enigma's a great hero. We used to pick him all the time back on EG. Back when EG was good. Yeah, I mean, after that TI3, he was never really the same. He never made the finals again.
Why didn't you play me against Cedic? I thought we were friends.
I'm sorry, man. Peter said we had to go Shaker.
Toby was casting grand finals. You know how I feel about Toby.
Come on, man. I got a 5-man Echo to win TI.
I can't stay mad at you. Fuck S4, my boy. But TI is my chance at redemption. Also, Puck didn't even make top 64. What a loser.
With so much weighing on the back of Enigma here, fighting off so much, fighting for so much. The triumphant run he had, TI1, TI2, the scarring moment from TI3 still clearly weighs on his shoulders. The animosity to Puck. The fire is still burning bright, and he's got a tough road ahead of him. We already saw him earlier, Kev, go into the lower bracket, and he's got to fight his way out.
Maybe you said fire too much because he's probably still a little scarred from that that battle against Phoenix. But lots of interesting information. I didn't know he had such a tough time. You know, really helps humanize these players a little bit when you know where they came from and stuff they had to go through to get here.
And after being forsaken by the humans, now he has the chance to prove his own worth in the hands of the bots. Right, a bit more pure interaction for this hero.
Are you saying it's a robot? It's a human. What's wrong with you?
No. I'm saying that in control of the humans, right? He looks like a lackluster hero, but here, under bot control, is just purely Enigma's power being shown.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Parker, you were touched, weren't you, by the piece?
It was very emotional. Really makes me want to get behind Enigma as a hero, as a player. He's got so much to prove. It feels like now is his time for redemption.
Awesome. We look forward to watching his future matches from the lower bracket, but we do get to watch his now maybe new rival Phoenix, the one who is actually able to pull out the upset, taking down Enigma, will be going toe-to-toe with none other than Sven. Let's go ahead and introduce our first combatant here for our first series of the return of the round. Phoenix, coming off that huge, impressive win, takes out Enigma. Tough test ahead of him, though. Sven showing up. Let's just go ahead and check out Sven's intro while we're here. All right, guys, let's get back to theorizing here. We've got Phoenix versus Sven. Our take.
I mean, you when you introed Sven here, you said showing up. I feel like that's pretty much what Sven is doing here at the Bot TI. We're not seeing a whole lot of flash out of him. He's literally just shown up, been a roided monster, and right-click things, and that can't possibly win you too many more matches, and I think Phoenix definitely has this one against this
right-clicking things, you right-click some eggs, though. Is that not going to be enough?
Not when you're slowed down.
Yeah.
From the attack speed of, I don't know. It's, honestly, especially, he just looks so garbage. He just happens to run into the right heroes.
And on the other side, Phoenix has probably been one of the best spellcasters of the entire tournament. This guy uses his dive, flame spirits, novas. He was using the Ag Scepter even. He uses Shiva's Guard. This guy uses everything at his disposal. He's been a top player.
I just, and the stuns aren't even necessarily going to be reliable. I mean, maybe you can get like some chain stuns as Phoenix is grouped out, but I think it's just more likely that Phoenix is able to work him down all the way. They're both strength heroes, so they both have comparable HP. Phoenix is going to lose a lot casting spells. Maybe Sven wins round 1. I could see that. Yeah. But I feel like the follow-up 2 rounds are guaranteed to be in Phoenix's favor. So I feel super confident just saying Phoenix is going to win this series.
And Phoenix came in as a bottom seed, and I think partly is because I think he's almost lost every single round 1. He's really bad round 1. His spells are, don't do enough damage, and more importantly, he does too much self-damage. He's already down to 2/3 health just from using his 2 spells, and then if he Sunrays, it's even lower health. So I don't think Phoenix wins level 5 as per the norm.
I mean, if Stormhammer doesn't get cast, I could see him losing. Or winning, rather.
Even then, I think Sven could just do the CK treatment, which is, we just run at you, right-click, and it might be enough.
And Fire Spirits, it's still going to do a decent amount of damage. And they're all going to be able to, again, maybe there's going to be something different because they're casting a channeling spell. So maybe Sven will wake the hell up and actually cast a hammer.
It's true.
Okay. Maybe that'll happen. If so, easy Sven win round 1.
Yeah. I mean, the way to think about it is there's not 5 Phoenixes casting Fire Spirits. There's really just 1 because you can't have multiple instances on you at a time anyway. So it feels like the spell he's leveled up doesn't even scale very well.
So are we mostly in on Sven for first round, potentially?
I still think Phoenix has a slight advantage, I would argue, just because it's all AoE. 3 AoE skills. Yes, Sven's got Cleave. Yes, he's going to take less damage because of Warcry and his high armor, but Stormhammer is useful, but I think there's a... You know what could be really sick? The one Phoenix... It seems like there's always one Phoenix that dives out.
Yep.
What if all the Stormhammers get thrown out there, and then he just brings them right back to home, you know?
I don't know.
That could happen.
Yeah.
That could happen. There's some crazy shit like that that could
If
happen.
he casts a Stormhammer on a flying bird, but missed every other opportunity this whole tournament to do it, I believe Cap's story that maybe on a channeling spell it will trigger something to do it. I would believe it then. But before that, on a dive... I would be blown away if I saw that.
They don't even do Sunray right most of the time. I feel like they start casting and then they cancel it right away or something. But I mean, Sven's road was actually so easy when it got popped up there. It was Bounty Hunter, it was CK, which is a little hard. And there was an IO
he's
grouped up
Well, in CK, it's could be a hard matchup for a lot of heroes, but Sven's the direct counter to the hero. So
yeah. So
Well, it's not like CK's casted much anyways in that round. I wouldn't even look forward to his performance next bot TI if I'm being honest. But we'll think that Phoenix possibly to take the whole series, but Sven, a strong first round here. Purge still seems to believe that Phoenix may have this one. Let's see if that's going to be the case or not. Will there be Stormhammers or not is really the big question mark.
Another big question mark. Jean Grey Summers, whether or not she's just going to flip out of control.
That's true.
Could be a big variable there.
You
Scott
never know
Summers,
what's going to happen with her.
Scott Summers watching from the audience as best he can, but we'll see if that
can't really see much.
Yeah, he's got the band on, I hope. All right, no Stormhammers, but there they are, at least one.
We canceled all the Sunrays.
Cast more! Cast more, you fools!
If the Fire Spirits this perfectly, they can still win it.
Cast more Stormhammers!
Oh my god, they're just standing there slowly burning away to death!
Now the Fire Spirits is gone.
Okay.
Wait,
No,
it's
they're
gonna be
not gone.
soon. All right, now
What?
it's gone.
Now
Please
time to
cast the Stormhammer!
Time to stun, boys. Time to stun. Time to stun.
Always a disappointment, this Sven is. Always a disappointment.
Yeah.
Does he even have enough mana? Does he even have enough mana to cast Stormhammer?
There was 2 out of 5 of them. Someone had mana.
Oh, that was it? There was only 2?
Right? Maybe
I did not
2.
use
I saw
5.
1.
That was definitely not 5.
Yeah,
I saw 1, maybe 2.
I was worried, dude. That looked real bad. Phoenix finished the dive. He's at half HP. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Ugh,
That's why I just didn't think it's winnable, because he uses all 3 of his spells and he's below half health or around half health. And
yeah.
well,
That
it
attack
doesn't
speed.
matter.
Attack speed reduction, man.
Mask of Madness Echo Saber versus Eggs, though. It is.
He does have the attack speed build.
Okay.
What about halberds? Halberds matter at all?
I don't think
They don't halberd.
Don't think they halberd.
It may be in the name, but it does not come out at all.
I'll have some evasion at least, but yeah, that's a lot of damage, a lot of raw damage. If there's a BKB on Sven, yeah, he can maybe win this, but...
Well, their Phoenixes are going to egg. I think the question is, like, will they kill the eggs? Like, can they attack speed through the Fire Spirits? And how many eggs? Like, we've seen sometimes 2 or 3 eggs that die. Other times, Monkey King level 15 killed all 5.
Yeah, what did a monkey... He had an Echo Saber.
Yeah.
Did he have anything else? Is it vaguely similar enough?
I can't remember. He probably had treads.
Even if
Echo.
they can't break all of the eggs, if they can manage to get through, you know, all but 1, maybe 2, that still should be good enough, right?
I think if all Phoenixes egg at the same time, then Sven wins it easy. Between Mask of Madness Echo, I think if it's like half and half, and some do Fire Spirits attack slow, then I think it will eventually become a Phoenix win, probably with eggs blowing up and follow-up damage. Because they've got Spell Amp, they got Akaya, they got a Veil, they got Spirit damage. They're going to do like 1,000 damage per Fire Spirit or something crazy.
I think that part depends on whether or not they're casting God Strength. Because the big increase in HP will help a lot, just because Sunray isn't really being cast, so the percentage-based damage doesn't come in.
They've used to being pretty good about using their ulti. Like, I've seen a lot of ultis, a lot of War Crisis, not many Stormhammers.
There's just so much damage.
If only they blink stunned.
I think Sven is okay, though, just because he can kill the eggs. That is, to me, going to be enough for him.
The funny part is he blinks in a lot. He just blinks Mask of Madness, clicks.
Yep.
This guy is Phoenix. His bot is so stupid.
Phoenix will get scared though. He'll egg, and then that blink Mask of Madness, boom, dead egg.
Yep. I mean, one of them's gonna Fire Spirits though.
These eggs take what, 8 hits to kill, 7 hits to kill at level 2?
God, who knows these days? I think it goes 5, 7,
5, 7, 9,
9
and
without
then
stuff.
with the town, I think it's 12, because you get the +3 hits later on.
Something like that, yeah. Hard to remember numbers these days, all these talents and things.
Yeah. All right, looks like it's going to be time. Will this be a 2-0 shutout?
I think so.
I think so.
Phoenix got this.
I don't know.
Let's go map 3. The viewers want it.
I'm feeling the blink, insta-egg, and the eggs will crumble apart.
Yeah. I want to see match 3 every game, actually, even in the 2-0s, personally, but...
Can't force these bots to...
There's just so much damage on Phoenix, man. There's so much damage with Kaya, Veil versus a non-hood hero.
Does the ulti. Oh, he hits an eggs. Hit the eggs on the Phoenix!
Oh, no!
Distraction.
Oh, no!
So stupid. Oh, there's 1 egg left, and they're not going to hit that egg either. Sven, you absolute moron. You bloody imbecile.
Freaking derp.
Ooh.
If they did 5 eggs, Sven wins.
Yeah,
but
he would have killed like 3 at least.
Because they used 4 eggs. The bot AI on this Phoenix is just too good.
He's got 46 intelligence points. That might as well be his IQ points.
Honestly,
so garbage.
Dive is actually one of the best skills in all of bot TI. It really is. It like causes so much confusion. It makes people waste time. They cast spells when they're not grouped. Like it is actually one of the best skills in the whole tournament.
I think the crazy thing about Phoenix is since the Monkey King match, which was like his first round, he doesn't use 5 eggs at the same time. He seems to stagger them. One Phoenix won't use it, which is really good.
They're learning.
I feel like the Phoenix has shown the craziest amount of bot skill, it feels like, so far. Definitely changes every round along the way. And with that 2-0, Phoenix is the first one in the semifinals of the tournament. He comes off of beating Enigma, first seed, and now just makes quick work of Sven. Phoenix is on the way of being one of the best. I don't know if many people even out there predicted Phoenix to take the whole thing. Do you think it would have been a popular pickup?
Maybe few people. I think Phoenix, because he has the reincarnation-like ultimate, he's kind of like the Abaddon in that sense.
It's so much better though. He's got everything. He has tons of damage.
Yeah.
He's got attack speed slow. He's got AoE. He's got a Aegis essentially, but it's also a refresher because it refreshes his base skills.
Yep.
It's like it hits so many bases, and dive causes confusion against to sometimes win matchups that you just shouldn't, where it should be just like 5-man black hole, you die. But like he's got a little bit of everything. Phoenix is an all-star, that's for sure.
All right, we have that all-star on ringside right now. Thanks to Depthcast, we'll send in the interview over to Hopit, who has Phoenix.
Big words last time. We had the interview. Now we're talking again. 16 seed. How far can you go? All right. You heard it here from this guy first. Back to you on the desk.
All right, you guys speak chicken?
Grant was telling me a little bit. He was trying to teach me some of his high school classes, and I think that was just 2-0 easy all the way.
Yep.
So Phoenix feeling confident.
Ooh, egging his way right on through, awaiting for semifinal action there. Props again to Phoenix. We will continue to see Sven. Unfortunately, he'll be moving on into the lower bracket, so we'll look forward to him. See what the hell he can do to somehow fight his way through the bracket, I'm sure. Anyways, coming up next, a mighty matchup here, guys. We got Abaddon versus Zeus. Two big hitters here. Abaddon, king of the second life, and Zeus has the quickest fingers in the West or something. Hits that R button faster than anyone else to get that ulti off and burst fire everyone down. And this was the biggest question mark. If there was anyone to be able to take down Abaddon, could Zeus do it?
I think round one, this is one of the worst matchups for Zeus because he's up against a hero that's a strength hero, far more HP, and he has an ability that does damage and increases his health. It's kind of like if you have Brain Sap. It's just an amazing trading ability. So Abaddon can easily survive the volley while reflecting damage. Zeus is going to get creamed here.
I think the only way Abaddon could possibly lose is they all stack aphotic shields on one target. Even then, I actually still think that they win.
Unless they do that, and the AoE damage only hits like 1 or 2 Zeuses, theoretically. But
yes, but wouldn't you say they could also survive till second round of aphotic?
Well, I mean, although getting close inside the right-click battle, and their right-clicks is pretty good with their damage.
It's okay, yeah.
So I think we're all
maybe.
bad.
The aphotic thing, like all going on the front guy and only hitting 2 Zeus, that scares me a little because.
I think we've normally seen like 3 different getting shielded. Normally it's like 3 at the front get shielded, the 2 at the back then reapply a shield, and usually a bit too early. Kind of waste a shield or 2, but it's always okay enough.
If they can keep if they can go like in the first volley of fighting, if they can kill 2 Zeuses and 2 of them die, I think they can clean it up. I feel like because at that point, aphotic shields shouldn't be wasted anymore.
And then the Zeus arcs and lightning bolts the second round. There's only 2 or 3 of the Zeuses using it. It's not all 5.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't want to think too far ahead for round 3, but it does kind of weigh the value of this first round. Who needs it more? Do you think Zeus's best chance on closing out this series is winning in the first and second round and has no chance in that third round? Or do you think it's almost the opposite?
I think second and third round against Abaddon, he's going to have to heavily rely on Nimbuses. Actually, no, I'm going to change that. I think he has to win this round and he has to win the third round. I think he loses the second round.
Yeah.
He needs to have the Nimbus stun duration. The Thunderbolt stun duration, just keep all the Abaddons in one general area during their ultimate.
Yeah, they can make a big difference.
But
I think
Abaddon
2-0. I think it's going to be a 2-0 here for Abaddon.
Yeah.
We'll see if that's the case or not. We'll throw it to round 1 right now. Zeus versus Abaddon.
All right. Are they going to use aphotic shield correctly? Are they going to choke it? Is the Zeus just going to blow up Abaddon instantly? And static fields can be really good this fight.
And that first Abaddon should die very quickly. Even with that shield on him, he's not going to get a second shield.
Moving in pretty.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa!
Whoa!
All right, this is looking sort of.
Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa!
Just too much. Just way too much damage.
Whoa.
Was it way too much damage or way too few shields?
Definitely some missing shields there. That first Abaddon died without any shields. I thought they were actually like once he got all the damage, I was like, oh, they're all just gonna shield that dude. No,
yeah.
just
Was
left
it
him to
so
die.
fast that they were like in a weird indecisive moment of, oh, I gotta shield that he's dead.
Yeah.
I gotta shield my undead. You gotta shield, and it's just over.
I like this because now we're very likely going to C3 because Zeus is going to struggle so much against this ulti because it's not like an insta like 1k damage spell. It's multiple instances. I don't think you can kill Abba before he ultis. There's a blade mail.
Yep.
I think this is the round where Abba with blade mail should very easily win. But who knows?
The static field and like arc laning was just way too much. It was just, and I think we're maybe underestimating the mini stun from lightning bolt a lot too. Like when a bot goes to cast a spell and it gets interrupted, they don't always recast it.
Yeah,
Sometimes it puts them in a different path.
They just start right-clicking instead. It
Yeah.
like completely screws them over.
Yep. Yeah, I think that might have been one of the reasons we saw less shields last round. So,
Fortunately, we know they will cast blade mail. That has been
Yeah.
the one constant in bot TI.
Yeah. Blade
Thank
mail
goodness
will
we
work.
can rely on that.
Borrowed time will definitely kick in. So
I think Zeus can actually kill through borrowed time though, if the HP is right.
I mean, if they all ulti on like the same tick, I guess.
He's got a Kaya
theoretically.
and a Veil. I mean, you can dispel the Veil, so you'll take less damage there. But I mean, there's a lot of damage. Bolt's like 350 base without his spell amp, without Veil. So you could definitely get some Abaddon kills without borrowed time going off. If they're lucky. They're not going to plan it well. They're going to throw everything else out and hopefully not die to Blade Mail. But maybe Zeus can 2-0 it. It's possible.
It really, I think the win condition there is very much you kill some without borrowed time going off. If you can somehow magically do that.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, Abaddon.
Yep.
All right. Even though there's possibilities and maybe simulations where Zeus could win, feeling like the majority is going to be Abaddon on this one, and we'll take it to a round 3. Let's see, though, if Zeus can somehow synergize their ult and delete the Abaddon. I mean, if he does it, props to him, and he deserves the win.
Very tense moment for Abaddon here. It's not very experienced being down 0-1.
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
He's been a level 1 boss in most of these matchups.
Will he use the Blade Mail win item?
Yes.
There we go.
Oh!
Sorry, we're good. 5 ultis.
Easy.
Wow. They run right out of the ult and the Nimbus.
I mean, Zeus
Clean
did
things up.
his normal good AI. Insta ulti, insta Nimbus right on top, but no Abba got bursted.
I think that may be the answer, as Zeus finally met his match for certainly rounds 2 and 3. He was able to beat everyone else by just hitting that R button faster, but
there's the Nimbus stun now.
Yes, that is 100% the difference maker.
You know, I almost think they need it to be nighttime so they cast Nimbus closer to themselves. You know, because the fight's going to draw out quite a bit, so you want the Nimbus to actually be in range when the Abaddon goes for the right click still. So.
But I think with the mini stuns, it could be like one thing that happened there was the Abaddons were triggered to use Mist Coil because their ulti was active. That seemed obvious to me. They used a lot of Mist Coils. If they're programmed to, I need to throw Mist Coil right now, while also being stunned repeatedly, it could cause them to stay in those Nimbuses longer. Especially if we get a refresher Nimbus.
What is this Abaddon build?
With
what is
stun.
that's command?
I was just like,
am I?
Oh, I'm about to say.
What the hell are you guys doing?
I was just about to say, there's no way Abba loses this, and I think the big reason why, level 25 talent. He's got one of the best level 25 talents in the game. He's going to get his ulti off, and the ulti allows him to get that second layer of shields off, where you're looking at 5 shields blowing up for like 500 damage.
Why does he have 2 power treads?
I don't know. These Abba items could actually lose him this map.
Yeah,
if he loses
a
it
critical
because
questionable
of this.
item decision.
He's got a Daedalus Mask Madness AC, and he doesn't get the 90 damage talent. How does that make sense?
Because people are idiots, Purge. I thought you were supposed to teach these people how to play
trying.
Dota.
It's not working very well.
It's not working at all. You need to do some fresh YouTube series, man.
In other languages, maybe, too.
Oh, man, I don't know.
I was going to say no way for Zeus until this. Now I still think Abba should win. Unless he silences himself with Mask of Madness. And even then, he might just right-click Zeus down.
Borrow time is just so good.
Yeah.
It's broken.
How long is it at level 3?
7?
7?
Zeus!
5, 6, 7.
I'm going Zeus. That's a lot of Nimbuses. He's got an Octarine.
He can lifesteal.
the Octarine or the Nimbuses will bolt faster because of Octarine.
Yep.
I think there's a good chance he chain stuns.
This is literally the mini stun build. If you have Refresher and you have Octarine, you perma-stun people.
Yeah.
With your lightning bolt.
But all 7 are going to be alive, so you're not going to perma-stun all of them.
Yeah, but I think a lot of them are just going to be stuck for a while.
And the bolts are random, so you could argue that it should mini stun about evenly.
It may stop some re-shields, which is what's going to save the Zeus. Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay if you just keep like 3 of them from being able to get on top of you. Zeus's are going to be able to deal with the rest because of Octarine. They're also healing, so...
Zeus! Does anyone want to make a prediction whether Abaddon still has 2 power treads once we get into the match?
Who knows?
I bet what it is they put all these items together and it was like exactly like 1,600 gold left, and they're like, shit, we can't buy drums.
Yeah, without going over
another
the 20K.
treads.
How did these items squeak through?
Because people are bad at Dota,
yeah,
guys.
I guess so. You're correct. Jesus.
Did you not see the Pango build?
All right, there it is, 2 treads.
Winner of this match moves on to face Phoenix in the semifinals. Let's see if it's going to be Zeus or Abaddon.
Zeus is quite the contender. It's fun to more fun to watch than Abaddon. Abaddon's just kind of like broken, beats everybody, but maybe with the Nimbus stuns? They're so spread out.
They're going to get out of the Nimbuses, though, if they keep running.
No, they're casting. Oh, they're moving in.
Oh, no.
I don't even think the Nimbus...
It'll last so long.
I guess the stuns do matter a bit there.
Not even close.
Even if the Nimbuses were slightly better placed, it would have helped, but I don't think it would have changed the outcome. Or do you?
They just... It seemed like it was going to keep them busy, but once they all got their shields off, they're like, okay, I'm full health. My shields are on.
Charge
There's nothing else I can do.
forward.
Time to charge, and they charge.
Yep.
The only way to beat borrow time is you have to buy time. And I think one of the few heroes that can do that is maybe Enigma, Phoenix, somebody like that. You need like a overwhelming teamfight ulti, a distract them, something. You need something.
Was that an intended pun?
No. What did I say?
In order to beat borrowed time, you have to buy time.
I didn't mean to say that. No. But that's yeah. That's.
You need to do some
should have said yes. That was clever as hell.
That was very clever. Yeah.
Put it on a shirt.
I'll take it. Yeah. Zombies can maybe beat this. I think Phoenix or Enigma could beat this, but there's not that much. Kunkka maybe with Ag's boat, but I don't know if he'll get there. Like it's really hard to beat Abaddon.
All right, sounds like we got an interview ready to go with the winner. Let's send it over to ringside and Hotbid. But thanks to Depthcast, we got Abaddon.
Abaddon, that was a close match. Do you have anything to say to your opponent you just beat, Zeus? And what's your goal for the tournament?
Yeah, Zeus had no chance. It was just no chance at all. It's coming home for Abaddon. We're going to win this.
All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Abaddon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right.
So polite, so insistent. Abaddon just foot forward, but opens the door for you. Okay, I like that.
You think he would be like a more dark and gloomy guy, but apparently he's bright and chippy.
Bright and chippy. From Australia too, it sounds like as well. So what a lad.
He just wins. Just things damage him. His ulti goes on, and he just finishes off his opponents.
Time goes on.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah.
All right, next one should be pretty hype here, guys. We got Undying taking on Bristleback in our quarterfinal round here. Bristleback coming off of his matchup against Shadow Shaman, took that one down 2-1, and we have Undying coming off of his 2-1 matchup against Kunkka.
I don't know what you guys think, but I think this is actually a match that Undying has to be careful about.
Yeah.
Because no matter if Bristle's not moving, it doesn't matter. If he's always going to quill, Undying can't stun him. There's going to be quills. The scary part is decay, obviously, but the quills are going to shred Undying. It doesn't matter how many zombies there are. And if the Bristle's turning around to his zombies, his back's going to sometimes be aiming in the right direction, extra quills. Feel like he can win this one? Round one?
It's much more about the decay versus Bristle than the tombstone this time, it feels like.
Yeah, definitely agree.
I kind of think Undying needs to 2-0, I think.
I'm kind of leaning towards that, to be
The
honest.
level
I think
25
once you hit
Bristle,
Octarine, it's a problem.
He had Octarine Heart. He looked very scary.
But then it's going to turn down to both of them. Bristle's blowing quills constantly, and Undying is spam decaying. If it gets to round 3, I think Undying wins easy, because Bristle's going to run out of health.
Yep.
Just from decay spam.
I'd say the way I would predict is like Bristle will probably win round 1 and 3, though. I think Undying has a good chance at 15 when he first gets the Ags, maybe, but 25 he's going to struggle when Bristle gets too tanky. But
I don't know if take heat matters if you just take all his strength away.
That is very
Is there a
true.
lower limit? I guess once he runs out of strength, he'll still have HP from items, though.
Yeah, it just depends on what items he has. Like, if he has a heart, what else he has to be able to give
Like
him HP as
Octarine,
well.
Crimson, something. I mean, Vanguard is going to be actually really useful this game.
When
You
it's
should damage block.
It's also not just surviving; it's can you kill the Undying? Because this suddenly becomes an Undying who has like we saw that the level 25 one. He had so much health on every Undying.
Doesn't have a ton of armor though. He's a very
That's
low
true.
agility gain hero. If he buys like an AC or something, yeah, it'll be fine. But I think Undying definitely has to be worried about this matchup.
Yep. I go Undying.
Yep.
Are we talking about level 5? Or are you guys still talking about the big picture of it though?
Both.
Yeah,
I really
think
like
level
Undying.
15 Undying is Blade Mail too, right? So I
Let's
guess both
see.
sides might.
So Undying feels like I'm getting the
I maybe say Bristle. I
feeling
think
he needs
Bristle
to
might win it overall, but I'm not sure. Each round feels so close.
Undying as well.
See, Undying needs to win likely the first 2 rounds if he wants his best chance.
Bristle's got a gap close, as he needs to make sure that every Bristle is in quill range of every Undying, and then he can win this match.
The big issue is it's not 900 health versus 900. It's going to very quickly become like 1500 versus 400 health.
Yeah, that's true.
That's where I don't think Bristle can really win this.
Plus, decay strength works differently than other added strength, where it actually keeps the full amount of HP you get from the strength rather than
here's
percentage
more
base.
There, close. Okay, there it is. Getting low. There it is.
They're so
And
close.
if they just
All right, 3 more
slow
seconds.
rinse-
It's gonna be really close.
They stop
Okay,
casting.
they got
Wills.
it.
Woo!
Close one.
Heck of
Wow. Now, just imagine if they soul ripped ever.
Yeah.
God, why don't they
Yeah.
cast that ability?
It's pretty close, though. It really is pretty close. With items, this could be different. I'm not sure if you can damage block with Stout Shield or Vanguard against zombies. I don't know if it matters that much, but
No,
I kind of
probably not. They're probably just like wards. They're probably like ward type damage.
I imagine.
No, they're not. You can block it with Crimson.
Okay.
So Vanguard's gonna be super helpful.
And Tombstone on Death's actually gonna matter this game because there will be a dead Undying at some point.
Yeah, a lot of zombies. But do the zombies help Undying? Don't they just proc more cool sprays, in theory?
In theory, yes.
Because they're going to be summoning behind the Bristle often.
I think Bristle's just going to die to Blade Mail, actually. The Blade Mail doesn't work on Bristle's favor, it works on Undying's, because the decay is the dangerous damage, but it doesn't do mostly damage, it lowers their strength. More so.
If only he cast Blade Mail later on. If he didn't cast it right away, whenever he sees an enemy, you know?
Maybe that'll, yeah.
It still feels very close. Like, I like the Bristle items. He's got decent armor. Like, he's going to Blade Mail physical damage, but the 20 armor, 19 armor might help him out there.
I think a 9 is going to crush this with Eggs, though. Like,
yeah.
The Blade
So
Mail is
much
better
strength.
on Undying by far. He's got Eggs. He's going to get 10 strength per Bristle.
Look at how much strength he has. strength left.
Yeah, he deals 50 of that 53 base strength, and there's 22 left.
Undying.
Yeah, Undying's going to crush this.
He was a bit
2-0.
slow on the decays. His decays round 1 weren't perfect, but yeah, 2-0.
All right. Lots of heavy favors for Undying at the desk. Let's see if that's how things end up panning out. 2-0 potentially.
And I really thought Bristle was going to be the one to do it, but I don't think he's going to be able to win this fight. So it's going to be too hard. All depends how clumped they get, though.
Gets to the center of the ring first and spreads out.
Yeah, decays everything here.
Or if you decay like the front 2 but not the back 3.
Oh, they used ultis too.
That's some of the first Undying ultis.
Yeah, they never
There's
ulti.
one Bristle stuck fighting zombies.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You just can't beat decay Eggs.
Oh my god.
And then the heal as well, right? Once they kill a Bristleback, they all heal up.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good point.
DK, the onslaught continues. Or Undying rather. Onslaught
Yeah.
continues here.
That was, yeah.
2-1, now a 2-0 against Bristleback in the top 16. My
No,
god.
watching it, I feel like Undying was still probably 1/3 set too. I don't think an Octarine or something was going to make a difference. They were just going to lose too much health from all the decay.
Well,
Decay
it's
is too strong there.
even if you survive it, how do you ever kill the Undying so you have plus 50 strength times 5 all of a sudden? So
Yeah.
And then if they get next decay off, probably they don't, but
Yeah, against the strength hero, Undying is way too good. Way too good.
Yeah, Undying, congratulations to him. He will await his opponent of the next upcoming matchup here, but I believe we do have a ringside interview ready to go with Hotbid, thanks to Depthcast. Let's have a word with Undying.
I'm here with Undying. Really looks like the decay stacks are still on him. It's, using the ulti, so
Yeah, I'm a big boy. I just have to say, to my opponent, Bristleback, I love him. I love all the children of the world. I think they're all fantastic. Jamona.
All right, thank you, Michael Jackson. Jesus, okay, just strength wore off
sorry,
there. That was
wore off.
scary. Thank you. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, MJ. Shouts to him. Still repping all the interviews for Undying here. We'll see if he continues bringing out the winning interviews moving forward. Good stuff. All right, upcoming matchup we have here looks like Elder Titan taking on Dragon Knight. That's pretty hype.
There's some big hitters left in this tournament.
Yeah. It feels like a lot of the heroes advance either have insane burst or some like insane survivability, tankiness aspect to them. And, well, these two kind of fall into both categories.
Wow, even Elder Titan flexing on the life here. Let's see what the people at home are flexing as far as the votes go. Reminder, guys, head over to fantasy.bts.gg to get your own predictions in, or just follow along with the BotTI event.
Watching last Elder Titan round, I think these prediction splits are crazy. I think Elder Titan is like a better version of what Dragonite does. Dragonite does all this AoE, he's got a stun, he's high on HP. Elder Titan has all that and better, because he also gets bonus damage from the spirit. So like any of the damage reduction that Dragonite does is wasted. It's just instantly countered.
For sure. I mean, I definitely side with Elder Titan for this first round. But I am not so sure about the second or third round just because the damage of Dragonite happens so quickly.
That's true.
You know, that splash damage that comes in. It's just going to it's a time factor, right? Whether or not a stomp goes down and they get the Earth Splitters off before they get blown up by the splash damage.
Yeah, Elder Titan's issue is like he's got really good control and he eventually has really good like ulti-based damage, but his right click is not anything to be respected. So there could definitely be some situations where Dragonite just like DPS kills 2 guys instantly.
ET for me.
Definitely for round 1.
Round 1,
yeah.
definitely.
For what we've seen.
Is the double Dragon Blood talent in this patch?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yep.
I think that is going to make the difference later. I'm pretty sure.
Won't help against the magic damage though, like
it
the
won't.
ET splits and stuff.
Yeah, but that's still half the damage is physical, half is magic. So like Dragonite's going to lose all his base armor, but this bonus armor from Dragon's Blood is not going to be reduced. I think that's going to be a really nice thing going for Dragonite later rounds as well.
But for at least our first round, seems pretty heavy favored for Elder Titan. Let's see if that's going to be the case or not. Let's cut to the bot arena and watch these two throw it down.
Dragonite's going to even run at his opponent, probably get hit by both Echo Stomps as well, I think.
It is nighttime. That should help DK. Because the daytime is where he gets hits you with the Spirit Stomp early, but being nighttime means DK may actually get the Breathe Fires on.
Okay. I mean, he's going to Breathe Fire. I think it's just going to put Elder Titan to half HP, and then Elder Titan's going to clean up, is my expectation.
Elder Titan there early.
Oh, they're still spread.
Oh! ETs are very low here.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
really
they need
bad.
to actually right-click together.
Yeah,
what's happening?
They're panicking. They're too low.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, late stomp. Oh, that was huge. Look at that damage.
Okay, get more stomps in.
Oh, DK's one hit.
They lost.
Okay.
That's a pretty big choke from Elder Titan, I think.
Wow.
They panicked when the Breathe Fires came out. They all stopped what they were doing.
The 2 or 3 that were like a sliver of health didn't want to fight. They were just like, I'm going to sit back. I'm too low in health. But for whatever reason, the bot coding must have said, look, if you're low health, don't fight. There was 2 ETs trying to kill stun DKs. You need all 5 in there.
I know this really sucks because Elder Titan has to clutch it out. Both the games, both the rounds with the Stomp Earth Splitter combination. I just don't expect them to be able to do it twice.
Yeah. We've been putting so much on can they do the Stomp combo. And every match prior they have, but this one it just got weird.
Yeah. Well, I think the nighttime really hurt them there too. If that's daytime, from what we've seen, ET just been crushing all his level 5s with that 5 stomps a day. But not the case. There is Blade Mellow. I think that gives a bit more hope to ET.
There's also Meteor Hammer. Meteor Hammer screws up a lot of Elder Titans, or a lot of heroes in general.
I still feel like we see ET use a lot of his spells. Like, he's not forgetting to use Earth Splitter.
He stomps first, and then he Meteor Hammers or Earth Splitters afterwards. We haven't seen him do any crazy attempt to Meteor Hammer first.
It's never 5 Meteor Hammers. It's always like 2 or 3 Meteor Hammer, while 2 or 3 ulti, which is like, it's okay.
You know what else is going to happen is the one Elder Titan's going to throw a Spirit out in the middle of the Dragonites. Every Elder Titan's going to use Blade Mail. Dragonite's going to throw out Breathe Fires and start attacking with Maelstrom. So all of that magic damage is going to be reflected, and it's unreduced because of one Spirit being there. So I think Dragonites might get super shredded right at the start. And ET even has a magic resistance talent, so it's even better for tanking. That could be really we could see Dragonite die really fast right at the start.
Let's go, ET.
All right, guys. It's the time though. Second round. Who's taking it?
I think I'm gonna say ET because blade mail advantage, and yeah, it's not bad though. Dragonite's got good items.
Right.
But once like the Elder Titan come out anyways, like if they get like 2 of those off and it's a clumped Dragonite group, Dragonite should still die. I mean, he's got a lot of armor. He's got plus 17 without armlet on, so the physical component's not gonna do a lot, but the magic component is still gonna hit a lot. So if they get like 2 or 3 ults off, the fight's over. It's gonna be close.
Yep. It's a big if though. The bots have let us down before.
Stay daytime.
And also, when they get the Breathe Fire debuff on them, they may self-Yules. That's something we've often seen.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
Let's use these Yules to purge stuff off, and that means you're not casting other more important spells.
Elder Titan's so much faster here.
Dragonite, you got to break.
They're gonna
break
spread
formation.
Out
Split, split, split.
Okay, this is not
3 stomps.
DK.
Whoa.
3 splits.
Early
Frozen.
splits.
All right, still 2 DKs alive. Still 2 DKs. All right, it's not looking good.
Way too low.
Not looking good.
2 more.
Super splitters. Where the hell are they going?
You know what's actually changed this fight? Dragonite ulti. He turns into range, and then he's like, hey, I'm ranged. I'm doing damage. And then he just ends up sticking around in the bad spot for the group AoEs. That really wrecked Dragonite there.
Woof. All right. Well, that means we get to go to a round 3, level 25, 2K gold of items to spend. Now we're looking at an Elder Titan with an Ag, Shivas, and DK.
Disarm.
AC.
How do you actually beat the disarm?
Yeah.
That's so good here.
And
We've
70
seen
attack
ET
speed.
almost always use a couple of these Earth Splitters. They've got 100% lifesteal too.
And they always Shivas. Like, all
Yeah.
these bots always Shivas, which means attack speed's going to be slowed down, which means it's less likely Dragonite can kill the ETs before they get by Stomp or Earth Splitter.
He does have a hood at least. So it'll reduce a lot of the damage, but I'm definitely of the same opinion. Daedalus could be a lot. His attack speed's not terrible either on Dragonite's side, but I just don't see them not choking like the last fight. They're going to use their ultimates, they're going to stand still, the Dragonite side, and then they're probably going to get hit by a lot of ET stuff. And if ETs even get into melee range, like they got a bunch of damage. There's so much armor on Dragonite's side,
If ET had some item other than this Ag Scepter, I would probably favor DK. But the disarm is just something which I don't know how the DK is going to respond to it. What do you even do? You just stun and kite around? Like, there's no real counterplay for it.
Elder Titan's weakness is anybody who can play super fast, nuke or disable right off the bat. Yeah. And unfortunately for Dragonite, he's a little bit slower. Percentage-based damage is always going to be a big winner. So, Elder Titan.
Elder Titan feels pretty good for him.
He does have so much armor though, and he's got a hood. Like, he's going to reduce the damage a lot. Maybe he can outlive through the, let's say maybe 2 Earth Splitters get off only or something. The other ones aren't casted or aren't used right. I could see Dragonite winning those. We're going to be a little surprised how little damage they do in comparison. Like, the last round compared to this one, it's completely different. He's got like an extra 12 armor. He's got a hood. He's got an AC. Like, massively different damage output. But he will be disarmed. So he's got to take a few of those, live through it, live through the disarm, then kill his opponents.
All right, let's see if that's going to happen or not. Here comes round number 3 of action here.
Have we seen Elder Titan round 3 yet?
Oh, wow.
Well, they already won.
Interesting.
Woo!
Oh, did we just get spoiled?
Yes.
Yes. We absolutely did.
Yes, we did.
Does
But
this mean-
let's see how that happened.
Is Batiai a lie?
No, Bati is real,
This
so
isn't
Sam.
live? Can Dragonite do it? Can he undo the forces of time?
Maybe that was an old simulation and they reran it.
All the pipes.
All right, well, we know one Elder Titan is dead.
All right, 2, 3. That's like 4 ultimates.
Ah, there it is.
That took 5 Earth Splitters, by the way. That was a lot.
satisfying.
That took a lot.
Woo!
Those do 50% of his health and magic and physical. Congrats, dude. He tanked the pain.
He did, but that's all you need is 5. Like if you can't live through 5, that's 6 and 7th. You know they don't matter if you're gonna die to 5 of them. So.
Yes. There are 5 heroes.
Yep.
So there's 5 ultimates.
There's 5. That's my professional analysis. 5.
This is the counting game with David Parker. 5.
I don't know. I just started talking. I didn't know where I was going with that. I'm like, okay,
not 6. No. 5.
250% of their max health in magic, half physical is what they took there, and they almost tanked through it, but that was it. It's a very lost fight. ET, good hero.
Yep.
In Batiai.
congratulations, ET. You move on to face Undying in now the winner semifinal. Should be a hype matchup. We have an interview now with the winner. It's Elder Titan joining Hotbid ringside, thanks to Depthcast.
So I'm here with Elder Titan, who has just played a completely live set against DK. Give him a second to calm down. You are now in the winners semifinals. Do you have anything to say to your opponent next, who is, I believe, Undying?
Yeah, Undying is really, really strong. I'm really, really nervous right now. I'm sorry.
Okay, but you don't play until tomorrow. What are your plans for tonight?
Can't breathe right now. Super nervous. Sorry, Hotbid. I'm a big fan.
Okay.
It's liquid. I can't keep it together right now. Sorry, Hotbid. Fine. Sorry.
Wow, that guy really likes Hotbid. We don't see many of those too often, but well,
you see
good
him?
for
He's
him.
trying to creep on him.
Yeah,
you
right?
trying to follow him.
Wow. Well,
He's a
the
security
nerve
guard.
still shaking, obviously.
Yeah, I
it
mean-
was a bit of a surprising showing for a lot of us, but he does it, man. Muscles past DK.
You don't know what to do once you do those interviews. Which way do you walk? You're backstage. It's all dark. It's creepy. It's like cables everywhere. You follow the guy you trust. It's Hotbid.
Yep.
Right.
Woo! Good stuff. Things are getting hot and heavy, guys, right now. We actually have now 4 combatants ready for the winner bracket semifinal. But we got to find out what's going to be happening on the lower half of the bracket when we come back. But before then, we have the actual bracket here. Look how mighty and massive this thing is. And can believe it, this actually once started as a round of what? 134, 36? 136, I believe?
There's no way there's that many heroes.
But
Is that
I
what
mean,
you're saying?
we can't seed we can't
yeah.
seed them into the round of 64,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yep.
So, man, now here we are,
Round of 144.
and we are down all the way.
I'm very curious about those elimination matches. It's some big heroes down there.
I mean, the 3 of the top 4 seeds have made it through. Just the one upset was the Phoenix beating Enigma.
Enigma's gonna crap on people. That's for sure.
Yeah, Enigma definitely gets a good run back right there. But all right, so with that said, guys, we're going to cut to a break. When we come back, it is time to go into lower bracket action. We'll see you soon for more Bot TI coverage. Hello, everyone, and welcome on back to more Bot TI action. This is it. We got 4 more matches for today's coverage, and then we're officially at the full halfway point of Bot TI, and tomorrow we'll round things out. It's happening so fast, so quick, isn't it?
It is.
Grant, welcome back to the panel.
Thank you. I was looking at the panel. I was watching you guys do predictions. It's weird. You guys are wearing ties, so you think you can make good analyzations, analysis, and you can't.
Nope.
You don't need to.
I think we were right
Got
from
the tie.
pretty much all of them.
You said Zeus.
Yeah.
And he
that's,
lost.
That's what pretty much means.
Oh, okay.
There's some that you don't get right.
Didn't you
That
also
was
say
Zeus.
Enigma would beat Phoenix?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. You just said.
There's
my
pretty,
bad. My
and there's
bad.
much. All right.
Yeah, my bad. My
What do you
bad,
want about
Cap.
it?
I just, I just get real flustered here when there's some wrong analysts. But I'm ready to go, baby.
Yeah, that Abazeus one was actually super
fun.
close.
I
Came down
liked
to the
it, yeah.
wire, and the funny thing is actually we have some extra bit of footage on that match. Believe it or not, we have
Ooh.
cut in voice team comms of that match. We can hear live exactly what the bots were discussing before they clashed. Let's check it out. Oof. Harsh words.
They're on some rough ones.
The dial-up code must be the taunting, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Pretty sure they knew they had the game at that point in time, and
Yeah, I never
let
understand
loose.
what the hell they're actually saying, but apparently there's a market out there of bots who are watching it, and they love it when we do that little featurette right there.
They
so.
just and they're angry. They just got purged off of Twitter, so they've moved on to Twitch, and they
Yeah.
are ready to watch some bot TI.
Excellent stuff right now. Bring all your viewer friends and bot friends out there to the stream while you're at it, by the way. All right, guys, we got to get into the lower bracket set of action right now. We had a nice featured piece about this gentleman earlier. You saw the struggle, and he has got to fight his way now of the lower bracket. It's our boy Enigma, as he's going to have to go toe-to-toe with the Juggernaut. Now,
Can he do it?
Now, I'm seeing a couple more branches for the Juggernaut, and you know what? I'm not mad about this because I think Enigma's gonna win either way, especially at level 5, because Midnight Pulse does go through spin and it does stack. And you know what? You want to give him, what is that, 3 more, what's that, 30 HP? Sure. He can have it.
They've got Healing Word to offset one of
That'll
the
get
Midnight
him.
Pulses.
Level 1 Healing Word.
And I think they actually attack it, too. I don't know. This one actually might be
could
close.
be close.
To me,
I don't know about this one.
but it's Juggernaut, right? We already saw Sven, that goober that he is, just completely suck. This is the other loser of the top 16, right? Juggernaut. Like, he doesn't do stuff.
These two heroes aren't bad. Like, Sven, if he used all his spells, could be a top 5 player, but he doesn't use anything
Jug
properly.
too.
Yeah.
He has an ultimate that makes him invulnerable and do a ton of damage, but he's like, what if I just lose instead? Then I can go home.
It's actually kind of unfortunate because Jug is probably the most classic Dota hero there is
yeah.
ever. He's been there in the beginning.
Yeah.
You think he'd get probably some of the most attention for the coding, just like, let's make sure he does all of his spells. Let's, Omni Slash. It's been around forever. Let's make sure the bot uses it so he can show off how good it is now.
What about the coding of Midnight Pulse, though, and how all of the bots react to it? We saw them with Firefly. They danced around it. They're like, ooh, that's hot.
That's true,
Don't
that's true.
touch it. Don't touch it. Midnight Pulse, they're like, yeah.
Well, it's kind
percentage-based damage.
Percentage-based
No
damage.
big deal.
Can't compute, therefore I won't ignore.
If you think about it, okay, and Jug is only going to have 3 branches, we were just told, so
Graphical
that's
glitch,
good. Yeah,
guys.
it's gonna
Graphical
happen.
glitch.
But
The production's good.
I think the whole Midnight Pulse, like, he doesn't have Black Hole yet, right? But what is a Midnight Pulse? It is still a mini black hole. So heroes, the AI, they get sucked into it, and I mean, it's not their fault. They're bots, and that's how they're coded.
I'll tell you what it is, Grant. It's healable damage. We've got Healing Ward. Jug has got this.
You're on
it's
Jug.
Healable damage.
It is healable damage.
You know what it is? It's because
man.
Midnight Pulse is the essence of darkness. They can't find their way out. You know? You ever been lost in the middle of the night in the forest?
That brings up a good story. One time, I didn't get lost. I locked myself in a garage for 8 hours on Christmas Eve, and it was before I had a cell phone. It was a rough one. So I finally ended up getting out, and I don't want to go over how I went to the
how
bathroom,
old were you?
but
How old are you?
I think I was 16.
Okay.
No, I was 13 or 12. It was
Okay,
13 or
you're
12.
at your family home? All right.
No, I was dog sitting for someone else. And I went out to get the dogs, dog food, and the garage door shut behind me. And I was freaking out. And I couldn't open the garage, so I remember I tried flashing SOS on the garage light too to the neighbor. It was bad. I also had to use puppy pads to go to the bathroom. It was not a good time. You remember that?
Did you eat dog food?
Wait.
I didn't eat anything. I slept on cardboard and used it. I don't know why we came up to this story.
This is how
but
we found
Enigma
our bot.
is gonna win.
This is how we found our Batia
It's
analyst,
so
by the
much
way.
like
I
Greg
once
Grant,
had to
locked in the garage. It's gonna Juggernaut. It's gonna be locked inside. Midnight Pulse is gonna have to use puppy pads.
Did you say you had to use puppy pads? Okay, I just want to make sure that's
I
what
didn't
heard.
have to, but I was dog sitting. I didn't want to ruin their garage.
Oh my good lord!
Shows
All
have
right.
respect for their garage.
How we've diverted so
And then
much.
eventually I just found out you could open the garage door, and I walked out at 7 a.m.
Oh
What?
my god!
The best part was, it was Christmas Eve. That Christmas, my parents got me a phone. If they would have been 1 day sooner, I would have had a phone.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can we roll that back? You literally looked at the big shining button next to the light, and you were like, "Oh, I can open."
No,
the
that
garage
didn't work.
door?
I had to open it manually. There's
Okay.
also like
String or
multiple
whatever.
locks on like the
Okay.
thing I didn't see.
All right.
As a 13-year-old, it was scary. Or 12.
So
I'm
traumatic,
gonna go
dude.
12.
I am so sorry you had to go through that.
It was a good life lesson. Look at me now. I'm excited. I think Enigma's going to take it. Gods, I love healable damage. You know that, but it's 5 Midnight Pulses.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
I'm with you. I'm Enigma on this one.
All right.
I think we're pretty split at the desk.
Are we? Cap?
No, I'm Enigma.
Oh, just Parker.
Juggernaut.
Did you
I
see
believe.
the
Just
Juggernaut
Parker.
win?
Yes.
my Enigma's? He's looking pretty swole right now from
this-
that player interview video.
And he can play
Panicking. He's the
guitar.
#1 seed in the lower bracket. You know?
That's true.
This guy doesn't know how to deal with the pressure. Juggernaut has been garbage all
What?
tournament
Don't
long.
you know what a black hole is, gods?
What?
Pressure.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, pressure on the Enigma. He's gonna choke.
There's the healable.
Healable damage. He's gonna get rid of the Malefice.
Oh God.
Oh no!
They got out
They're
of the
out of the
Midnight
pulse?
Pulse, you dumbasses!
No.
The healing wards too.
Enigma.
The healable damage.
They don't kill the wards.
Oh.
They don't.
Wait.
No, you guys.
Wait. Oh, there's another one.
Another midnight pulse.
You doubted the Juggernaut. The code is there. The healing word, the Blade Furies, and Enigma runs away from Midnight Pulse.
I forgot about the run. Oh, man. That was good.
Now is he not going to cast Black Hole? Is he going to run away from the spin?
No.
Did we make a player piece just for him to get double eliminated right here? My God, Enigma.
Wow. The downside of Maleficus is that it pushes Jug to actually use Blade Fury because he wants to get rid of it. He's like, I'm stunned. I can get rid of this.
I think
Great.
you're right.
Let's go. Will they Omni Slash?
No.
One Omni Slash. That's going to stop bashing.
No Omni Slash ever, right?
This
We've
is
never
the
seen
first seed. This would be like LeBron losing to like Muggsy Bogues or something. Like that's it just you can't do that, Enigma.
No,
Muggsy
Bogues.
Bogues. He's like the most famous
I mean, he was on
basketball
Space Jam.
player under like 5 feet tall.
I wouldn't even put him as a low seed. He made Space Jam. I mean, that's already
thought Michael
5
Jordan did.
seeds. That's 5 seeds right there. I'm saying he was in the group. To make that group of aliens.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You'd have
you're
to
right.
be at least of the top 5 at the time.
That's true. All right,
So I think Muggsy Bogues was a bad
He's
call.
more of like some guy you go to the YMCA and he's trying super hard.
Yeah.
And he takes his shirt off and sweats on you. Like, get away from me.
That's what it should be for Jug.
Yeah.
But
It's
will
Enigma.
it change it all at level 6? Is he just gonna walk over Midnight Pulse again?
I think Enigma has this. He's got Ghost Scepter against Omni Slash.
If Omni Slash is used ever.
Yeah, I don't think it's being used either.
What if he Black Holes on the spin
and gets scared?
And then he's taking damage. He gets scared.
Cancels.
As long as
But
he gets
what if the
Midnight
pressure?
Pulse, right?
But will 5 do that? Because all you need is like if they run away and still have some black holes left, they might be okay.
It's about how that's crazy. Enigma's 1 loss away from getting eliminated. As the top seed, a lot of people say is a favorite. Now, if he just messes up 1 or 2
But-
black holes, he's out.
Grant, healable damage. This is level 4 healing wards,
That
5
is.
of them. Can you even damage through that?
And they're the kitty cat wards. Those are good.
Those are pretty good.
I'm pretty sure that's still better for Midnight Pulse, though.
Midnight Pulse still
One
out there.
level of 5 Midnight Pulses, 1 extra level of 5 Midnight Pulses, I think is greater than 1 ward with 3 more levels in it.
Yeah.
Enigma.
Correct. But I'm going Enigma.
Let's go.
He has to. Someone's gonna blink black hole at least once. Then Midnight Pulses go down.
Yeah, I'm with you guys on
I'm
the Enigma.
I'm
on this
sticking
one.
with Jug.
Okay.
I'm bouncing back.
All right
I was
there.
going to go Enigma, but after what Jug did last round, I'm fully believing.
All right. Sounds good. Let's see how things pan out. Enigma needs the win here to keep his bot TI hopes alive. Is he going to be the first bot to be eliminated on the main stage?
Just
crazy.
Black hole.
It's nighttime, so the blink's gonna come a little later.
Willie
Nighttime's
Blink.
good for Jug.
Willie
I
Black
think
Hole.
It's good for Jug.
Will it happen?
Healing wards?
Cats are out.
You have so much time to Black
Hold them down, buddies! Hold them down!
Wait. Okay.
Oh, they Omni Slash there.
All right.
That was close.
Let's not be canceling our black holes for no reason. Jeez.
All right.
Let's go, Enigma.
The holes came out.
Yep.
And this time around, he's gonna have Aghanim Scepter.
Yep.
So refresher.
I
That
don't
means
think I don't think he had. Did he have X on Enigma? I think he had Refresher, but
I think if he had X, 10 Midnight
We'll find out.
Pulses.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Jiminy Crickets. That's a lot of percentage-based damage.
Imagine if Jug actually could cast ult, though. The poor
He does have eggs. Oh, man.
Poor guy could
yeah, this
not do
is
it.
Not going to look good for old Juggernaut. No, but last time it was a 1-1. It was in Game 3. That was the first time we saw one Juggernaut use his ultimate. And all it takes is 1. If we just see 1 again, could turn the tides.
Yeah, but that was against a Sven who wouldn't cast Stormbolt.
Hey, Sven is in a higher seed than both of these guys right now, and you're going to trash talk him.
Yeah?
That's messed up. Where are you, Cap? I don't see you in the bot TI bracket.
Pays better to be here.
Oh, okay. I don't think Enigma can lose, right? I really don't. But I don't want to say that because I feel he might.
I would base my bet onto Enigma also, just based on the last round. I think he's got it with a black hole.
You just need to hit 1 black hole. That's
There's
it.
no Omni Slash. There hasn't been one all tournament. Why should there be one now?
Yeah, I agree.
Show me. Unless this is some crazy Jug anime moment where he pulls it out.
Or this time, since he has the Eidolons, he goes by the neutral creep camp and it spawns right then, and he goes and makes conversions, and some of them die. I don't know.
Battle Fury cleave off of them.
Yeah. Oh, I could see it. Cap, you're with Enigma, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Gods, are you still with Jug? 3 in a row?
I'm with Enigma.
Okay.
Oh, he
I've
jumped
lost faith.
Ship was halfway down in the water and he jumped.
Yeah.
That's fair. I would too. Go.
Back to Arena, where we see
They always cast the Malefice first.
Yeah,
There's
all
always
on
at
the
least
one jug.
Malefice. Yeah, get him.
Got him.
+5 instances. Oh, he spun. They're moving. They should have butterflied there.
Oh, the butterfly.
Now they did. Wait. Why would they butterfly when they were going into the fight? Like, why didn't they do it earlier?
Gotta get there fast.
We better lose our evasion to get there.
Gotta go fast.
No, you don't lose evasion anymore.
What, really?
I don't think. No, you used to. New one, you
Okay.
don't. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it's
okay.
like it's.
Yeah, I'm always stuck.
Yeah, longer
no,
cooldown, but
it's
you don't
really
lose
short,
evasion.
right?
Yeah, it's like a 2-second duration, but no losing evasion.
I'm always stuck in the
Speed
past.
boost.
Is Digital
Yeah.
Chaos still killing it out there? Just kidding.
Dang. Enigma is back, though. That's good. It would have been a damn shame.
It's a 1
if-
seed.
It would have
Yeah.
been a damn shame. Yeah, the 1 seed comes in here, drops, and then drops back-to-back games.
It could have been so good.
Close.
When they fluttered in, if just one of the 5 jugs insta-omni slashed, I think they can win it. But no.
Not this year. Maybe next year they'll Omni Slash, but not this year. Could definitely have changed them out. But looks like we're going to actually have a loser interview is what the word I've received. If that's the case, I guess we're going to be having a word with Juggernaut. Let's see what's happening down there.
All right, so this is always a really hard interview to do, you know, immediately after someone is eliminated from the tournament. But Jug, you are last place at Bot TI. Do you have anything to say? Anything to say to us?
I am the Juggernaut, friend.
So spirit's still high, apparently, even after the loss. You gonna come back strong next year?
Sure.
Okay. All right. See you next year, Jug.
Thanks. Well, that was a great interview.
Fantastic stuff. Very
I
insightful.
can't decide if these
so
interviews are
peppy.
better or not than Dota interviews. They're like just as short, just as fast, just as swift.
Sure if he knew he was in a tournament.
I don't know what he was doing. He got lost.
Yeah, I'm glad he has just such positive
I do
like,
wanna
outlook
say,
on life.
Sure. Yeah, I felt like Hoppet. He said he got last place in the tournament. This was last place in the top 16.
yeah,
Like, come on, like Hoppet, do some research.
Come on,
but
he-
I
yeah.
thought, Juggernaut performed. Well, he performed terribly. I don't know
Yeah,
what I'm
he's-
saying.
yeah,
He was
don't
actually
try.
garbage.
He's like the Team Archon
Yeah.
of Bot TI, you know. It's like,
He's
But
here.
he gets there.
Forget about him.
But he won't
gets-
do anything.
Yeah.
His potential is so much higher than what it is, but he just
Maybe
trying.
next year.
Maybe next year. All right. Well, congrats to Enigma. He moves on, awaiting his next upcoming matchup. We'll see. What is actually our next upcoming matchup here? I don't have my current updated bracket in front of me.
Bloodseeker versus Warlock.
Bloodseeker versus Warlock, gentlemen. All
like-
right.
I like this one.
Awesome.
Well, with all Warlock rounds, you can just say, all right, easy Bloodseeker for the first round, no problem.
Yep. But
no muss, no fuss.
I think this one's different though, because level 15, I think Bloodseeker already wins level 5. I think.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
that's what
Warlock-
I was talking
yeah,
about.
Yeah,
So
I know.
level 5 is not different.
But
Warlock
15,
loses every level 5.
I thought you were saying at 15, like if he
Oh.
gets a rock off, he wins. This time with pure damage, like even if a rock comes down, if they get all 5 blood rights off, I think there's a good chance they just take it right there, because it is pure damage, right?
Yeah, but I think it
Pretty
only
close.
comes up to like 1,050 damage or something. Or they,
Well, you can
I think
boost it with
Warlocks
blood
will have
rage,
enough
too.
HP because they'll have Aghanim Scepter
Ags,
and stuff.
Often Glimmer Cape too, even. I
But
mean, it
then-
doesn't stop block damage, but
Yeah, I don't-
stops the right clicks maybe.
Maybe one Bloodseeker goes like super fast and starts killing Warlocks.
Starts healing.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah,
brought
he
it
can
so
run
low.
past the golems and ignore them. Doesn't care about up.
Yeah, I
people,
think
maybe.
these easy bots are programmed to do that.
yes.
They're ready to go. I think this Bloodseeker
Yeah.
pretty easy.
Level
first
5?
one.
Level 5,
Yeah,
Bloodseeker.
Yeah,
easy
Bloodseeker.
peasy.
Show us how we could somehow be wrong. Let's head to Arena now to see Warlock versus Bloodseeker. Round 1.
Warlock's like the racing horse. He's like the really fat one who sucks at like the really short races, but
Yeah.
on like the mile and a half, my man trucks
He's a
through
marathon.
It. Yeah, he is.
Marathon runner.
I don't think that's how marathon runners work.
The Belmont.
The
my
fat
friend.
ones? Yeah, normally fat ones are not good marathon runners, but
Oh, you
It's
know
American.
your thoroughbreds, my friend. I have trained thoroughbreds in my dreams. Oh, here we go.
Thoroughbred marathon
Oh,
runners?
whoa.
Okay. We good.
The Warlock level 5 has gotten better. That's 2 times in a row he's actually using
Both spells.
Yeah.
offensively.
That's just because nothing was happening for 2 seconds, though.
In the past, we've seen him just turn to his ally and be like, "I'm going to heal you. You heal me. All right, let's go."
I have no idea like what triggers that. If it's like the
I mean, there was no damage instance this time around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then he's like, "Oh, well, I can offensive shadow word," and so
Sure.
all right
everything
now.
got a little-
I got the rock drop.
Blade.
I really wish he took blood right damage. I think that would actually be a game changer.
Yeah. I mean, if you can survive the rock drop.
But he's going to fight the rocks. That's the problem. I think the only way was to burst him down. Because, right, they usually fight the rocks when they get dropped.
I don't see many survive the rock drop, if I'm honest
the blade
with you.
mill. That's the question.
Well, that'll what damage does it reflect? The
fatal
impact
bonds, right?
damage from the ulti and the fatal bonds damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Not like the flame. The flaming fists do a lot of damage,
but they don't reflect to the actual Warlock.
No.
So that's a problem.
Yeah, and there's a Ghost Scepter and Warlock could help if Bloodseeker starts running in close.
Doesn't the
I don't know.
immolation
Sorry.
stack
Warlock.
on the Warlocks as well? I'm
so.
feeling pretty good for Warlock.
It has to be Bloodseeker. Wait, what?
If Bloodseeker wins, I think he's more likely to win this.
Yeah,
than
Warlock for sure. I don't know. I think he might just get it. He might burst him down with Blood. I like it. With the Blade Mill and the Blood Rights, I think he can do it.
All right, predict it.
I think if
Put it out.
2-0.
Predict it.
If Bloodseeker loses this one, he will lose 25 as well, but I don't think he will. It's going to be a 2-0. Warlock, one of the favorites. Guess what? No one liked him anyways. He's gone.
All right.
I kind of liked him. He's all right.
We'll see. We'll see. I hope he wins, and then
you guys all think it's
shows
gonna be
you
Warlock?
something wrong.
Yes. Yeah, I think Warlock.
Yeah.
The Blade Mails.
Yes.
When was the last time you saw Warlock in a real TI finals?
I
think it might have been last year, actually.
Yeah.
No, get ready, baby. This is it. Throw out some blood rights, baby. There they are. No, go!
Oh.
The heel?
They want. Oh,
they're glimmering. They're
glimmers.
No,
that
you
looks so scary.
had it,
Wow.
baby.
I thought Warlock had lost there for a second.
yeah.
There's glimmers.
Oh, one of them just had to do something differently. One person in history could have changed
That
the
was so
course.
close.
But they choked.
And now Warlock wins 2-1.
It was so freaking close.
Because now there's no Blade Mill. Blade Mill is a big part of the this one's going to be a real quick one. I
And
think.
they also needed to, like, now when you kill one of those Warlocks, they'll get stunned.
Yeah.
Because the danger before was they were running at the Warlocks to be able to finish them off. Now, once one of the Warlocks dies, they'll get stunned up. Allows more time for other Warlock golems.
And now it's going to be a slaughter, right? You go from
it
it's one
should
of
be.
those like it's so close, and then the next one it's just going to be a massacre. Come on, Bloodseeker, you had it. He deserves to lose, honestly. Now that I look at it, he deserves to lose. I don't even care anymore. He deserves to lose. What a loser showing.
He has deserved to lose for a long time now.
Thanks, Caps.
He's made it
Still
through
upset.
quite far. Let's see if this is where the journey ends. One of these two combatants may be done here at BATI.
Here we go. That's the biggest thing. Always using your Shadow Blade or Silver Edge defensively. If they just used it aggressively, they one-shot like one of the Warlocks. You never know. But then they get stunned.
Let's see what happens.
It's going to be a massacre.
It's nighttime. If that plays a part.
Play that dubstep, baby.
Drop.
Will they get the second rocks off?
Doesn't matter.
Wow.
Got silence,
Yeah,
but-
that was to be.
Warlock. Still hitting where it hurts.
Can Warlock lose a level 25, like, honestly? I'm trying to think, like, what...
I mean,
Abba,
Abba's
I
the one
guess?
I think, we keep talking about a lot of.
They have been destined to meet for a while. It
It's
feels
crazy
like.
how strong his level 25 is. It's actually nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just disappointed. Like, Bloodseeker, you could have won, and, like, one of them was just like, no, I don't want to win, and he throws it for the other four. It's just dumb. Good thing we are going to have an interview with one of them. Ken,
Hope
I need
it's
you to
not that
roast
guy.
him. Yeah, Ken, you roast him for me.
Yeah. All right, let's throw it over to Ken now, who has the interview winner right now, I believe, Warlock.
All right.
Oh, it's a loser.
I'm here with Bloodseeker, who had just got eliminated, from the tournament. One of our commentators, Capitalist, is been very critical of you, through the tournament, saying you don't deserve to be in the final 16. Do you have any kind of last words you want to say? Do you think you represented yourself well, kind of in
Hey, what was his name?
Austin, Dota Capitalist?
Hey, yo, Austin, you little, you know what I'm gonna say. You come over here and say those words to me. You come talk to me face to face.
All right, Cap, you wanna come over here?
No.
All right. He's scared of you, man. He's scared of you.
As you should be.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll
punk
see you.
ass bitch.
We'll see you next year.
Up yours.
Back to you at the desk.
Damn, Cap, look out. That guy's going to catch you. You better not. You better watch when you step away from this desk right now. He's probably going to be waiting over in the corner.
He'll get
I forgot. Most of the time I'm used to dealing with Dota players. I can just talk whatever shit I want, no problem. The most that is going to happen is they're going to come at me at like social media or something. But forgot I was dealing with some.
Bloodseeker's the real deal.
Yeah, he is.
Edward Cullen, that guy's scary.
He's a vampire.
He's
spooky.
Dude.
I think that's kind of why they lost. You mentioned that one Bloodseeker laying him down. They're here just to have fun, pick up chicks, go party a bit. Like their head's not in the game, Grant. They were not focused on winning
I
today.
wasn't happy with it. It's one of the I just can't get over. Like he could have won, and he just didn't want to. But it's fine.
He didn't want it enough.
No, he just didn't want it. Like if you don't want it, then you don't deserve it. Facts.
Fair enough. All right. Next upcoming match, what do we got in store for us right now? I should really have a schedule in front of me, but unfortunately I don't. But it looks like, oh, goodness. Rasta Pasta, Shadow Shaman versus Kunkka.
Kunkka, rather. He has a lot of HP.
I know, I was looking at that too. That's the only thing.
Enough to survive the mighty 5 times Ether Shock of Shaman, though?
I don't.
It's 5 units.
I mean, he'll survive. It's just a question of whether or not, like.
He survives with like 1 hit each, and then they'll just get right-clicked once. There's no way Kunkka wins.
Yeah, or they get shackled or something. Like, you need a couple of Kunkkas to get in there and actually get their cleave off.
Kunkka's like Warlock. He's a level 25 kind of hero. Like, if you can just win one of the early ones, you're going to win 25 kind of thing.
He did lose his last level 25, though, right?
That's true. He wasn't.
But I agree with that. I think Shaman needs the 2-0 here because I don't think he has a chance at level 25.
Yeah.
So Shaman got to win these first 2 rounds, otherwise I think you're kind of screwed.
All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and check it out right now and see if Shaman's going to be able to pull it through. I imagine so with that heavy bursting power.
Let's see.
Kunkka, though, one do always somehow scrap together wins in the later rounds.
Yeah. The delayed out torrent could actually save them from shackles, which is what usually the Shadow Shamans try and go for after Ether Shock.
It's true.
Oh, they're not splitting up at all. This is going to be 5-5-man Ether Shocks. Spooky music.
Ominous. The crowd is super intense. All with a hit each.
They didn't torrent very early, but if they get the swings off, swing, they got it.
Oh, the comeback. Oh, Kunkka.
That dude's dancing on him right now.
Dancing on him?
What a wonderful comeback. That was hype.
They did split up. The one in the back didn't get hit at all, and then they did. They just had more HP than the other like level 5 heroes. They had 1.1k HP, and it helped them survive.
All it took was 1 turn too. You do that, you disrupt some of those spells, and boom, those cleaves.
It's a lot.
Tore them apart.
Dang.
Now this one, on the other hand.
Now we got a whole new kind of a game here, potentially. We got the ultimates in store. You got boat to consider on one side. You got wards, Agnum wards on the other. Can Kunkka find his way through the plethora of wards and take down each Shadow Shaman before
this could be one of those weird ones where Shadow Blade being defensive could come back to save him. They Shadow Blade low and come in. You just get 1 crit at the end of it. I think Shadow Shaman will win, but Kunkka definitely is weird.
I was about to say, I don't think they even need to get the hit in at all. I think literally the boats will just kill the Shadow Shamans. It's just they need to survive long enough for the boats to actually land.
Do the killing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
well, it's also what if Shaman's running forward and doesn't get hit by the boats because he runs through it? Like, are they going all 5 X-torrent? They normally X-torrent like the X-boat the front 2, but they're not going to do that to all 5 maybe. Will they group around that spot? Who knows?
This brings me back. If you didn't know, one of the first pirates in the world, the 1200s, Blackbeard.
Yes.
Blackbeard was actually one of the first people to summon a boat to his aid.
Really?
Down in the Bermuda Triangle. Yes. So I think if they channel their inner Blackbeards, they have a good chance of taking it.
All right.
How did he discover that power, Grant?
He called upon Neptune, god of the sea.
Ah.
Dumbass.
Is Blackbeard your favorite pirate?
Blackbeard. No, I'm a Redbeard guy.
You're a Redbeard pirate guy?
You big fan of Greenland or something?
Yeah, they're all right. Did you know Greenland and Iceland are actually the opposite?
Yeah.
I think everybody knows that by now.
These are actual facts.
They all are.
No, he means that actually on the map, they're actually in the opposite place. Map liars are just lying to you. It's a geographer.
That sounds more like a Grant fact.
It's a cartographer.
Grant doesn't believe the Earth is flat. He believes it's rectangular.
Cubular. Here, I don't know. I think Shadow Shaman still got this one.
All right, here we go. Can he do it? Needs the wind to stay alive, and Bati.
It's the ward. Do they do enough damage?
Down with the boats!
You were right.
Too much, and it's Kunkka.
Dude, they actually like armleted it too. Like
they
before.
didn't.
That was crazy.
Woo!
They didn't go
man.
in this, but they did armlet.
All right.
Kunkka.
I forgot about the armor.
I actually never thought I would see Shaman go down so easily in this whole tournament.
Power of Blackbeard.
I thought the wards would be so good, but Power of Blackbeard as he charges on through. That's crazy.
I think it's the fact, right, if they cast wards first, maybe. The fact we knew they were going to cast Ether Shock into wards, I think that should have gave it away. I don't know why I picked Shadow Shaman.
The difference between Shaman, who has that one wape, and then like Warlock and Zeus, who are like insta-drop heroes.
Exactly.
All right. Looks like we have a winner's interview. Shoutouts to Depthcast, who hooked us up with the technology to be able to bring these awesome interviews your way. We have Hotbid ringside with the loser.
I'm here with Shadow Shaman. His bot TI is over, unfortunately. But you know, it's probably still a positive experience. Do you have anything you want to say to your fans that might be still cheering for you even though you lost?
Yeah, man. Don't worry. Be happy.
That doesn't sound like a good. Where's that accent from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
All right. Okay. Some cultural appropriation going on.
Yeah, man.
Okay, but all right. See you next year, Shadow Shaman.
Grand Grant goes on animal pets.
Okay. All right. I
Got
didn't
him.
know you guys were friends, but back to the desk.
I like that little jab there at Grant right
It's
there.
a lie.
He's clearly listening.
It's a damn lie, and you all know it.
Well, at least he goes out with a little bit of a whip crack right there. But
I'm actually fine with him. I actually don't like the heroes that use other, like, wards, golems. I don't like that. That's not a true fighter. You know what I mean?
Sumner.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like Sumners?
No. Who does?
I don't know.
It's like the kind of guy who plays like Path of Exile and makes a Sumner class, and he's like, "Who wants to run some dungeons with me?" And no one does.
Yeah, that was me last.
Is that a
week.
real thing? I actually don't. I've never played Path of
Last
Exile.
week, that was definitely me.
Okay.
All right. So we have our next upcoming matchup here in the lower bracket. It is Luna versus Tide. Did I get that one right?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Luna versus Tide.
Oh yeah.
All right. So Tide coming off of his upper bracket run, he had to face Elder Titan in that first round.
And that was a close
one. And yeah, he got dropped right away.
I think Tide's gonna be demolish her. Absolutely demolish her. Like I don't think a Tide's gonna die in the 5 run on the level 5 one. Maybe beams.
Yeah, for this one, like most of the Tides are pretty tanky, so unless all of them tank the nuke, and then they are gonna take like some full damage from the right clicks initially, but then once that first anchor smash comes in, even with the 6 armor of the Luna, you're still got Gush. So,
One of those, like you might kill one at the start.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, you kill that second with the right clicks as well. But even in a 3v5, Tide should actually be just fine.
Yeah.
But Luna, she just doesn't. Is she gonna cast ultis? I mean, not this one. I don't even care.
She's been pretty bad with the ultis. Like
she's Juggernaut levels.
Exactly.
Bad.
We're shitting on Jug and Sven. Luna, I would say, is in a similar category.
Yeah, and Tide's one of the few people that actually has been blink ulting. Like Enigma.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, he hasn't done a single blink black hole yet, so
saving it.
All right, so we're all pretty in agreement. It's Tide for round 1, right?
Yep.
Tide to take round 1 here, unless somehow Lady Luna can pull out an upset. We go now to the bot arena as they throw it down.
It is daytime.
Can I get some Grant play-by-play for this one?
Sure. Here we go. Some Tidehunters. They're looking. The Lunas, though, they're going down that little cliff. Can they find anyone? Not yet. It's daytime. Our Gush is going to fly first, or the beams. Nothing. Beams fly first. Here comes the Gushes. Anchor smashes, and it's too easy. Analyst Grant, Caster Grant, they call it all. A simple win for the Tidehunter.
Didn't you say that all 5 of them would survive?
No, I said if the same one gets 5 beamed, he'll die. And that's what happened. If you were listening, you would have heard that. No, I mean, that was to be expected, right? Like, Tide almost always wins the level 5 ones, especially against, like, melee hero. I mean, Luna's pretty much a melee hero early on.
Yeah. It's just a little too close to work with. But now she has Dragon Lance. Is it really going to help, though?
He has a Bite.
He has Bite. It gets more one-sided, if anything. 5 Ravages, Manta Illusions die, Luna dies, Gushes come flying in.
Damage reduction on the damage block on the Manta Illusions as well as the Glaives. Like, they all pretty much do nothing.
Yep. They should die instantly to the Anchor Smashes anyways. But
yeah.
So we're going for the Tide 2-0. Is Luna that much of an underdog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luna had the easiest road to this top 16. I think there's way stronger heroes that didn't get here.
Hey.
But
Got to
She's
play the
only
bracket you're getting.
Only female hero representation as well.
What happened to Lena? Sorry.
Lena?
I didn't see when she got eliminated.
She lost to my man Coddle.
It's true.
Did she just not cast spells or what?
My man
Yeah,
Coddle
pretty much.
blasted his
She
shit
just
out.
doesn't cast. She doesn't cast LSAs or Lagunas regularly.
Oh, I want to remind you guys that at the conclusion of today's bot TI action, because we have this is the final match today, right?
Yeah. No, one more.
Final series today?
This is final.
Final series today.
No,
but
I don't want it to be over.
Don't worry, Grant.
Oh, okay.
After this, we have more stuff to come. Believe it or not, Bot Mafia will be happening after this matchup. Should be a hype time. That's right, guys, Bot Mafia. If you want to know how the hell that's going to work, you're going to have to stick around.
Is it going to be 10 Nahazes? Is it going to be 10 Slacks? You don't know how the
You have
Mafia
no
works
idea.
out.
And then after Bot Mafia, we have a special episode of Love Yourself featuring, I believe, this man right over here. So lots of great questions.
Ooh.
He looks so excited about it. He's like, it's going to be aired, all the dirty laundry. You were so willing to air your story about the garage. I'm really excited to hear what you talk about and Love Yourself.
You just got to, you learn and live. You live and love. You love and you die. And that's life.
That sounded like something on a Walmart poster you would sell in the store. You
It
put
was
up on the
Socrates.
Live and love and laugh. Laugh and live and love.
And die. But yeah. Well, so we're all just saying Tide's going to win this.
Yeah.
Are we really going to end day one of the playoffs on just a smashing?
Yes.
Okay.
That's like
An anchor smashing, if you will.
Oh, this guy's good. All right, Cap, how about you give us the play-by-play on this one?
No, what about Dakota play-by-play? We have 3 play-by-play.
What about
actually?
how about
God
this?
says play-by-play
Parker
too.
doesn't say
How about we
anything
all
ever.
do play-by-play
Yeah, let's all
at the
play
same
by-play.
time? This will
Yeah.
go well.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
How about we do one word at a time?
I'm not smart enough. Are we actually all doing this? Or what?
I mean, I was down for the one word at a time.
All right, ready? Tide
is
going
to
the
moon.
Luna
looking
strong
to
mech.
maybe.
No!
Ravage!
Another Ravage!
Another Ravage! And this one, Zoltine.
Zoltan. Well, that was look at that. That was the most one-sided one I think all today. That was a mass. I mean, we expected it.
Yeah.
Like some of these you can actually at the beginning of Bot TI, right? Like it was hard to call what people are gonna do. But as you do watch it, there definitely are little nicks and knacks.
Once you see 4 or 5 matchups, you're like, okay, I understand how these items will work and which spells they kind of prioritize. Yeah.
Man, I think Tide. Do you know who Tide's gonna play tomorrow?
Play someone who drops down, I think, from one of the losers. It probably, I think it is decided.
And it couldn't be Elder Titan.
I'm sure we'll check out an
Yeah, we will.
updated
My
bracket
bad. I didn't
soon
mean to
enough,
push
but we
anyone.
got plenty to go through first. First things first, we have the oh-so-hard-to-do losers interview here. Hopit, thank you so much for doing these for us. He has Luna right now on ringside.
So I'm here with Luna. She just unfortunately was eliminated from Bot TI. I just want to say that for this interview, I'm really excited to hear your natural accent because I feel that that's what's going to come out here. What's about to happen is you're going to have an amazing Irish and/or Scottish accent. I forget which one it is, but we're about to hear your beautiful accent.
Yeah,
so don't hold back.
Everyone thinks I got an accent. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. I got no fucking accent. This is just how I talk, you know? Why does everyone think I'm fucking Irish or Scottish? It's fucking bullshit.
Okay, all right, relax. Okay, we can forgive a little bit of anger. I know you just got eliminated, but anything to say, to the fans that supported you this whole way through?
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, all right, Jesus Christ. All right, back to you on the desk. Kind of mean.
This is why loser interviews are just so hard. I mean, they bite back, and that's the raw emotion you get to see. You don't like it? Well, then you've never been a competitive player, right?
True. Everyone has emotion.
Everyone has emotion. It's all over the place. But unfortunate for Luna, her Bot TI journey has concluded. So we have cut things down quite a bit. We have a bracket. Let's check it out and see what is in store for us moving forward into tomorrow. Looking at the upper bracket, Phoenix Abaddon. Oh, my God.
I'm sure you guys already talked about in Purge. Is that not an okay match for Phoenix? The fact that once you get the 1.25 longer egg stun, that could just be the whole ultimate of ABBA?
The big problem is, are you going to proc his ulti?
First.
Yeah, he will maybe not have his ulti procced, and then you come out of the eggs and proc his ulti, he's definitely going to win.
So it's pretty much if they have damage before.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You look at the seedings.
Yeah.
2nd, 3rd, 4th seed, all in the upper bracket winners. It's only the Phoenix.
Yeah. I think those 4, and then I think like Enigma would be like top 5, top 6 seed, theoretically. I think Phoenix was poorly seeded.
Ugh. It would be a fun story, though. Enigma comes into this one as first seed. For him to get knocked out early and make the run all the way back would be quite hype. We also have Dragonite taking on that Enigma in the lower bracket.
Well, wait, that's one of those. Dragonite could actually win the level 5. You don't think Dragonite could win the level 5 one?
Maybe with level 5.
That's not bad.
The burst, but I mean, I think he gets destroyed in the next 2 at least.
I agree. Yeah.
Bristleback versus Warlock. Can Bristleback survive the rock drop coming out and somehow pull out maybe at least level 5 and level 15? That feels like he needs 5-15 to win.
Yeah.
And then Zeus Kunkka. Zeus, I mean, he's right back into shape for his R press. I don't know if Kunkka is he's gonna have to really figure out a strategy between today and tomorrow.
Maybe an armlet toggle. Maybe we see some armlet toggling come out from him.
Yeah. Sven Tidehunter to round out our day. Sven, worthless as ever. Tidehunter, great going against the worthless. So
let's go, Sven.
This will be a battle of just melees, throwing punches nonstop. That could be our longest match potentially. I think that could be a long match.
Definitely.
That's
especially when
awesome.
they have the 25% lifesteal. That could be a real long one.
That could be crazy. Awesome stuff. All right, guys.
Could Sven win that?
No.
Does he have enough health? Maybe.
I don't think so.
All right, guys, reminder, if you want to
see.
follow along with the action, you could still get in on those predictions and head over to fantasy.bts.gg. Everything is updated on the fly. Once one match concludes, another match to predict will pop up at the bottom, so you have to pretty much have the website up and just continue to update it. I see God's in there in the middle of the road.
Maybe?
And here's the leaderboard currently right now for everyone predicting in on the action.
Did you do your playoff predictions?
I did not. I only did round 1. I was Bugatti intervened and was like, "Look, you can't be up there. This is you know too much.
You're too good.
It's too suspect."
I've been banned from doing further fantasy by the Bugatti.
The Garbo Bowl.
Fantasy
bullshit.
Fantasy.bts.gg/vote to vote on as Grant said, the garbage bowl, the toilet bowl. Which hero is the worst of the worst, and they'll fight it out, and the loser, that's right, the loser moves on.
And
to
it's
the next
4
round.
people, right? So it's
the 4
Dude,
heroes.
Lone Druid, he actually might be the most garbage. We're like
You
theory
think?
crafting what could be.
He's got fear at least.
If he uses I think Brood
No, he
Mother
does.
and BBH are really bad. I think those two are like the 2 worst.
I mean, Brood with items, though, with the ulti can just right
True.
click people, but
It's true.
there's some definitely garbage heroes out there. Get voting, guys.
Toilet bowl match is going to be happening tomorrow as well, so this would be super hype. All right, guys, closing thoughts on our first day of our first ever Bot TI main stage match.
Thanks for having me. I mean, my first time at a TI panel. It's been great. I'm working with some real lads over here.
Yep.
And
I'm glad we,
you really got me out here, and now I'm just excited. I think Dirge. I'm gonna say Dirge is gonna take it all.
Dirge
Undying will beat the ABBA. I will say it.
Wow, bold claims here.
Thank you.
Cap?
Who else can really make it through? Baden's looking pretty good. I think he can. I think he actually is going to win the whole thing. It's just too simple.
Yeah.
Too straightforward.
An ABBA fan as well, Parker?
It was definitely my pick early on. As I think things have developed, we've seen some potential for upset for these heroes who can outlast him. Like I want to see that Undying matchup could be the upset. But we'll see.
Somebody's got to beat Undying in just like the first 2 rounds, right? Any hero that has some disables.
But he gets
or like
eggs at
a Zeus
15
type
already,
hero
no?
might just blow
Burst
up
him.
an Undying.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Undying could beat a Zeus.
Maybe he doesn't have to. That's the best part. You stay in the winners bracket, you avoid some of those killers up there.
Yep, it's true. They may never meet. All right. Well, that is going to conclude action for day 1 of Bot TI. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place for more Bot TI action. Don't go away, though. Bot Mafia and Love Yourself coming up right now.
Hello and welcome to the first edition of Bot Mafia. All right, everyone settle down. If you have played Mafia before, raise your hand. No one? No one's played before? Warlock? Is that? Oh, that's your lantern thing. Okay. I'm gonna explain the rules, and then you guys are gonna play. 16 heroes. So we're gonna have 3 Mafia, and the Mafia are against the town, which is the other 13 heroes. And I'll explain the rules really quickly. Mafia, you're going to receive a binary string If you receive 01000001, you are mafia. If you receive 01001011, you are the cop. That is the king. And that means that you can check during the night phase. Imagine that's like when the computer powers down. You can check who else is the 01000001. Okay? If you get 01010001, you are the medic. You can save someone. If the cop is like Agent Smith, like the agent that's like policing everyone, the mafia are like, well, also like Agent Smith, but like from like the third movie. And the queen, the cop, the medic can save someone at night. The last role is the vigilante. That's a jack. That's 01001010. And that one, you get one kill at night. The mafia can look at each other and they decide, who they want to kill at night. And then everyone puts their head. I don't actually even know if you guys can see each other at night, but we'll make the room dark. You guys will be able to talk amongst each other, and then the mafia will vote on who they want to kill. And then we go to daytime, and then the town and the mafia, they talk to each other, they discuss, and then they decide to remove someone. And the game ends when the town have removed all the mafia, or when the mafia have gotten the town down to an equal number as the mafia. So like if there are 3 mafia and you get down to 3 town also, then the mafia have won. You guys get it? And you're trying to figure out who's mafia and who's town. If you have any questions, I'll be right over here. I'll be modding. Thank you. All right, so let's just let's play. All right, good luck. Good luck, guys. Okay, so we have the results. You guys have played 20,000 games of Mafia, and Town has won every single time. Not very fun. I think it's because you guys can't lie. But, I mean, that was a good experience, right? So, thank you guys for tuning in to Bot Mafia. We probably won't run this ever again. Okay, bye.